But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Yeah. There we go. Morton. Ha, ha, noises. Ha, ha, noises. Ha, ha, noises.
Morning, everybody.
Yeah. Let's all come in and do it again. Do it again. Another week of radio. Hody, hody, ho.
I'd like to be able to hear you, but I can't.
What happened?
I'm suffering from hay fever.
Hey!
I'm a very allergic boy. I'm suffering from hay fever.
Hay fever.
Started last week. And I took the elevator ride down to the ground floor.
Yeah.
And my ears, I'm
They
underwater.
just
Still.
That's it.
That was about, 40 minutes ago.
Whoa.
How do you make them pop?
I don't know. You got to
do that
hold
scuba
your nose
diving
and
trick?
Push out. Whoa. I don't know. Swallow real hard.
Oh, I felt a lot of air, but nothing
Chew
yet.
gum. I don't know.
Chew gum?
Ears
are clogged?
Yeah. And
Yeah, gum.
I called my allergist, and he goes, hey, you were talking about me. And if you remember what I was talking...
Liberace?
He pretty much has that, like, he's Jewish. He sounds like he's clogged all the time, so I guess that's perfect for an allergist. And if you remember, what I was saying about this guy was, every time I go into his stupid office, I never tell anyone, and I'm sure you do the same, what I do for a living. Because we have cool jobs, and that's all they want to talk about, which is nice. But it's not nice when you go into a doctor's office and you want to try to get some shit done.
No, I just say, I'm in broadcasting.
Oh, I just say...
ask further, I just go, nah, it's just stuff behind
No,
the scenes.
I say marketing.
Really?
Yeah, marketing's like, what's that?
But then they could ask
It sounds
stuff,
cool,
and I'd be
but...
like, I don't know.
Yeah, market things. Like what? Yeah, just these things. You know.
Import, export.
Nah, just market things. I work on, like, billboards and campaigns and stuff.
Yeah?
Yeah, I make it very vague.
I
make
say
it so-
telecommunications.
Huh?
I say I work for a telecommunications company.
Telecommunications.
I make it so vague within 3 questions they don't give a fuck. But I was stupid enough to tell this guy who I was. Oh, I know why, because of my voice and stuff. I want to.
Oh.
I want to make sure he took me seriously. So now when I go in his office, and he's one of the biggest allergists in New York, all he wants to do is talk about the show, even though he doesn't listen to the show, but he knows that we have a pretty popular radio show. And then, like, I'm trying to figure out what I'm allergic to, like, and I did all those tests. He goes, oh, yeah, you're allergic to a bunch of things. He's like, here's some things. And then he's like, anyway, and just wants to talk about the show. And I'm like, no,
the reason I'm here...
I need to know what things.
Find out.
So I beat him up on the air, I think, last week for not paying attention because he wants to listen to talk about the show, then what's going on with me. And I call him and he goes, hey, I heard you were talking about me. I'm like, yeah, I was saying how you don't fucking take this thing seriously. So then he gave me cortisone for allergies. What's that about?
How does that work?
Because I'm out of my fucking mind, man.
Look, cortisone is so weird. It's like it's delivered in many different ways.
Yeah, I got pill form.
Oh, a pill? A cortisone pill?
Yeah.
There's injections, there's cream.
Yeah, because he heard how stuffy I was. He did this over the phone. I'm like, I don't know if I should be prescribed cortisone over the phone.
Diagnosed over the phone.
And nasal
Rocks.
sprays.
Damn. You and your cortisone.
I don't know, but I don't even know. It makes you very, very, like, more, I should say, you're going to laugh when I say this, but it makes you very irritable.
Oh,
more than usual.
Irritable.
Like, I'm like,
and then roid rage? Is that what it is? Isn't it some kind of roid?
Yeah, I've been lifting my couch all weekend. But I'm still fucking
Roid
clogged, and then went down the elevator, and I can't fucking hear now.
Man.
Because of my
doing this?
hay fever.
You keep doing the mouth open, like
Yeah.
try to pop it to get the ear pop.
Yeah.
And you know, the term hay fever is stupid because you're not allergic to hay, and you don't get a fever with
What is
allergies. So why hay fever?
Why do they call it hay fever?
Hay fever means pollen, basically. That the pollen count's a little high. And it's affecting the Opster.
Oh, boy.
The Opster is very allergic.
Oh, boy.
He goes, oh, yeah, it's the height of the hay fever season.
Is it?
You don't get any of this shit.
Nah, I don't get those allergies.
I get this like 3 or 4 times a year where you feel like you almost feel like you have the flu. But you don't have a fever.
I get stuffed up sometimes if it's really bad.
Yeah?
You know, yeah, you kind of feel it.
You're lucky.
Oh.
You're lucky because it's a pain in the ass, man.
And what about animal dander?
Oh.
Does animal dander hurt?
Do you need to know?
Hate that word.
Cats and
dander.
Cats and dogs, bad.
Yeah?
Bad. Really bad. As in, I haven't touched a cat or animal in years.
Wow.
I can't even pet the fuckers.
Aw.
But then they got the hypoallergenic ones.
Yeah, those are the ugly animals.
They're not that
can't
ugly.
They can't have hair or something.
They're not that.
Fur.
No. They have human hair.
Yeah, they got like some kind of hair instead of fur.
Any dog that ends in poo is actually pretty good looking.
What about a schnoodle?
Yeah. The poos are better, I think.
Really?
Obama's dog is an allergenic dog. Why? Who's allergic in the family?
Either him or Michelle.
Oh, boy.
But I know that dog, I'm pretty sure, has hair and not fur.
Yeah.
You like to think of some
Is
political
that what you're going to have to
knock I
get when
could
like your
give.
son asks for a dog
can't.
and you can't say no?
Yeah, I'm going to have to get one of those. It looks like a tiny little teddy bear and it can't defend himself type dogs, even though I want a dog.
You're like, Daddy, can I have a dog? And you can't say no.
I want a dog. Not like this, looks like a stuffed animal walking on the sidewalk.
You don't like that? You don't want
They're nice,
a gremlin?
But it's kind of embarrassing when you're walking around town. You want to walk around with a man's dog.
They all got them little puny dogs in your neighborhood up there. The old ladies with those little fucking dogs.
It's disgusting, actually.
Yeah.
They'd rather take care of their dogs than have a conversation with you.
Yeah.
People are weird in New York, man. They hate people, but fucking will pretty much jump in front of a cab for their own dog.
They're dumb little dogs.
Yeah. So I had to stay inside because the count was high.
Did you need conditioned air?
I had to stay inside indoors.
You have hay fever?
Indoors.
Hay fever. Because it's just having a massive attack. I feel way better. It's just the fucking ears are clogged. So say whatever you want about me. I won't hear it.
Blow those out.
I won't hear it today. Are those the poo dogs?
Yeah,
How can you say they're horrible?
dogs.
All right. I guess they've gotten better.
They're adorable. No, you're not.
A Bichon Frise? You want a Bichon?
They're very cute.
You just don't want a poodle.
You don't like them?
Poodles are assholes.
No, I like bigger dogs.
I like the one down bottom, second one from the
that one?
left. No.
That's a bulldog.
Oh, left?
Oh, that guy.
Oh, yeah.
that just looks like a baby husky.
Aw.
And
That's a hypoallergenic dog.
I can have that?
I guess.
That thing's
Huskies are
adorable.
great.
Angrydog.jpg.
Look how cute it is. Oh, my God.
Oh, man. That looks like a real dog.
That's a pretty cool dog right there.
I like the furry little white one there, two over.
This thing?
Look at him.
Yeah,
He would love to be petted.
Bichon.
You see a lot of those in New York.
They're cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Saying
scratch them under their chin.
that's not a
Shooka, shooka, shooka.
Shook.
I roll over and give you his belly. Go ahead.
Oh,
Why
yeah.
don't you get a hairless dog?
Ew, look at that thing.
Now, you gotta have hair on it. Do they? Ew. What is that monster?
It's a monster, and they just have horrible attitudes.
Monster.
The poodles are the worst.
Oh, go one down.
Which one?
Oh, look at the little face.
See, the poos are good.
What is that?
I don't know.
That's cute.
No, that's something that just barks all day.
That's probably true.
Oh, but yeah, but
Some of
look at
those
the
don't.
three of them over there to the left. Oh,
There you go, more
cute.
poos.
Little things are adorable.
I'd love to
poo
pet
in
a
your search.
small dog for a little while.
You would?
Yes.
For a little while.
For a little while, I need to pet a small dog.
That's hilarious.
I'm lonely. I have no pets, no girlfriend.
She got a cat.
Oh, Jimmy.
Now, cats are cool, but the shedding and stuff drives me nuts. Dude. I have the same thing you do with the fucking hair.
But you could throw a cat in your apartment for 2 weeks. They wouldn't even notice you're
Right.
gone. They don't give a fuck.
They really don't.
And you could like have a relationship with a cat for 10 years, and then one day it'll just scratch your eyes out. They're fucking lunatics. They're complete lunatics.
Just fucking go after you.
You could get a wild German Shepherd, and if you're the owner for 10 years, you know nothing's going to happen.
You're the honcho.
Right. But with a cat, that you never get past that fucking point.
Yeah.
You always have to be on guard with those assholes.
Cats are assholes.
Well, you had the coolest cat. We've talked about it. That JD cat was
JD
almost
was the
human.
bestest.
But the rest of them are fucking assholes. I had 2 cats.
Feral animals.
Right to the end, they were just complete idiots.
Yeah.
You thought you had made some kind of relationship with them. One wrong move, and then they're scratching the shit out of you. You watched the Jets game? I know you're not a big football fan.
You know what? I turned it on for a few short minutes.
To see the wacky offense?
Yeah, just to check that out, that whole Tebow thing. And it was just like, fuck this.
Oh, there's no Tebow.
Give a shit. I know, yeah. Well, he's there in all the little sideline meetings.
Oh, I know.
He's all poking over. What's going on? Hey, what's going on over here?
He just trying to get his nose into everything.
Yeah. Hey, I should know what's happening just in case.
I think Sanchez showed everyone yesterday, even though the Bills aren't the best team in the league, obviously, that he's their quarterback.
Yeah, he
made it very obvious yesterday with Tebow going, hey, what's going on?
Hey, what's over there you're talking about? Hey, guys, can I sit down and listen?
Right. He was following Sanchez like, no, man, we're the twin quarterbacks.
Oh, God, Sanchez just like, just sit down.
And you know what? The fucking Jets fans booed Tebow.
Yeah.
Because Sanchez was marching down the field, and all of a sudden they continued with that fucking wacky offense because they wanted to see how it was going to work. And brought Tebow in, and no, man, Sanchez got the fucking momentum right now.
Oh, believe me, the fans, though, the second fucking Sanchez collapses, they'll be chanting for Tebow.
Well, Sanchez looked pretty damn good yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the Bills. I'm sorry, because
Bills.
We have a lot of fans up in Western New York. At the Bills.
Oh, boy, did they fucking get wiped.
Bills aren't going to do much. It was 48-28. Yep. The game was pretty much over at halftime.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I mean, I don't. Do you see the Jets using two quarterbacks like that the whole season, Travis?
Well, like you said, this is one game. Let's wait till they play some teams,
some real teams, right?
Yeah.
Who's the first real team they get to play this season?
Well, next week, Pittsburgh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's going to be a massive test.
Yeah.
That will be a big fucking test. Pittsburgh's going to laugh at their wacky offense.
Yeah, but boy, they were quick to boo Tebow. He didn't get that 1 yard.
No.
Boo!
I think he had 5 rushes for 9 yards.
11, I think.
I don't think he threw a pass.
Nope.
And he handed the ball off 3 times.
Yep.
I think that's his stats, if I remember him correctly.
Sounds great.
Oh, yeah, he had a no game, but like you said, hey, guys, what's going on over here?
Hey, guys.
Hey.
I see you got your clipboard out. What's on that? That's all I saw of him.
That's really
on the
funny.
sideline, craning his neck to see.
Yeah.
Hey, let me in, guys.
The quarterbacks just looked exhausted running in and out of the game like that. They would do. I don't know if you saw it, Jimmy. No. Sanchez would do one play, then he'd have to run off the field. Then fucking Tebow would come in. He would do a play. Then Sanchez would run back on. It was crazy.
Why are they doing that?
Especially in the beginning of the game, and then they settled down a little bit.
Settle down.
Do you think Tebow had to ask anybody, like after there was a group meeting, when they walked by, he goes, what would they say? What did they talk about?
What are they talking about over there?
Are they talking about me?
Did I come up?
Did I come up? So, I don't know. That's a good start for the Jets because they had a shitty preseason.
It's always good when you get that first win, Then you don't have to worry about not losing again.
Right.
Can't lose again.
So, and I had to watch... I like watching my football, and with the hay fever acting up.
I like watching the football.
I'm in my living room, and I'm getting ready to, like, a couple hours before, football. I'm just watching TV, and I just changed the channel. That's all. And it goes black. I'm like, it'll pop on any second now.
Wow.
2 hours later, after I was yanking fucking receivers out of the wall, made the problem, obviously, 10 times worse.
Oh, no.
I have no TV in my living room, and I'm fucking watching football and golf in my bedroom on a beautiful fucking fall day.
What happened?
I don't know, man.
Time Warner Cable.
You think it's Time Warner? No, the other TVs were working.
Oh, it's just that one set.
It's probably your box.
You think it's the box?
Probably. I've had to reset my box like 5 times this weekend.
I reset my box.
Horrible service.
I think
Fios.
I'm finally going to go Fios.
Oh, you got it.
I think I'm finally done.
I don't think I've had to do that once. No. Like, that Ant does the brilliant impression?
Right.
I've had that maybe once every 3 weeks or every month. I'll have that for a half a second. Like, that's how good the service is.
It's infuriating. My Time Warner in the city, I haven't turned it on in I don't even know how long. I sling box my Fios from my house, and that's how I watch television. I don't even deal with fucking Time Warner
What happened
anymore.
with Time Warner? They just saw all this technology, catching up to them, and they went, we're the leaders, so we don't have to worry about that shit.
We'll just strong arm some of these buildings and tell them.
That's pretty much what they do.
Yep.
Yeah.
What they do is they get to the supers.
Yeah.
The supers have those little basements in the offices in the basements, and they go down there and make those fucking deals with cash. I'm convinced of it.
There
I
you
think
go.
you're right.
I'm convinced of it, because why would you choose an old technology over a new technology? But that's what New York City buildings do. That's exactly what they do.
Our building, it took a long time to get it. And I kept asking, and the door guys and the desk guys would be weird about it. They'd be like, "Yeah, we think it's almost like everybody gets a little piece of."
Yeah.
I don't know what it was. I think
Warner.
enough people finally probably asked where they had to rewire the building because it's a big building. But it's a small building. What are the tenants going to do if there's 8 or 12 tenants?
Right.
Yeah.
How does the one guy decide? Shouldn't they have a vote?
Yeah.
No, they don't care.
Very strange. Did you watch any Red Zone or anything? How did your fantasy football team do? What's going on?
Oh, well, my fantasy football.
They have the fantasy football stats in the paper today.
Did they?
I think this is the first year where I've actually seen it pretty much front and center. It's right in the middle of the sports section. All the players that did well for fantasy football teams.
People love their fantasy football.
We should have done it as a goof.
I didn't do Red Zone. Apparently, Red Zone had some problems too. I guess.
What happened?
That's what I heard. I wouldn't know. I'm on Time Warner.
Boy.
No Red Zone?
If you had it, there was no problem.
Only cable provider to not have Red Zone.
Oh, that's good.
If you have it, it wasn't a problem. But if you all of a sudden decided, holy shit, I want that Red Zone, and you click to subscribe, it would take upwards of 90 minutes for it to go through because so many people are trying to get it.
It is one of the best programs ever.
Yeah.
What's it do?
It's one of the best sports programs ever.
It's literally just
the Red Zone.
Just touchdown.
Anytime a team is in the red zone, which is the 20-yard line, they'll show that game. And if no team is in the 20-yard line, then they'll just show a game.
Well,
they'll show some highlights.
They'll show the featured games, which are the ones that
games.
most people around the country would like to check out.
What if there's two?
They'll split screen. Or
Dude, you haven't
quad
seen
screen.
Oh, they just show you.
Oh yeah, they'll.
And the host of the show is ridiculous.
I can't imagine that guy is not the best fucking sportscaster in the history of the world.
He could do 2 or 3 games at once.
Oh my God, it's insane.
Unbelievable.
The guy's rattling off fucking everything.
If one team is in a huddle, they'll go like, "All right, let's go to this game," and then that play ends. All right, let's go to this game.
I just picture him there smoking a cigarette, drinking coffee.
Right.
Holy shit!
If the offense is walking toward the scrimmage line, he goes, "Oh, we got time, and we'll go to another game for 2 seconds."
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
It's like an air traffic controller for football.
Yeah, he does a great job. I don't know his name. He should get some credit.
We did a bit one time for college football for the Tonight Show, and part of the bit was having to call a game. Like you have to call a game live.
Oh wow,
it's fucking hard.
Yeah,
it's really fucking hard to do that because you keep trying.
Dynamite.
Hey, there he goes, and he's running. He cuts left. It's so hard to keep that momentum the way a great announcer will do a momentum. It's fucking impossible to do that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a talent.
It's a lot harder than it looks.
I think you like anything else, you figure out the rhythm eventually.
Yeah.
Because that's what they do.
That's his name.
Scott Hansen? Yeah, that's him.
It's my brother.
He's, it's ridiculous. David Akers kicked a 63-yarder?
Yes.
That's tying the record again.
Yeah.
How many times have we tied the record?
I don't know.
Just pull it back a yard, for fuck's sake. Get a new record.
Bounced off the...
Did it really?
Off the crossbar at the bottom?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking cool.
I would be the dick that, demands the NFL takes out a tape measure to see if it was just over 63.
I want the record, motherfucker.
It was actually 63 yards and 1 inch. Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, man.
Niners won, right?
Mm-hmm. Wow, that's a fuck of a kick. Oh!
Wait, was that the sound effect?
Yeah.
Do that again.
That could have bounced.
I put the audio way too late.
San Francisco side of
God damn, it's a long kick.
Drills it. And it's off. 63 yards from David Akers.
That just made it.
And
that could have bounced off of it and gone the other way.
As this thing hit the crossbar.
God damn.
Bounced up in the air and went through the uprights to make it a 9-point game.
Because it's the back of the crossbar.
Kick at 63 yards. You've got to have a low trajectory on
that. That is a difference of 3 inches, and that doesn't go in.
Yeah. A yard, one more yard, it wouldn't have.
Not
a
even.
yard wouldn't even have come
Inches.
close. Yeah.
An inch or two.
3 inches, it would have hit the front of the crossbar and bounced back onto the field.
And then he would have had to walk off the field.
Oh, well.
I almost made it. Well, that was pretty close.
I feel good about myself, though.
Who else won yesterday? Anyone care? The fucking Eagles pulled that game out.
Redskins won.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Because Vic looked horrible at first, right?
4 interceptions.
But they beat the Browns, I think it was 17-16?
16.
16, what was it?
something.
You got the sheet in front of you.
I do.
I was in the car over the
1716,
weekend.
yeah.
I was over the car over the weekend and had listened to the worst of, and I was pleased that I was in there listening to Florentine going off about the goddamn fantasy football. What a funny fucking segment, man.
Yeah.
He's just going off.
Jim's so logical too. He has this he's a really hard guy to argue with because he has a great, because if you get him on something, like, because again he was crucifying fantasy football.
Yeah.
Like, what about Zach Wild? He's like, yeah, but come on, man, he's a metal guy.
Yeah.
I don't know how he avoids these landmines. He lets them go up, but they never derail what he's fucking saying.
I just like that because Opie was saying, like, no, it makes Sundays a little more exciting. It doesn't make it exciting.
What's exciting about that?
There's nothing exciting about it.
Hey, look, David Akers. Let's watch David Akers. Oh, okay, I'm going to turn off the Dolphin game. That's good. You're not a good fan. What's exciting about that?
It was so fucking
You know what's
good.
exciting? Dropping loads. That's what I want to hear about. Did you drop a load? No, I was watching the Chiefs.
It's fucking great, man. It was really funny.
I love the people that can't laugh at themselves. A few people tweeted, you know, the reason you guys don't like fantasy football is because you're so much older than the people that play it.
That's it.
That's the reason we should like it.
Yeah,
All pedos.
I know a lot of people in my age bracket that love their fantasy football, man. My brother loves it.
Dude, there
Who
are
gives a
people-
fuck? I know they enjoy it, but, it's obviously one of those things that is easy to goof on. So relax.
These no sense of humor motherfuckers. I encountered probably the dumbest, does not get it asshole on Twitter last night.
Right.
I was watching the horrid Breakfast Club. And Molly Ringwald.
Wait, why is it hard?
Well,
I
I'll
remember
get into
that movie.
that. I just don't want to forget this.
Okay, go.
And Molly Ringwald was like, she was the cute girl back then.
I never saw it, by the way.
But no, exactly. Well, I was just commenting.
Not on her.
I said Molly Ringwald is like the Iraq War. At the time, we were all yes, but now not so much. Like finding her attractive was like the Iraq War. Not the Gulf War, the Iraq War. And somebody actually said, you know, I wasn't for it from the beginning, and starts getting into a war debate. It's like it was a dumb throwaway fucking Molly Ringwald joke. Do you not get it?
Right.
And everybody just started going like, what the fuck? You got to put up with this all the time? I said, yes.
Well,
yes, I do.
You know what you got to do, which is a lot of fun when it happens to me? I just tweet, hey, everyone, we got a dummy. Oh, boy,
yeah.
people just enjoy that. Because mine yesterday was simple. Serena Williams won the U.S. Open. So I just wrote, why else would I tweet this? I wrote, congrats to Serena Williams for winning the men's 2012 U.S. Open.
Yeah.
That's the joke.
Sure.
Yeah. People actually liked it. They thought it was a good tweet. One guy, oh, she's a woman. And,
God.
And you just know they're not trying to, fuck with you back.
Yeah.
So I just write, hey, everyone, looks like we got ourselves a dummy. And then everyone just fucking piles on for the kill.
I just retweet sometimes with no comment, and they get killed.
Yeah.
It's great.
I love pointing out, hey, everyone, we got a dummy. And don't try doing it, because for the most part, I know the difference.
I got 2 people to close their Twitter accounts last week.
Oh, that's great.
Just completely closed them. One was some guy who got a snide comment about one of my tweets, and whether it was good or bad or stupid, or so I just checked his tweets, and so many of them was to girls saying how he'd like to fucking lick their pussies and stuff, which is fine if you want to do that.
Sure.
But if you don't want to present yourself like that, you probably shouldn't. And I guess he didn't, because I just screen capped a bunch of his tweets and posted it, and within 2 hours, he had taken down his Twitter.
Good.
Before the wife sees it, I guess. And then another one was some woman giving me shit. And all I said was, your daughter has a big head. Because she put her daughter in the picture with her in her profile pic. Look.
Good.
Hey,
that's
if
what
you're
you
going to
get.
put your kid in there. So I said, your daughter has a big head. And then, of course, the listeners start talking about her big head, and wiped, gone.
That's what if you're going to just attack, if you're going to talk shit to people, don't put a picture of your family up there, dummies.
No.
Do what the message board people do. Hi, Hey, I'm Honey Lipton 27. Who are you? I'm Honey Lipton 27.
The best is when you can go to it when they use the same name for their Instagram as they do Twitter. So you check that, and there's pictures of their wife, their kids, family, what they do for a hobby, goofy friends, and you just you just keep posting shit, just ragging them about their family, and they usually just fucking destroy their account.
They like to be, like a lot of the people on Twitter like to be, or these places like to kind of make their opinion known, but with no commentary back. Like they never want to just say, hey, I'm so-and-so and this is how I feel.
Yeah.
Which is why I just loathe them so much.
People are under the impression, too, that when I debate people with 140 characters, that I'm just nasty and stuff. No. Most of my tweets, I'm expressing my opinion, and I'm giving some fucking factual information that I've read, or just opinions. Mm-hmm. And a lot of the times I get shit like, you're a moron. And it's like, oh, I'm a moron for not agreeing with you? Oh, you don't agree with my point of view, so I'm the moron and you're the smart guy. That's the dumbest thing anybody can fucking write. Well, so you must be right, and I'm wrong. Bunch of douches. Twitter is really a chore.
Yeah, what are we supposed to do with this Twitter thing?
I don't know.
I don't understand the end game anymore.
It's a weird point we're at with the Twitter.
I don't understand it.
I'll put it this way. I read a tweet that annoyed me, but it was a retweet from somebody, and I forget what it was. But I went to the guy's timeline, and he just wrote a bunch of shit that I didn't agree with. But I realized that he's not following me, and, like, I'm not following him. It was a retweet, and I was going to say something, and I literally thought, you know what? It's none of my fucking business. He wasn't talking to me.
There you go.
I don't follow him.
Wow.
He wasn't talking to me. And I really did think that, and I was like, why would I address him?
Yeah.
It's almost like, oh, it's a public forum. It is a public forum, and no one says you don't have the right to do it. But it's this fucking busybody, or as Anthony would say, this nosy body attitude.
Nosy body.
If somebody retweets what somebody says, you should address the person who retweeted it.
Right.
Not the person who originally posted it, because unless you're following them, it's none of your fucking business.
Ooh.
They weren't talking to you.
Like that. Yeah, it does make sense.
And I practiced that, too, because I forget what it was, but it annoyed me so much. And I'm like, no, shut the fuck up. It's none of your business what he said. That's literally like, it is a public forum, but it's like walking by in a room where people are talking. Right. And there's a building full of rooms. And you belong to one room with all the people you want to talk to and listen to. And you walk by another room, and you over here like, rah, 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 rah. And then you put your head in and go, yeah. And then you keep going. Hey, get the fuck out. You didn't want to be in this room till just now.
Yeah.
Or that's like you being in your room and someone coming from the other room and going, hey, blah, 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 blah. And instead of just addressing the person that repeated it, you walk down the hall into the other room and go, well, he told me you said this.
This is a silly job, though. A bunch of rooms, people yapping.
Yes, it is, but I wish
no one interacts with each other.
If I knew, I would have bought the building. You know how much money I'd be making from room rentals?
And what's wrong with blocking someone? People get
Nothing.
it all. Yeah.
I love the block.
I mean, social networking, we didn't really know what the fuck it was at first.
Yeah.
So you kind of, you had to take a lot of shit when you blocked people at first.
Yeah.
But now it's very obvious. You've made it obvious you don't like me.
Yeah.
And that is fine, by the way. No surprise there.
Sure.
That is fine.
But
so,
I don't have to fucking...
But why would I have to deal with that on a daily basis? So I block you. You have decided I fucking hate your guts. Okay, you made your opinion known. Now it's go do something else.
Right. And you blocking them doesn't affect what they can post at all.
Of course not.
It doesn't affect anything about their lives.
People feel like that, we should be forced to read their negative shit on a daily basis. That's just dumb.
Yeah.
We're the public eye. So. We know people are going to like us and people are going to not like us, period. I'd rather deal with the people that like what I do.
I'd rather have people telling me, you have a fat wife. You don't like your fat wife, Susan.
You screwed up my whole weekend.
With the Gary Sinise.
I couldn't stop. I was just walking around my house going, it's titanium.
Yeah.
Like, I just couldn't stop doing it. Titanium. And then I was trying to watch Apollo 13, and all I was saying is, do they have that up there? Well, I'm not going to use anything down here that they don't have up there. Oh, you're ruining it.
How'd we do so bad with the chicks? Hey, people are yelling, hey, look at Fatso and AIDSy. How come you married a girl with AIDS and I have a fat Asian wife named Susan? I read her ad. It says Susan. I thought she was American. Fat Asian wife.
All I was thinking of was your goddamn Gary Sinise impression. Oh,
which is right on.
Oh, it killed me.
It's very average, but I kept thinking of my fat wife Susan all weekend.
Fat wife
Susan.
He's just mad. That's the best he could do.
Yeah, but they're both Forrest, we're both millionaires. How come you're married to an AIDS patient? I'm married to a fat Asian lady named Susan.
Exactly. What did Susan win the lottery?
That hooker was right. I am a freak and you are stupid.
Hey, before we get too far away from fantasy football, we got the fantasy football bit.
Oh, God.
We're not going to break. We got to play it, though.
New to SiriusXM's Fantasy Football Channel. It's the Jim Florentine Show. Putting the fun back in fantasy football.
Nothing exciting about fantasy football. It's fucking guys in khakis and button-downs watching football. They bring their laptops to a fucking sports bar to come over. Who just scored that touchdown? I go, why? I got him on my team. Fuck you. Go in the ladies' room and take a piss.
It's Jim Florentine and your calls. Talking everything fantasy football.
Hey, Jim, what's the best way to keep up with your team while the game is on?
Nobody watches fucking football with a laptop open. Nobody. You have a fucking case of beer and some sandwiches, and you're talking about fucking getting a hand job from a stripper in the door in a commercial from the night before.
Hey, man, you know all your listeners love fantasy football?
All right, I don't give a shit. No fucking manly men play fantasy football.
We aren't even sure why we hired him. It seems counterproductive.
And we're gonna open our fucking laptops and our iPads, and we're gonna have a draft. Who are you gonna take? How about taking in the ass, you fucking homos, with your fucking fantasy football? It's just nerdness.
The Jim Florentine Show on SiriusXM's Fantasy Football Channel.
Go into the ladies' room and take a piss.
Good job with that.
When you mentioned what I found awful about the Breakfast Club.
Oh, right.
So I was watching that earlier. I mean, yesterday. Earlier. It was earlier.
Was it Judd Nelson's bad boy outfit?
My comment was, it's back-to-back douche chills. There's no one moment that is like, oh, that was the one that made me go, It's the whole fucking movie. The only parts that aren't douchey are those occasional funny parts, you know?
Right.
Very rare, sprinkled through. But the whole, oh, man, the pain of, and their angry dancing segment, and then Emilio Estevez dancing at first. He's all angry and punching and walking upstairs and you
didn't like the dancing?
No.
It's embarrassing.
And Judd Nelson's so angry. Look, man. Look how angry Judd Nelson is. Oh,
wait, go back so we can play.
That's uncomfortable.
Oh, it's so uncomfortable.
And Emilio Estevez is not believable as the jock. If you really want to break it down.
Although I thought he had the one good monologue in the entire thing.
Really?
Yeah.
He's good as a jock. He calls him wastoid.
Oh, he said wastoid.
Hey, don't light up in here, wastoid. Oh,
Tell Sam to move that arrow before he's fired from this company.
Oh.
Why are they dancing?
Why aren't you full screen?
Why is there no supervision for these kids? Look, he doesn't have a hint of a muscle on him.
Oh, man. Judd Nelson, he's just mad. He's getting his anger out by dancing.
Anthony Michael Hall was just playing a dork, so him being uncomfortable is acceptable.
Oh, boy. This is so fucking douchey.
He's playing air guitar, is he
Billy
now?
Estevez playing air guitar.
Oh, boy.
Why would Judd Nelson do that?
I don't know.
He's such a badass.
Why are they doing choreography?
Oh, he's got. I hate the bandana tied around his boot.
He's got the bandana tied around his boot, and he's just dancing like crazy.
Worst bad guy ever.
Why is this in the movie? I forgot about this scene.
I did too.
It's
The dance
so
montage.
bad. That's pretty much the dance montage.
And Molly was...
And then
She was cute though.
She had no tits.
That's all
it
right.
didn't matter back
I needed
then.
big tits when I was younger.
was,
The bigger, the better.
Jesus.
I don't mind B cups. I think they're nice.
I said when I got older, I realized you don't need big monster tits, you idiot. There's more to a woman. She had nothing going on in front. Yeah.
Then there was the Emilio Estevez dancing scene, which was a douche chill. And then just when they're talking, it's, when you get older, your heart dies. I don't want that to happen. Oh,
I don't remember that.
Shut up. Shut up, you whiny fucks.
Why was the movie so good then?
I think
What
it
year
was
was
good
that?
at the time.
83 or something?
Yeah, that's an old ass
right.
fucking
That is
movie.
like that.
That's
It was
about right, maybe.
It was like the coming of age movie.
Yes,
Oh, I
coming of
hate
age.
coming of age
I
movies.
say
85?
coming of age.
85. So that's what, 27 years ago. Hello. Hello, everybody.
Yeah, Judd Nelson I found to not be believable. Like he was not a good. I thought
No.
Emilio was good as a jock.
Really?
Because I thought the one monologue he had was at least good about the shame that kid must have felt telling his father. I thought that was a good scene.
I laughed at that.
Did you?
Hilarious.
It was a good scene.
Tell his father that his asshole was taped shut
His
by a
ass
bunch
hair
of
got
jocks.
ripped off. How embarrassing!
Ass hair got ripped out of his ass.
Well, the reason why the movie did so well was because everyone could look at one of the characters and go, "That's me. I'm being represented."
Which one did you think you were?
Everybody that thought they
Come
were
on.
Judd Nelson was Anthony Michael Hall.
I wanted to be Emilio, but I was definitely
Molly.
Anthony or Michael Anthony Hall. Anthony Michael Hall.
Anthony Michael Hall.
I was the fucking nerdy fucking idiot in school. Absolutely. It was probably fucking Judd.
Oh, man.
You were Judd.
No,
You know
Aunt
what?
was Ali Sheedy. Just a dark, creepy girl.
That's me.
No, you were a combination. You could do combos too. You were a combo of Judd and Anthony Michael Hall, I would say.
Yeah. Well, Judd Nelson wasn't that tough of a tough guy. You saw in the movie he really wasn't a tough guy. When he was confronted, he backed right down.
I was a combo of Anthony Michael Hall and Emilio because I had to play a lot of sports. What is your combo, Jim?
I was a combination.
I don't know if we can find a combo in this.
Yeah, you can. I wanted to be Judd Nelson,
right?
But I was Anthony Michael
You
Hall.
were too, right?
Yeah,
We all
but I
were.
also kind of thought that I was like dark and interesting, like Ali Sheedy. And I would have fantasies about saying great monologues like Emilio Estevez.
That's a South Jersey Rick makes a great point. Anthony was the janitor in the basement.
Oh.
That's who I can relate to. The janitor.
Anthony was the kid whose asshole hair got ripped off in the story.
Yes. Janitor.
Can't believe they ripped your asshole hair out, Anthony. My fat wife Susan has no hair on her ass because she's Asian.
Lieutenant Dan.
Breakfast Club, Forrest. Have some breakfast, stupid.
I didn't like watching Breakfast Club. I
It
liked
was-
that 16 Candles when it first came out.
That's pretty boring, that fucking movie.
16 Candles?
Yeah, I always get these confused.
Really?
Which one's which? And
Wasn't
then you
there
watch
more-
16 Candles and realize it's fucking...
But the Donger
sucks.
made it fun, didn't he?
The who?
Yeah, I guess so.
I guess the movie doesn't hold up.
It's kind of fucking... I don't know.
And then she has the birthday cake with the fucking stud at the end. Ugh.
Does he just fuck the shit out of her and
Well, they don't show you that
dump
part.
her?
You know he was trying to get his fingers smelly.
Oh, yeah. Get a little on his finger.
But they gotta, they gotta keep it nice. It's Hollywood.
Yeah.
That's the only reason he went to that house with that dumb cake.
What year was that? Like that and Pretty in Pink? Molly Ringwald had Breakfast Club, Pretty in Pink, 16 Candles.
And those, you forget now, but they were all monster movies.
Dude, they were massive.
Monster.
What else did she have? Like, what was that, like 80? I'm going to guess 84 to 87 or 88 or something.
And she played the exact same person. So
Yeah.
in Pretty in Pink, she was the same chick, but she didn't have money. But in Breakfast Club, she was the rich girl.
No, yeah, I think you're right, though.
What was the story of Pretty in Pink? I forget. She was trying to get the popular kid to like her, but she was from the other side of the tracks.
Isn't that that's every fucking movie?
No, because Breakfast Club, she had her choice of guys. That was the conflict there.
Well, that was Breakfast Club, but it's the same movie as 16 Candles. She's trying to get the popular guy.
Yeah, 16 Candles was 84. Breakfast Club, 85. Pretty in Pink, 86. And was there anything like around 87 or 88? Or that was the last of her? That was the last of her, like...
How weird is your career where it's like, you got 3 movies in 3 years. You got to think to yourself, oh, fuck, this is going to last forever. What was her next movie?
After Pretty in Pink?
Yeah.
A TV series called Tall Tales and Legends, and then a movie called PK and the Kid.
Oh boy. Kind of a drop-off.
She did that series with Bill Burr. Does anybody remember Bill and her? Did the Townies she was in.
I don't care.
That was probably after 2000, though, I think.
Jesus, Molly.
Yeah, Molly, what happened to you?
Christ, Molly.
What happened to you, Molly? Where are you?
Well, she got it back on track, right?
Fucking Illuminati took a career away.
Yeah, you probably because you put the fucking money in the bank, right, Molly? Half squinting and psychotic. He doesn't even realize she's left the room. Crazy Bill is just yelling at the wall.
Fucking Bill is crazy.
Oh, then she went with the pickup artist. That was supposed to be her big comeback movie a mere couple years later.
Oh, boy.
That fell flat. All right, but she must have came back eventually. Then what?
For Keeps.
Oh, boy. No, that didn't do well.
Oh, God, it's her and Who and a Baby.
Yeah,
that was
didn't do
88.
well.
Nothing from 88 is good to look back on.
No.
Keep going. She had to have the comeback.
She was in King Lear.
What's that one?
Fresh Horses.
Oh, boy. No.
Wow, this
Cincinnati,
is really not working out.
It's a Cincinnati college student breaks off his engagement to his wealthy fiancée after he falls in love with a backwoods Kentucky girl he meets at a party. Now, that's 1988, so she's probably 20 or whatever.
Never heard of that movie either.
No.
So you get 3 big hits, so they give you at least 10 more movies to try to turn it around again.
Yeah.
What was the next one?
Women and Men, Stories of Seduction.
Oh, my
made
God.
for TV.
No fucking idea. What's the next one?
Strike It Rich.
Oh, my God. What year are we up to now?
Look at that cover.
90.
Oh, that's
90?
By 90, she's completely done.
Yeah.
Go back. Let's see. Where's the rest of her movies?
She doesn't look like that now, does she?
Betsy's Wedding.
That was with Alan Alda, I
Something
believe.
to Live For.
Go to Betsy's Wedding.
Go to Betsy's Wedding,
Was
Sam,
Alan
before you
Alda in that
remove
one?
this.
Is that the one?
Yeah, good call. It is him.
Yeah, I think that was supposed to be her big comeback movie.
Yes.
And they dragged Alan Alda in there to help her out.
What?
But I don't think it did that well.
It's my daughter. Yes.
Yes. And then Face the Music. Some folks, what?
Call it a sling blade.
Oh, the Sling Blade.
Oh.
Short.
Oh, my God.
Oh, she was in the short of Sling Blade. That's right.
Was that really
I think she was the reporter or the one that was writing the story.
Could you
on
click on that, Sam, before I touch you?
That was before the movie came out?
Yeah.
But who's playing
So
him?
at that point, she's doing independent
He's
shit.
playing him.
Oh, wait, Billy Bob and J.T. Walsh are in this?
Yeah, it's the short that they actually finally made Sling Blade out of.
I've never seen this.
Oh, it's the beginning part. It's only the part where they're in the hospital and the girls come to talk to him and interview him, and he tells the story about...
But you got to remember, it was before we knew who Billy
Gilder.
Bob was.
Yeah.
We didn't know him yet.
No.
So she was doing some independent shit to get
Yeah.
her career back on track.
Yep.
So this is so Sling Blade. Well, she's not in the movie Sling Blade, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, they got some
Put
other
it back,
shit.
Sam.
Stop it. And then, of course, wow, the next one is The Stand, where she was actually the love interest of Gary Sinise.
Oh, no kidding.
My fat wife's got red hair on her pussy. So we were watching the Honeymooners, and someone said, "Get a load of fatso," and she ran in the room and said, "Who's talking to me?" Forrest, your wife has AIDS. You really are stupid. That hooker was right.
AIDS-y.
AIDS-y and fatso. Get a load of fatso and AIDS-y.
See, we brought it right back around. How amazing are we? That's a full circle right there.
Exactly.
Townies was 96.
Townie.
Wow.
So, but she had those 3 in a row, man. Unstoppable, some would say.
Yep. She was.
3 underscore days. Horrible Twitter name, brother. Horrible. How are we going to remember that? 16 Candles has the best boobs on a boob double ever. What scene? Who showed the boobs in 16 Candles?
I don't recall.
Could you go to Mr. Skin or something like that?
And which one was Ducky in?
Ducky was Pretty in Pink.
Oh. What did he want to do?
Nothing for literally 15 years, and then he got 2.5 Men.
I don't know. That looks like Molly Ringwald.
Oh, right.
But he literally was dead in the water. I remember when me and Aunt first started on radio, he was wandering around the museum we were broadcasting at. Do you remember this?
Who?
The Ducky guy. I don't know his real name.
yeah.
John Cryer, right?
Yeah.
John Cryer showed up at the thing, even though he wasn't scheduled, hoping that someone would interview him.
Someone would talk to him.
He had no career for well over a decade, and now look,
yeah.
he's one of the highest paid fucking sitcom stars.
He had a couple of really lousy pilots and stuff. Wow.
Unbelievable. I swear to God, Caroline Mulford had to flunk about 9 grades. Truly makes me ill. She's perfect.
That's all right, man.
What?
I don't remember that from 16 Candles. Do you?
No. What am I, a homo?
Oh, I like that noise. Oh.
Wait, John Cryer. Is 2.5 Men coming back with Kutcher?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, they're doing okay.
Okay.
You know, not as good as when Charlie was there, but enough to keep the show going.
Oh, I got eggs instead of tuna, so I got to eat them before they get cold and rubbery. Nothing worse than fucking cold eggs.
I'll tell you what's worse. Having to leave today at 8 to do fucking jury duty.
Oh, Jimmy.
I can't do it. I'm doing red eye tonight. I can't do it.
No.
Well,
I'm not giving up a fucking TV appearance, writing for a TV appearance.
No, you're not going to be there all day.
But I have to write. I mean, I
see what you're saying.
I get the topics. You have to write. You can't just walk in cold.
Oh, I know.
You can't just act like a lunatic. They're onto all that shit.
Oh, I won't.
You got to be a little more clever down there these days.
Yeah.
I don't know what you could do. Maybe you want some suggestions? How to get out of jury duty? We could do that next.
Tell them you're on this show. There's a good chance that
usually
they will not
that usually
take you.
helps.
Really?
Yeah.
If they're a fan or not a fan, you're usually out.
That's what happened to me. They knew what the show was.
There's enough shit to Google.
Yeah, I mean, one of the guys was a listener.
Right.
Like one of the lawyers, one of the attorneys.
Right.
So he was
How
a
long were you
listener.
there for?
I got there probably around 8, and I was out by noon.
All right, I
See,
can
the
handle
problem
that.
is you're going to have to sit in the big room. You can't even plead your case. You go up to the big desk, and they're like, yeah, because everyone has a story.
Yeah.
So you have to just fucking sit there for a while.
Did you see the video about jury duty that they play?
No, they didn't give us a video.
Oh, man, it was great.
Really?
Oh,
it might be worse in the city, too. I don't know.
So bad.
Because mine was in Westchester.
Yeah, I'm hoping I can talk to somebody because not only am I on this radio program every day, and am I doing Red Eye tonight, but I'm leaving Thursday to do Irvine, and it's like if I get put on something, what am I going to cancel a gig? Of course, I can't do that.
You should bring in one of those daddies.
Oh, TS?
Yeah, bring in one of the, train.
Oh, this is
trannies.
With my lady friend. My lady friend, Gil.
Right.
Gil.
Well, should we break so we can eat some eggs and shit?
Yes, please.
Sirius XM. This is the Opie and Anthony Show.
So what did everyone do over the weekend? You do anything yet?
Nah, I stayed home.
Just chilled out.
Stayed home, chilled. I chilled.
Yeah.
And we'll just watch crappy television. That's what I do. I realized I watch like the same 4 things. And then during the time that the same 4 things are on, I just rally around the guide looking for something better that never
Rally
is
around the
on.
guide.
That's it. Just fucking... And I realized nothing is really on.
What are the 4 shows? Toddlers and Tiaras. Well, are you a Honey Boo Boo fan?
Well, nah, I watched a couple episodes. If I stumble across it, I'll probably watch it, but I don't search it out.
I love the show. So easy to goof on, but it's a great show. That family's pretty fucked up. You know what I like about Honey Boo Boo? Every time they show the house, they show the train going by.
Yeah, the train.
How close are they to the train?
It's like a foot away from their house, it looks like.
What a horrible, horrible house they got.
Yeah.
I would imagine in the area they live, they probably could have got a shitty house away from the train tracks.
Yeah.
Did you see the episode where she pulled the sock off and showed her
forklift?
Did you see the bugs around it?
Yeah.
What
the
bugs?
fuck? She had like
Did you
bugs
find that scene?
in her toenail, and oh, it was disgusting. She fucking disgusting.
How do you get that, and how do you just allow bugs to be around your big toe all the time?
Ew, insects?
Dude,
Yes.
I don't know what the fuck it was. It looked like
gnats.
little ants or something.
Yeah.
Like tiny little ants. She pulled the sock off because she walks around with the sock on at all times, which can't be good. And then, is this the scene? It's a shitty fucking version. Why isn't this stuff online? What's wrong with TLC?
I don't know.
And did you watch the conjoined twin show yet?
No, I haven't seen that one yet.
All right, here we go. Her foot was run over by a forklift. And look at the bugs.
Look at there's bugs in it. Did you see?
Wait, go back.
Go back. Go back. Look, there's fucking...
Should we wake up Dr. Steve? How is that possible?
Sam!
It'll show again.
See the bugs?
Ew!
What is that? What'd they say?
Where are all the gnats around it?
She said because, but they're like living under the nail.
It looks
They're
like
nesting.
it looks like it. Why didn't they explain that?
Because they just figured you would know. It's because she's a disgusting
They're
fucking
all
mess.
running around her toe. How would you? Why would he sleep with her and fuck her?
Oh, because Sugar Bear is a mess too. Sugar Bear is on something. Many suggesting it could be the crystal meth. Because he sits on the couch for the interviews when they're interviewing the whole family, and his eyes will roll back into his head.
Yeah, roll back in his head. And he just like looks at it. The family is like, ugh.
Horrible.
Does anyone know what that bug thing's about?
Fuck, man.
Do you know what the bug thing's about? Should we get Dr. Steve on the phone?
It's about the most disgusting fucking thing.
Anybody helping you out down there? What's the bug thing about?
No, I'm not seeing any help, really.
Because wouldn't that drive you nuts if you knew bugs were living in your big toe?
Dude, they were running around and in and out. It's like an anthill that got disturbed. There's a lot of them. Nesting.
Gnats. Like the second she pulled her sock off, they just fucking...
I think she's only 38.
I don't even think she's that old.
She's a monster, dude.
I don't think she's that old.
Well, she has a 17-year-old that she had. Oh, yeah, you're right. She might be like
She's
32.
Yeah.
I think it is. Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, she's 32. Oh, and she just looks horrid.
Oh,
damn, is she bad?
And Honey Boo Boo's sister had a baby with 3 thumbs.
Yeah. Another fucking inbred white trash fucking thing going on.
How do you get the 3 thumbs?
Ew.
Oh my god, I see pigs everywhere.
What is this? Just a clip?
Your mama.
Oh, who gives a fuck?
Looking at mama.
We want the clip with the bugs.
The bugs.
I want to know what the bugs are about. Should we wake up Dr. Steve? You trying? E-Rock, wake that guy up. We want to know why there's bugs living under a big toe.
Well, it all depends on what the toe is exposed to. A lot of times the gnats will eat discarded skin.
Yeah.
And it's actually good for the toe. That can't be good.
I'm sure it's because it's fucking like a disgusting wounded thing,
or is it dead?
The second she pulled her sock off, bugs just fucking.
You think that's what happened?
Went on it. Yeah, they were gnats. I think they were winged gnats. A gnat.
Oh my god.
Nope. I know a guy down the sewer, Nat Birnbaum. He don't spell it like that. He don't spell it with a G.
Oh, what are your shows then? The 4 shows.
Well, Pawn Stars. I gotta watch that Pawn Stars these days.
Even though it's the same fucking scenario every time.
Every single time.
They found their formula.
Seinfeld. I'll always
I'll
always put Seinfeld on. I just can't stop. I'm addicted to it. It's crazy.
That's true. History Channel.
Yeah, History Channel has a lot of good shows. I've noticed the History Channel though really steering clear of history. It's like they were doing some kind of UFO shit this weekend, like ancient astronauts, that whole thing. Ancient astronauts.
Nice.
Yeah. So I was watching. I like the History Channel. Anything on there. I don't know. They kind of rotate the amount of shows that I watch. It's but I always come back to the same like shows every fucking day. Mm-hmm. You just look for something else. There's nothing there. I'm pissed off at that Me TV because they took Cannon off at 11 o'clock in the morning. I usually would go home and take my little nap before the trainer comes over, and I'd watch Cannon. Cannon, a Quinn Martin production. They took that off, so now I'm all angry. They put on stupid fucking Rockford Files.
Oh, God.
I know.
Oh, my God.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
I like shows about unsolved mysteries. You know, there's a bunch of big, huge rock balls in the middle of a forest somewhere, and they don't know how those were made either.
Yeah?
Yeah. I know I'm being vague, but I'm going to now look it up.
I heard some crazy shit.
Huh?
I heard some crazy shit on that ancient alien thing yesterday, and it was really ridiculous. They're talking about these
You think that's
weapons,
bullshit?
these weapons that were in Russia, and then they sank into the fucking ground, and it's leaving radiation, and I don't know. I'm not buying any of that shit. There'd be something. There'd be something.
I'm trying to find this thing.
And that fucking, because 9/11's tomorrow, you know, so there was a lot of 9/11 specials on, and there's this fact or fiction thing, and I had that on for 1 minute, and I wanted to shoot my television.
Why?
Because one of those fucking loose change cocksuckers.
Oh, really?
Was yapping. And they had demolition experts come in and destroy a building and show how it's done with the explosives and the prep work that it takes to have a controlled demolition of a building is insane. It's insane, the prep work. And they were saying a skyscraper could take 4 months of just prep work before they're ready to bring it down. And these motherfuckers were saying, well, of course they're saying that. A lot of these demolition crews do work for the government, so like they're in on it.
It's just
like they're in on it. And then the other thing they were saying was, well, that's the old technology, because they destroy the building, and then the demolition guys are walking around the site going, there is so much evidence that this was a controlled demolition. He goes, look, there's cord, like that primer cord stuff laying all over, pieces of the shit that they used to fasten the explosives. The I-beams have been cut with these shape charges. All this evidence that you could tell it was demolished by explosives by a professional company. And then the dumb loose change people, well, they're using newer technology. It's top secret technology that destroyed that building. It's not the consumer level that they're using. So they explain it by saying there's a secret way to do it. A newest, bestest secret way.
But that's like getting mad at 13-year-olds, because they all are little baby boys and baby girls who are mad at mommy. But you can't. I've stopped even getting mad at them because they're so valueless in their opinions.
I couldn't help but get angry because I'm just like the proof is right there. There's so much. There's no evidence to support their side except for their dumb, fucking worthless bullshit.
I understand why JFK conspiracy theorists think that. Like, I don't think that they're morons for thinking it could be a conspiracy.
Right.
I get it.
Yeah.
But it's on 9/11. Anyone that thinks it was a conspiracy that involved the government or the controlled demolition, he's just a dumb motherfucker. Like, you're dumb.
So many fucking people would have had to be involved. You're an idiot.
They don't believe the planes actually hit the building. So what did all those people say?
Yeah, that's another thing. Oh, they got off in fucking Cleveland.
But then what hit the buildings that everyone saw?
Oh, the government made plane. It's like little children. It's like a game of Dungeons and Dragons. It's like you just make things up.
Make things up. It's like Iraq's fan fiction.
Right.
It's just made up.
Yeah. Well, the Ultimate Warrior and the Hulk were in the plane, and they flew in and jumped out.
Well, we all know the Hulk was responsible. I've seen videos of Hulk peeking out behind the building.
I did this for
Where
you.
are you going? I did this for you.
I did this for you. Fucking hilarious. Oh, gosh. Oh.
When's the new iPhone out? It's soon, right?
Yeah, another week or so, I think.
Yeah, they announced it on Wednesday.
Oh, it hasn't been. You can't even pre-order it yet?
No.
Oh. There's someone's got to find this website I was at, and it's all these like mysteries that are unsolved. And there's a bunch of big fucking rock balls, perfect balls in the forest somewhere that I want to bring to your attention. And I can't find
balls.
I can't find the site. It's driving me nuts.
Oh.
And then it's all those. Another one is the lights out there. I think it might be Arizona that just hover.
Yeah,
hover
lights.
above the ground, and they still don't know what the fuck that is.
Scary.
They're acknowledging it's something, but they can't figure out exactly. There's theories on what it is. Anyway, it was.
When I take my motorhome trip next summer out to the desert, I'm going to check all that shit out.
You should check that out.
I am. Going to Roswell, bitches.
But are you really?
Yeah, I'm just going to go out west.
So Roswell? There's nothing there.
I don't care. I'm going to
fucking a balloon fell there once, and they built the whole shit town around it. That's right here where the alien heads were. No, they weren't.
A balloon fell. It did.
But you'll be in the desert.
I don't care. I like the desert.
I like driving through the desert.
Yeah,
it's cool. I only did it a couple times, but I thought it was cool.
Stone balls of Costa Rica.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
So yeah,
it's got stone balls,
and they don't know why these fucking balls are in the middle of the woods in Costa Rica. And who built them and all that shit. And I never heard of the balls that Costa Rica.
How big are they?
Some are really big, and some are like bowling balls and stuff.
Yeah.
But they get really big as well. Like, why? Look at that one. That one's got to be 7 foot high.
Spherical.
7 to 8 foot high, and it's perfectly round.
No one knows where they came from?
No. Just laying around the fucking forest of Costa Rica.
Crazy.
That's what I'm getting at. What is the theory on that? Look at it. Just a bunch of balls. rock balls, and they can't really figure out how they would have been able to engineer those.
Really?
Yeah, because they're perfect.
How old are they?
About 10, 20 years. I think from the 70s. I don't know.
The stones are believed to have been carved between 200 BC and 1500 AD.
How the fuck do you do that?
But
with primitive tools, Ant?
Well, you know.
How do you do that?
You know.
But they don't have any idea.
By the way,
I think we had some shit on this planet, and something massive happened.
You think?
Yeah. Yeah, I think some shit that was here before us, man.
You see how time is looked at? We're not sure of the date. Somewhere between 200 BC and 1500. They give like a 1700-year window.
Yep, that's exactly what we were talking about.
The other day. Like,
is that bad?
No, but it's kind of the way you look at time. Like, yeah, it was anywhere between. You never hear it was either between 230 BC and 227 BC,
and that's completely acceptable.
Yeah,
that's how many generations would have to live in that time period where they're like, no, it's in that period.
Yeah, 17 or 18.
What else do we know about the balls of Costa Rica? Nothing?
Not much.
No?
The balls of Costa Rica.
I wish I fucking could find this goddamn link. I'm on so many fucking things on my phone. I was flipboarding that, and I don't know where the fuck it was, but there was other ones that were pretty cool too. They had the Zodiac Killer. That's another mystery, obviously never solved.
Mystery.
They had the D.B. Cooper thing.
Yes.
They had the hovering lights.
They keep thinking they're getting close to D.B. Cooper, too. Amelia Earhart's another one that they think they're getting close to. There's an expedition out now. There's a famous photo of what they think is her airplane wheel with the undercarriage sticking up. Was taken on a ship years ago.
They were saying that what they believe happened now with Amelia Earhart is she landed her out-of-fuel plane or
on an
like
malfunctioning
plane on an island, landed on the beach. Whether it was a nice soft landing or busted up the machine a little bit, still to be determined. And then the water just pulled the plane into the ocean.
Wow.
And that was it. And they found like some of the plane parts in the water.
So what happened to her?
They found some kind of freckle cream
bottle or something,
that she used to use.
Freckle cream?
Yeah, she hated her freckles.
Oh, so she covered that shit up?
She covered her freckles.
Really?
And they found that.
So she was a ginger?
Oh, yeah. She was quite the ginge.
They think her and her guy probably, the guy,
Yeah, she was with a co-pilot kind of guy.
I heard she got a really bad case of poison ivy that she just never got over.
Really?
Yeah, as they were in the jungle looking for bananas to eat.
She wiped her hiney with it?
Yeah.
Wiped her hiney with it.
She never recovered.
So they think they probably lived out their lives on this island, just never found.
Yeah, never found.
If they lived, that
If
is.
they lived at all,
Do they wander around the island to see if you could live out your life on the island?
There's nothing much on that island. It's not
So
like
how
a
are
movie.
you living out your life?
I think you're just dying of starvation. Their life was a week.
But they romanticized and said
Probably.
They lived out their life
Yeah.
here. But when they have more signs of what she was doing on the island?
You'd
Maybe
think,
the weather will blow it
but,
away after all these
that's
years.
some harsh fucking weather out there, I bet.
Yeah.
I betcha.
It didn't affect the balls of Costa Rica.
No.
Oh, Dr. Steve only has a few minutes. Dr. Steve.
Hey, boys.
How are you, sir?
Sorry I'm late.
We have the Honey Boo Boo. We got the mom. I don't know her name. The mom on that show. She has a forklift toe, meaning she had a forklift run over her toe, and the toe's pretty much dead or really fucked up. They showed the toe on Honey Boo Boo the other night, where she took off her sock that she wears constantly, and the toe was pretty fucked up, and there were a lot of bugs around it.
Yeah.
Bugs. Now, would the bugs appear immediately when she took the sock off, or are these bugs living in the wound?
Well, they may be living in the wound. There's
how the fuck you get rid of that?
Well, first you have to seek medical care, and you have to have good hygiene.
Good hygiene.
She may have a thing called subungual myiasis, which is a great thing to Google image on, and that's where you have damaged tissue under the toenail, and flies like the smell of dead tissue, so they get in there and they lay eggs, and then you get maggots under the toenail.
These were like very tiny. They called them gnats on the show, but I don't know. They look
Well,
kind
the other thing that's common to lay eggs under the toenail are chiggers.
Oh, boy.
Oh, shit.
Jesus Christ. Dr. Steve.
God,
Dr. Steve. Come on now.
Love the chigger.
I think the scientific name for chigger is Tunga penetrans.
Oh,
and they will penetrate the skin or tissue under the toenail, and then they'll grow. So they'll lay their eggs and they'll grow under there, and they'll crawl around. And they separate the toenail from the toe, so there's space in there for stuff to get in.
How do you sleep at night with this all this racket under your toenail?
Yeah, knowing there's chiggers under your toenail.
Right.
How do you doze off?
Yeah.
Yeah, so what they would normally do is remove the toenail and clean out all the dead skin and stuff, and then the problem solved. But
right.
Sounds like she's not seeking appropriate medical care.
Well, she's a big TV star now, so she probably should, right?
Oh, and such a good representative of Southern culture. Jesus,
yes.
makes us all look like.
You know what I can't stand? When I see a nice girl with a chigger on her arm.
Oh, boy.
It's just on her. Ugh.
It's gross.
Disgusting. Yeah. If you ask me.
Such a fucking asshole. Oh, jeez. Well, I gotta get my kids to school. But
hey, lucky you.
I was just going to tell you, if you want to make Bobby puke the next time, Google oral myiasis. That's where people have such bad dental care that they have maggots growing and living in their mouth.
What? Where's this?
It's MYIASIS.
Yeah, we have it. Let's look it up, Sam, on YouTube or videos.
Should we do videos? Or just
I can't watch this kind of shit.
We're looking at a pink napkin or whatever with bugs on it or something.
Why does it have bugs on it?
Because they just took it out of someone's fucking mouth.
What? Why do they have bugs on this thing?
Abscess. And these are all the flesh-eating worms.
They're pulling the bugs out and putting it on the paper?
They like the putrefying gangrenous flesh.
How the fuck do you get bugs in your gums?
You know how bad her breath must be?
Oh, my God.
Hey, bug breath.
They use it to intentionally keep these.
I can't watch.
How do you get this, Steve?
Just bad.
This is scarier than Slender Man.
Not brushing your teeth.
It is coming in which mode now?
It gets to the point where you got bugs in there?
Yeah, what happens is they'll get like really infected, dead sockets and stuff, and then sleep out on the street with your mouth open. And the flies will get in there and lay eggs, and eventually they'll hatch, and you'll get maggots, crawling around inside your mouth.
Why is this guy's elbow breathing?
Oh, fuck, I can't
What
even
is
look
a
at that.
moving wound? This has 12 million views. What is a moving wound?
Well, the moving wound may have botfly larvae under it.
Botflies?
How do you get to the point where you got a huge... How big was that? That was like a pancake-sized wound on his elbow, and it's breathing.
Yeah.
By the way, in this thing where they show you other videos, and after moving wound, the bottom right one is Dice on CNN. Like, how does that come up with moving maggot wounds?
That's funny. All right. Have a good day, boys.
All right.
Wait, you're going to leave us hanging with the moving wound?
Yeah, I'm leaving you hanging with that.
He's a busy man.
All right, next time.
Okay, I'll see you.
Next time we'll learn about moving wounds.
I've seen footage of that. Could you get more
That thing was
videos?
breathing. It was going up and down.
I can't.
Or on my arm?
Up and down drastically, too, not just a little bit.
I can't.
You want to take a look at it again?
No, I
You
can't
sure?
look at any of this shit. It makes me woozy. Gives me the heebie-jeebies.
The heebs and
as
the
they
jeebs.
call it. The heebie-jeebies.
Leeches in nose. India. That's where all these things are.
Of course
fucking
they
India.
are. Fucking India.
Because so many people live in
Disease
garbage
fucking
there.
continent over there. Oh.
Look at this. Out of the nasal cavity.
Oh,
They're pulling a nest of maggots.
Okay, I can't.
And they're clinging to the inside of the nose. They don't want to let go.
Leave.
God.
Home sweet home.
Look at this.
Some Indian's nose.
How disgusting is this?
Oh, God.
I would be picking my nose all day long.
Oh, God, I would just be digging. I wouldn't eat it, though.
Oh, God.
Let's see.
How do you get How do you get fucking flies living in your fucking schnoz?
Captain, they put creatures in our bodies.
And you can see it's bleeding because the maggots are hanging on and feeding.
Oh.
This is horrendous. This is one of the worst videos I've ever seen. Would you suck this guy's nose?
Oh, God. Stop it. Do you think he blew his nose and saw a maggot and was like, I better go to the doctor?
Yeah.
Wow,
that's terrible.
Right. Enough
is
of that
terrible.
shit. I can't.
fucking bugs living on you. We all have bugs on us. I know people will say that, but I mean, you don't want to be able to see them when your socks come on.
Microscopic ones.
Yeah.
The microscopic bugs.
Mike?
Yeah. We were talking about you before the show, Jimmy. You know, the pizza guy that picked up Obama over the weekend?
Yes.
We felt like it was your character, Josh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, because he's all like, before he picks him up, he's all, oh, he's so annoying.
How are you allowed to pick up the fucking president like that?
I think that they would I'm going to guess they were joking around, and Obama's attitude, and he probably just grabbed him, and I don't. What made Secret Service
not wrestle him to
They might have felt the vibe was like,
Well, he could have body slammed him.
Yeah.
Well, when the president goes into, let's say, in this case, a pizza joint, it's a safe zone. They already have it checked out, you know, up and down. And then they get a few people in there to make believe, no, man, he just walked into the business.
Yeah.
So they knew everyone in there, you know, there's not much they could do.
But it's still kind of fucking crazy.
Dude, he just picked him up.
I know. You don't see anybody moving forward to make sure, you know, it's all
That's
on the
intrusive. This guy's a fucking one of these alpha male shit.
You don't like the alpha males?
No.
How are you? Come on, you guys. She froze up on me already, man. Come on. It's one of my workers, Jess.
They had their arms around each other.
Let me tell you, Scott, you were like the biggest pizza parlor owner I've ever seen, man. You have no idea. Look at this guy. Everybody, look at these guns.
Pointing out his guns.
His big arms.
This guy's in good shape. Now he's doing the
joking
Josh
around,
thing.
shaking hands. He hugs him, and now he picks Obama up.
Right. Yes. Just picking up the president, giving him that bear hug where he lifted him off the feet.
Man, are you a power lifter or what? I don't know.
Don't have to be. Lift your skinny ass.
Good to see you, man.
I think
this guy just loved touching the president.
You see You see the end of that? He was going to go for the ball thing, where you just tapped the ball.
That looks so silly. That's how the guy is. He's just like that.
I want to pick Sam up. Let Josh pick you up.
I don't want Josh to pick me up.
Josh.
I don't want anything to do with Josh.
Josh.
Obama's really skinny, huh?
Yeah.
He kind of has that like Chris Rock body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, he's just fucking.
By the way, that's the best meeting the president video ever. No one who's ever met a president on video has a better president meeting video than that.
You think that picture will be in his pizza shop forever?
Oh my
Him lifting up the president?
And fucking the girl freezing up taking the picture.
Yeah.
I would risk getting fired in front of everybody. I would just ask him for a picture. Because they're probably like, don't ask for pictures. But I would just do it. It's like, who cares if you get fired from the pizza joint?
Oh, you would. You would definitely ask.
Yeah. Joshing around. Hey.
Oh. And now is that going to be like the new thing now? To pick up the president?
I hope so.
They're all going to bash people in the head for trying it?
Yeah.
It'll be, what
the
are they
Secret
called?
Service.
Hinckley wanted to pick up fucking Lennon. I mean, Reagan.
Oh, boy.
They'll turn this into something, because it's like everyone was Tebowing, planking.
Yeah.
What was the horse one?
Getting fucked to death by
fucked by, horses. What was it called? Horse,
I don't know.
Where you make believe your fucking head is off your body.
Oh, that's right.
The horse thing from that movie thing, but they had a name for it. And then they did, of course, Eastwooding, where you take a picture of yourself with an empty chair.
So
that's
I'm
funny.
sure-
Headless Horseman.
No, they called it something else.
No, I thought it was a Headless Horseman. That's what Edgar Head is saying.
Horse. They had a cutesy name for it for the fucking internet. Horse. Put a horse in there. Horse. Whatever. Maybe it is just a headless horseman. Maybe that guy is right.
I think it is.
I took a picture of myself, fat Susaning. It's where you stand next to somebody with a big fat head. Tell them it's your fat wife.
It's your titanium legs.
Your titanium legs, stupid.
Your titanium.
Yes.
Use on the space shuttle.
Your space shuttle. Hey, dumbbell and Legos for going out with AZ and Fatso.
I love it. Yeah. A fucking dumbass movie that was, too.
You don't have the name that you came up with?
No, just saying the Headless Horseman.
Headless Horseman? Is that what it's called? So, they'll try to figure out how to capitalize on, bear hugging the president.
Yeah. What a set of bulls to
Not
do
bad.
that. I mean,
So the president got a little bump from the DNC?
I guess so. He's
His
up by
poll numbers are up a little bit?
4%, I think.
Yeah, 4 points, 5 points, somewhere around there.
It's going to be very close, I think, though.
Yeah, that'll come back down to earth a little bit.
It's all the swing states. That's all that matters.
You mean the only states that actually think?
Right.
The only states that actually weigh the and people go, no, here's why it's a swing state. Shut up. If you don't know what they're going to be, if they have to campaign harder in those states because those states are unpredictable, then those are smart states, and the rest of us are fucking dummies.
We're dumb in New York?
New York
dummies
always goes Democrat.
Yeah.
And it's ridiculous.
You're going to leave your house for a wasted vote, Ed.
No, because I'm also going to vote for, other peoples.
That have a real chance?
Yeah, my local elections.
What I mean by that is Mitt Romney has no fucking chance in New York State. Not.
Well, yeah.
Not a chance. Not even fucking. He won't even campaign.
You're right. You know what? It is kind of a wasted vote when you think it. Like people say, voting for a third party is a wasted vote.
Yeah.
But I mean, why isn't voting for Romney in New York not a wasted vote?
It is. You're right. It's a wasted fucking vote.
I think if you vote, it's not a waste.
I'm going to vote this year. I haven't voted since Ross Perot.
Vote.
I'm voting this year.
But also, you're voting in some congressmen, senators, things like that. You got to make sure you pick those motherfuckers.
Is Chucky Schumer up for re-election?
Chuck Schumer. Yuck.
I just like his niece.
You do know they're related, right?
Yeah.
Aw.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
The Amy Schums and the Chuck Schums.
Yeah.
They're related.
Close?
Cousin, I think, or niece.
But I mean close relation. Whether they're close or not is different, but...
Oh, yeah, blood-wise, they're close.
Blood-wise, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He probably watches her on Comedy Central and cringes. Oh, God, I hope people don't link her to us.
Don't make the connection.
Oh, God, look what she's talking about.
That's great.
Harsh stuff.
Good.
Chucky Shoe.
Yeah.
The shoemaker.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. But what is it down to? Like Florida, Michigan, Ohio?
Pennsylvania, no.
Pennsylvania, possibly, right? Not so much, though? Ohio's a big one. I know that.
Ohio. So goes Ohio.
And what, Wisconsin, I think, maybe is one of those swing states?
I don't know.
What are some of those swing states?
I'm going to be super packing over to a swing state, and then we're going to see if the GOP can... All right.
At least we're done with the pep rallies.
I want a picture with Obama. He seems fun to meet. He seems like a nice man.
Nice.
You think?
Yeah, I do.
I think so, too, yeah. Has nothing to do with his policies. I think as a human being, he comes across as a nice guy.
Yeah.
A bit nerdy, like we've said a million times.
Well, yeah. A bit nerdy. Mm-hmm. But, Nevada, Colorado, Iowa, Wisconsin, Michigan, Ohio, West Virginia, North Carolina.
New Hampshire? Or is that Vermont?
Florida.
Which one is that? Which triangle is that up there on the top?
That's New Hampshire.
Oh, it's New Hampshire?
Yeah.
As a swing state.
I guess they're going to be campaigning in Nevada, which is rocking with about 14% unemployment.
That's good, right?
Yeah, it's great.
But isn't a big part of Nevada having high unemployment because the casinos are so big there? A lot of people are not vacationing there anymore.
Oh,
I'm guessing because that's like luxury money to go on a trip to Vegas, and a lot of people just don't. Although I am working Vegas coming up, we had to look for airfare.
That'll help.
It's expensive. I'm hoping to bring the economy back.
Oh.
But it's fucking maybe if you maybe these scumbag airlines cut down the airfare, people would go there.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, something has to be done with that. It's getting just stupid.
But that's where these motherfuckers are going to be campaigning. That's for sure.
By the way, going backwards, for the people that do care because it drives them nuts, it was called horse manning.
Horse manning?
Look up horse manning on the internet.
That's ridiculous.
Like you hide your head, but the rest of your body's showing, and then Jimmy's head pops up somewhere else and looks like your head is off your body.
That doesn't make sense. Why they call it horse manning?
It was a big fucking deal on the internet
horseman. Yeah.
But they called it horse manning.
Let's see a picture, Sam. Stop playing around with the website. Goofing off. That's pretty funny.
See, it looks like you're holding your own head on the picnic table.
All right, there's a girl laying back on the picnic table. You cannot see her head. And there's another girl hiding behind the picnic table, which appears to be her head. I've seen a lot of Al-Qaeda videos like this.
Yes.
2 feet away
they're
from
hilarious.
The body.
A lot of horse manning going on.
With one guy.
In Afghanistan. One guy, yes.
Some people try to get creative with their horse manning.
Let's horse man, Sam.
See, look, this guy.
I want to horse man with you.
I don't want to do anything.
Let's josh around and horse man.
Don't touch me. Stop.
Let's horse man.
See, this guy, look, there's the body's over there with no head, and then this guy's putting the head in a bucket.
Oh.
This was really huge.
Is that a Photoshop or is that just where
No, it's 2 people.
Okay.
This was huge on the internet for maybe, I don't know, 8 days.
It's pretty clever, though. God damn it.
But everyone had a horsemanning picture on their Facebook page.
I've never horseman.
If you're hanging with the hip crowd.
Got a horseman,
You
but
got to
you
be
need a friend.
part of the hip crowd.
You need a friend.
See?
You can't horseman alone.
See, we should have done some horsemanning pictures.
Hey, let's horseman. Let's put our faces by each other's penises and
Horse cockmanning.
Oh, radio guys were doing it.
Ah,
Fuck that.
it's wacky.
So now we're not doing it. Fuck
It's wacky.
Fuck that.
Yeah. Pretty zany. I was looking at a site yesterday that had a bunch of those pictures that were just taken but look like other things. Like it looks like the girl's tits are hanging out, but it's somebody's elbow.
Oh, yeah.
Like
There's a whole bunch of those?
Yeah, there's a fuckload of them. It's pretty cool. They're really funny. And then the other thing yesterday that I was totally digging on Twitter was it's like about a 10-minute clip of a bull in Mexico, I guess, or maybe Spain, I don't know, just railing the shit out of people. Just fucking running through the streets and flinging people through the air.
That's sort of like running on the bulls, but they do it a little differently down there. Don't they have a rope on the bull
They
or
have
something?
a rope on him, and if he gets a little too rambunctious, I guess they pull him away.
Oh, that's
or some
great.
Shit.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah,
Fuck.
yeah.
Shitty cultures.
Why do we have to be assholes as humans?
But somebody said,
Jesus
boy, the
Christ.
bulls are getting better at flinging humans.
Right. They've just about had it.
The people are trying to run. The bull comes in on them, full speed, puts that head down, and then quickly flips its head up. People go fucking flying. It's hilarious. Love when people get hurt by animals. Love it.
Agreed. But the animals are stupid because they can't figure out anything. After all these years, you'd think they would figure out something. Fuck.
It's always just about brute force, isn't it? They just love it.
You put
what's
it,
up?
what happens?
Somebody just tweeted something pretty. Even though I butchered a joke, I said that this guy had the best president meeting video ever.
Oh, no.
And then somebody twittered, John Hinckley had a better meeting video, which I think is very
Mr. President!
Yeah, there's a few that might be a little better.
Yeah, fair point.
Pleased to meet you. No, I don't go into.
Well, I got to see that video now.
Yeah, it's a pretty good one.
Is it pretty bloody? Pretty violent?
No, not
Do you
really
feel sad
bloody.
for the animal?
Yeah, I always feel bad for the animal. That's terrible.
In those situations, especially, right?
Yeah, but at least they don't have swords in them at that point. You know, I don't know what happens to the thing at the end. I'm sure they kill it.
Yeah, of course.
But it is fucking up a shitload of people, and it's pretty goddamn fun to watch. I love those. That any animal attack videos are great. God, you just watch them all like fucking. When is it coming? When is it? There it is. Ha ha! You fucking idiot.
But what's in their DNA they can't figure shit out? That really just bothers me.
They don't have the divine spark that God put
animals?
into us.
Yeah, why do humans just... I mean, even
God touches. You ever see the painting where God touches the guy's finger and the little spark? That gave us all that.
That's got to
God.
That's got to make you think about some things, though. No.
Yeah, sometimes.
Because you mush down an animal and you mush down a human. There's very similar shit in there.
Oh boy, I know, right?
They're just jostling around. Is it a lion?
Oh, it's a lion. Oh, this
Lion
lion's
attacks
not
journalists?
going to be fun. Lion attack.
Let's go. He's in a cage with the trainer too.
Oh boy, what's it doing?
Is he trying to reason with the
Go
lion?
back. Let's see what happens.
Oh,
What did you do? You missed the attack, Sam?
Just playing.
Playing.
It's just
He's getting. You can see he's scared.
freaking strong.
Oh my God! What would you do if one of those
Panic like he is.
There's nothing you could do. It's he's trying to scratch its belly.
Yeah.
Holy shit! What has he got?
It's got a hold of the reporters. Like it's biting his leg. Oh my God.
Man, it's getting his leg.
Hey!
He's basically eating that guy right now.
It's biting his leg. And it's holding on to him.
Oh man,
But
it
it's
won't
not
let
a
go.
violent attack, and the
It's
trainer.
this slow. Oh no! Oh man!
Oh my God! He goes up near his neck.
How'd you miss this? It's jumping up on him, and the trainer is fucking wrestling it off.
That guy's got to be in a complete panic.
Fuck
Hey, I feel
yeah.
like, can I leave the cage right now?
How about you leave the cage?
I've got to get it.
The guy's now
He's walking
free.
towards
But
the door now.
Oh, he's like, open that fucking door.
Right.
Fuck that.
You got a lion bite.
But I'll say the lion.
Yeah, that was amazing.
That's scary.
Fuck yeah.
Shit falling out of his pant leg.
He has a scratch on his calf, but it put its teeth on. It wasn't like a violent. If the lion wanted to kill him, it could have.
Around with him.
But the lion put its teeth around his calf, and it's like literally if that thing had sunk down, it would have ripped his calf off.
Rip his whole fucking leg right off.
Yeah, he didn't rip any flesh.
No, he was just playing. That fucking was. It was the lion playing.
Yeah, and the trainer, he's like swatting with the trainer now. The trainer's just not scared of him.
How do we survive in the woods with lions?
Oh, that's the earlier part of the clip where he gets a little rambunctious with him. Yeah.
Who does, the guy or the lion?
The lion gets rambunctious with the reporter. See, there's something about that reporter. That lion just wants to fuck with him. Oh, man.
Yeah, but the lion, you think he's fucking with him or trying to kill him?
No, he's just fucking with him. If he was trying to kill him, he'd grab his throat and just fucking kill him.
God, it's funny when an animal attacks and the trainer just ignores, stop, or release, and the lion just continues eating. You're like, oh, yeah, that's right. This could have happened at any time.
Yeah.
How did we get the upper hand on animals? Because there's a time we were all living together outside, and how the fuck did we figure that out?
Yeah, the second we decided to pick a rock up and throw it, that started the whole ball rolling up to what we have now, nuclear weapons.
Our intelligence. That's why we got it, because there's no natural enemies. That's why we have fucking cancer and AIDS and all that shit, because there's nothing else that will kill us, like no predator.
Yeah. You got to figure the first guy that picked up a rock and threw it, and then his neighbor picked up a rock, and he's like, fuck, man, this guy throws a rock further than me. And it's like, how could I fucking fling it further than him? And then he starts thinking, and then you grab like a vine and go, if I swing it around now and throw it like that, I could throw it further. And that guy's like, fuck, man, that guy throws it. But now I got to get a fucking, maybe if I sharpen the rock.
But let me break it down. When you pick up a rock day one, how many days had to go by where people saw rocks and said, oh.
Pretty stupid people, though, back then.
And how embarrassed.
Figure out how to pick up a rock?
No.
How embarrassed was everybody who didn't pick one up?
Right.
Like the one guy throws the rock, and the other people are squatting and holding it in front of them, hiding behind it. They're like, why didn't we think of that? That's such a smart thing to do.
Squatting behind it.
Like they pick up a rock in their bare hand, then just sit behind it, hoping
they go, oh, one guy throws it.
Yeah. That's what I can't wrap my head around.
Yeah.
Like, eventually, they had to figure out that they could pick up a rock.
Yeah.
Something as simple as
throw it. Just go, hey, if I fucking
wait a minute, this rock
throw this thing
or a stick or
hey, that guy was bugging me. I picked up a rock and threw it. It hit him. Yeah. And now he's not bugging me anymore.
Right.
He's laying on the ground bleeding.
I would have loved to go back in time and just watch these idiots sitting around with rocks all around them and not being able to figure it out.
Finally figure it out. Yeah.
So strange.
And then when you really look at the time period and you look at like nuclear weapons and space travel and shit, it's like, wow, fucking all came from some guy picking up a rock.
Right. More importantly, it just comes from the ground in the end.
Everything.
Which is so weird.
Everything. As long as you just dig it up, you mix it, you heat it, you cool it, you stretch it, and then you make a spaceship.
Right.
Out of just dirt and fucking water. Fucking heat.
Thus then, there's not really pollution.
No, everything is what it is. It's all part of the planet.
There you go.
Not like we're getting shit from outer space and bringing it back and making shit out of it.
That would be true pollution.
Yeah, that's your
moon rocks
call
are
your
true pollution.
Right. Everything else though.
So
it's like, hey, I want to make an airplane. Here's some dirt. Here's some trees.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Here's some water. Mm-hmm. You can make a fucking flying machine out of it. It's insane.
I was reading more about the Voyager. That shit is just
Voyager.
Fucked up.
Yeah.
Finally leaving our solar system.
Tumbling through space.
In between stars. What's in between stars?
Nothing. The great void.
But what is that?
Just space.
There's but what do they mean by nothing in between stars?
Just space.
They're actually finding what it is, those little molecules that they're saying everything reacts off of. There is something. We just don't know what it is. It's like we don't know what I think 90% of the dark matter is. We don't know what it is. Yeah. That's why we don't know what most of the, because there's certain things like with universes where the amount of stars should not be keeping all the external stars in the gravitational pull. Like those things should be flying off in a lot of cases, and they're not. So they don't know. They have no idea what is. They're trying to figure it out.
Empty space. Yeah.
We just don't know shit.
It's got to be something.
We know a small percentage. That's it. But they think there's something that everything's reacting off of. Like there's one
God.
There's a well. That's what they think they found the
God particle.
The God particle. They think they have found that.
What?
Finally.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
pretty fucking cool.
Higgs and Bose.
What?
I think it's called Higgs and Bose.
Oh, right.
Again, I'm probably saying that wrong, but
yeah. I saw that trending. Big E wants in badly. A guy named Big E wants in badly. What's up, Big E?
What's up, over in Anthony? Hey, just to let you know, in the Bible, God takes man's domain off of animals, and the animals go crazy on man in Revelation. Check that out.
why? I'd rather read a Stephen King book.
So what happens? The animals are going to get us in the end?
And no, you take out for a minute, and that's one of the curses on men. The animals go crazy. Birds and shit start attacking men and all kind of stuff like that.
Sounds like a Harry Potter novel.
That's where they get the birds and stuff, Hitchcock and all that. That's where they come from.
What? They're attacking humans for what reason now?
God takes man's domain. Men have domain over all animals. And God takes man's domain off of animals, and they attack humans.
Oh, shit.
So, drug deal? Drug deal?
Yeah, drug deal, yeah. You want to hear it?
Fucking goes with it. Biggie, where you calling from?
I'm calling from Houston, Texas, man.
Oh, are you displaced from New Orleans?
No, I'm not one of them.
Oh, okay. How are they, by the way?
Yeah, how are those people?
How are those
doing?
people that went to Houston from New Orleans?
They good. They was crazy as fuck when they first came, but they good.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was some shit, but it's all right.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Are you an Obama guy or a Mitt Romney guy?
I'm an Obama guy.
Ah, why?
Because he black.
See, that's honesty, though.
Yep.
He black.
I hear you, my brother.
How you doing?
Very good, sir.
Are you better off now than you were 4 years ago? That's the big question that Romney's asking.
I actually haven't been doing bad none of the time. But I mean, I don't know.
As long as there's someone around to knock over the head, you're doing fine.
Yeah, what do you do for a living?
Knock Italians over the head.
Knock Italians over the head.
Fucking Big E.
That is fucking good.
I like the Big E. What else can you tell us before we let you go, Big E? Because we got to get Jimmy out of here for jury duty.
Oh, man.
Happy birthday, Jimmy!
Thank you, mister.
You go to Houston ever, Jimmy? You perform in Houston?
I don't draw there. I've done it a couple times. One of many places. Irvine's apparently another place I don't draw. So I'll be making my last Irvine appearances this coming weekend. No, I've gone to Houston, but I just don't do that well there. I mean, the crowds are great that show up, but they're not big.
Isn't that weird? So weird. Some places you're just massive, and others is just like no one gives a fuck.
Yeah, some places I do well.
It's strange how that works.
That is weird.
And that happens with everybody in entertainment.
Most people. Some guys do well.
Some people
everywhere.
do well across the board.
But even
that's got to be really rare.
I'm like a guy like Chris Rock can sell tickets anywhere because he's such a famous dude. But Irvine, I did great the first time I was there. Like packed crowds, amazing. And now this weekend, it's light. So hopefully it'll pick up this week. But there's no rhyme or reason for it.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid.
I got jury duty. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Jimmy.
And Big E hung up.
Bye, Big E.
No, he's done. He hung up on his own. He was scared we were tracing him or something.
Nah, someone else probably had to use the phone online.
Oh, really?
Call their lawyer.
Jimmy's got to go to jury duty.
I don't want to, but I'm going to go down to, I think it's Chambers Street.
Kind of nice down there. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Good people watching.
Well, is it Chambers? Oh, no, it's Center Street. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, Center Street.
111 Center Street. I have to take the subway.
Oh, man.
And I'm going to be a big boy on the train. I'm going to ask somebody to show me where my stop is. Mister, can you help?
Oh.
I don't know where I'm going.
Hey, this isn't the way home.
Mister.
Where are you taking me?
Where are we going?
All right, Jimmy.
Excuse me, your son, your parents got in touch with me, and they want me to pick you up and take you home. There's been a family emergency.
What's the password?
Bloody asshole.
Okay. Yeah, you got to come with me. Your mother hurt her leg. She fell down the steps. She slipped on some Earl.
Okay, mister.
Okay, mister, thanks for telling me. You're very helpful, sir. You're a good stranger. Fast forward.
Hey, oh boy.
Crying into an Aquaman pillow.
Jesus. This guy wants to turn us on to a lion video. Carl in California.
A lion video to show a politician. Fucking way to close it, Chippa.
Unbelievable.
Carl.
Sorry, cracking up on that.
Hi, Jimmy.
Bye, Jimmy. Jimmy will be back tomorrow.
I just discovered one on the weekend. I think you can YouTube. It's African safari lion attacks hunter or something. The guy shoots, the lion charges out of a bush, and about 5 feet in front of the guy, the guy gets 5 feet in front of it. The guy gets the shot off, kills the lion. The lion still lands on him because it's got the momentum. But this thing is
momentum.
All right,
momentum.
I think I might have seen this. It's charging right at the hunter. He gets the shot off, and I think the lion was kind of in the air and lands right on top of him. The guy's freaking out and realizes, holy fuck, he's dead.
Let's see.
I think this is the one.
Stalking.
What's it called?
The lion has crossed over their own tracks.
I say the line there, Carl.
They have become the hunted.
The hunted.
There's a few guys standing around.
Yeah. And they're all whispering now. They're in the bushes there.
But this lion he's gassing it.
So what is he doing? The lion's actually hunting them now? Fuck that. What the fuck do you do?
Shoot him. I guess that's what they do.
Now they're doing like the
all right, they're looking
Elmer
around.
Fudd walk.
They're looking around. All right, they're kind of running a little bit here.
Glimpsing the animals disappear behind cover, they give chase.
All right, they're giving chase.
But the wounded animal doesn't present a shot.
Oh, man.
All right, so they're chasing the thing.
There he is.
They can't really get a shot off.
No. So they're chasing after this wounded lion.
No, the video I saw is short. It's only like less than a minute, and it's not very good quality.
Oh, boy.
It's not good quality?
No, it's not a very good quality video.
Well, he should have used a GoPro. What the fuck?
This is the assessment.
Wait, all right, we got to play this out.
The lion's ominous warning and realizing that a charge is imminent.
All right, this thing's going to charge. Maybe it's the longer version of the video you saw.
Maybe. That's
the one I saw this one.
I mean, most people would tap out of this video. You got to make these things short.
Yeah, no, it gets you in a minute.
Oh, hold on. We're committed to this video, unfortunately. Okay, now they're in shooting position. They're all pointing in an area.
Jeez, they got like 5 rifles on this poor fucking thing.
From the thick cover, the furious cat charges directly for Ronnie Krause.
This might be it. All right, the lion's coming in. Oh, fuck!
Holy shit!
Huge lion.
Is that a longer version of it?
The thing is just committed to fucking take out this guy.
Mouth
from the hip,
open.
Ronnie saves himself from a terrible fate.
That lion is dead instantly, and then the lion goes crashing into the hunter that just shot him.
That's like a Lord of the Rings fucking type thing right there.
Put this on our Facebook page, Opie and Anthony. One word, please.
Holy fuck, that's insane.
I think it's the longer version of the video, Carl.
Yeah, it sounds a bit, it is.
Damn.
You would bet a lot of money that fucking hunter is fucked. And who got the shot in?
He did.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Where did he hit him? Right in the brain.
Oh, I guess so. Yeah.
Wow. And then the thing you could tell is instantly dead as it's in the air, and then it crashes into the guy. Thank you, Carl.
All right, man. Take it easy.
We'll put that on the Facebook page, Opie and Anthony. Check that one out.
Shoots at the line.
Fuck that.
Got a shot off.
You can't
Still slides right in it.
This visual shit is great on the radio. What am I?
Sorry. What can I say? Everyone's got a computer. We talked about it. We told you where you could find it and see it. Deal.
I think you got to work on your imagination.
Right.
So when I used to hear this shit on the radio, you start imagining.
Your imagination.
Use your own imagination, which makes it even better.
It's bigger than your imagination.
That's right. You can't hunt, huh?
I'm not a hunter, no. I don't like hunting. I don't mind it. I don't care if anybody else wants to do it.
Yeah.
But, I like animals. I like animals alive.
When I lived in Western New York, they were always, hunting deer all the time.
Yeah.
I was invited a million times, just couldn't fucking do it.
I don't mind that. And if I had to, like, hunt for food, I'll kill a motherfucker in a second.
Oh, sure.
I'll fucking gut him with my teeth. But, you know, I could just go and get a steak at the store.
What about the hunters that, the big fat fuckers that go in, like, a fenced-in area?
What, big game hunting, things like that?
But it's in a fenced-in area.
Reserve or preserve? I don't give a shit. I don't care.
You're good with hunting across the board?
Whatever, yeah. I don't care. It's just not my cup o' tea, as they say. I get that weird, dark feeling after you kill something. You just kind of feel like...
It wasn't bothering anyone.
Now it's just... It was living, now it's not.
And it's all because
of me. It was
me.
here, and now it's gone. It's
because of me.
Yeah. I don't mind bugs. I'll crush a bug like a motherfucker.
It depends on the bug.
Dangerous encounter with a buffalo. Bunch of kids being charged.
Beast? Well, they keep a safe distance. The West Yellowstone Chamber of Commerce condemned the video, saying the people are very lucky they didn't get hurt. How silly.
Really that crazy?
It's a wild animal.
You should really look out for bison.
Yeah, and everything else. Elk and...
One time I went to Great Adventure. I went to the wild park.
Yeah.
And one of the monkeys broke my antenna.
Oh, I
on your
Great Adventure.
No, I had an antenna on my Celica.
And one of the monkeys
on your car
was very rambunctious.
Yeah. Why was your Toyota Celica near a monkey?
Because I was one of those.
Why were you driving a Toyota?
Because they said
they're just having a good time over there.
My CV joints cost me $220 each. I had that clicking noise, but
oh, shut up. What were they fucking with the bison at what? Yellowstone?
Yeah.
You see bison out there?
Little bison.
So they knew they could get a cool video?
Yeah, I guess so. They're fucking with it.
I remember we had the bison video on our show. I think it was in a parking lot. Came out of nowhere.
Really?
That's one you should look up online. That's a good one.
Bison in a parking lot.
Bison seems like they should be extinct.
Yeah, they have that look, don't they? Well, they almost were.
Bison definitely has that look. Almost like a woolly mammoth.
Yeah. Like it should have been condensed down to something else by now.
We're so used to seeing alligators. Of course, they probably should be extinct, but we just know it. But you don't see bison really a lot.
Bison,
unless you live out out west. Yeah, this one charges some woman in the parking lot.
This bike will need more than...
No, this isn't the one.
This ain't the one? What?
It has 35 views. And we talked about the video years ago, so I would imagine it has more than 35 views.
Well, maybe that's just a copy
a repost.
Yeah, it could be a repost.
Check out the YouTube video, Lion Eats Man. We're done.
We saw that.
Because now it is too visual.
Yeah, you stupid idiot.
A little visual is okay. A lot of visual, then I agree with that guy.
With that idiot.
That idiot, yes. Why don't we take a break and get into some other shit next? Stay there.
Sirius XM. The Opie and Anthony Show.
I know we're going to move on because that's what we do. Ooh. But Brad Buckwalter on Twitter, he goes, some animals have figured out how to stay around for 150 million years, like the dumb horseshoe crabs.
Yeah.
That's another one. Where
What's that all about?
Why are you still around?
Does nothing. Just looks weird sitting on the beach. Those things are prehistoric.
They really are prehistoric,
Yeah.
and most of them are on their back. So how did they survive?
Yeah, they're easily killed.
They roll over and they're done. But they've been able to fucking figure out 150 million years.
Doesn't make any sense.
I think if you've been around 150 million years, you should be able to get off your back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you turn over and you're dead doesn't seem like something that would be a prerequisite to being around this as long as they have.
All right. People are saying we're doing Pot Talk Monday, so let's go with this for a second. How many other animals can't get off their back?
Oh.
Dogs can get off their back. Horses can get off their back.
Well, you got your tortoise.
Every time?
Maybe they can swing it occasionally, but I think if you put a tortoise on its back, it's fucked.
All right, a tortoise and a turtle.
Yeah.
Put them in that category. Horseshoe crab, and then what else? That's pretty much it.
Yeah, horseshoe crabs, there's no way in hell. You got that giant round body and those tiny little legs that can't even reach out over the edge to do anything.
Like a turtle, if something's close, they might be able to use what's around them.
Turtles do that thing like they're on their back, they take their arm, and then they take their head and stretch it out, too.
Yeah.
They like use the top of their head, try to push themselves over.
They got some moves. Horseshoe crab with those little underdeveloped legs.
Underneath, and they're real close to the middle of this thing. Right. They're not even at the edge where maybe they could grab something. They're so fucked.
Could they use that stupid fucking...
Oh, that thing that looks like a stinger but is worthless for defense?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, what if they take that and knock it up?
Maybe they can.
Can they?
Well, then it folds in a bad area where you need some support there. The whole fucking horseshoe crab folds.
Oh, yeah, they got that foldy part, too, that little hinge.
There's no way they should have been around as long as they have.
That thing should have been dead.
Long time ago.
Millennium ago.
Let me say hi to JP in Manhattan. JP.
What up, boys? What's good?
Hey, man.
The narwhal or the narwhal, depending on where you're from.
Yeah.
It's a cross between like a unicorn and a whale, and it shouldn't be alive, and it scares me.
What?
Yeah, that is a weird one. That's that whale with the big fucking horn.
Oh, yeah. Why is that still around? Oh, yeah. And they pop out of the ocean.
I blame it on the blacks, just in case.
Jeez.
And they sword fight? What is that?
Big twisty fucking horns that
How do
come
they
out of them.
survive all these years with that dumb thing getting in the way?
That is something that should not be on any animal in the year 2012.
No, what is it made of? Is it like nail material?
I don't know.
All that shit's like nail material,
nail
right?
material. It's not ivory, is it? Something like that? Or
no,
I bet it's not.
Another one is coming in, and he's not here to defend himself, but it is pretty funny. Scott in Jersey. Scott.
What's up, boys?
Hey.
Hey, the other thing that can't get off the back is James Norton in a tranny club.
Oh. Now.
He's not even here.
But we still love him.
He's on the N train going down to jury duty. He should call in.
Yeah.
I want to see how it goes for him down there. Let's say hi to Joey on Long Island. Joey.
Hey.
What's up, boys?
Hey.
Damn.
Beatles are fucked. Once they're on their back, they're done.
I can't turn over. Really? I never noticed that. I never noticed a bunch of dead beetles on their back.
Beetles are fucked up.
Not dead Beatles, live Beatles. Once they're getting ready to die, they lay on their back and they're done. You just step on them, and that's the end of it.
Well,
how come bugs always die on their back?
I don't know. That's kind of weird.
What is that? Every time you see a dead bug, they're on their back.
A lot of animals die on their back because I think that's just a comfortable position to be in. Hey, there's Sway. I like it, Sway.
The Sways were on the run. I guess he's late.
Late for his show? He's a big TV star doing the fucking VH1 music awards.
Oh, yeah.
Huh?
MTV.
MTV, I said VH1.
Oh.
Same thing, I think, right?
At this point.
Let's say hi to Chris in Pennsylvania. Chris.
Hey, guys. Horseshoe crabs molt, so 99% of those shells you find on the beach are empty. There's nothing in them.
I've seen some with some shit
I've
in
seen
it.
live ones.
Yeah, come on. We lived on the North Shore of Long Island. I've seen a lot of horseshoe crabs in my day.
Stinger moving around.
Yeah. They just should not be around. One stupid wave knocks them on their back and they're dead.
Yeah.
That's dumb.
Dumb looking that thing
Look at how stupid that is. And is it a bug? Is it part of the bug family?
No, that's some kind of fucking... What is it? Is it a crustacean?
Yeah, but you can't eat it. Look, they're useless. They have tiny little legs. They fucking go on their back, they die, and then there's no meat for anyone to eat.
There's nothing on that thing.
They don't contribute shit to the planet.
It's got spikes everywhere.
Yeah.
Wow. It looks like a shoulder pad of some kind of Viking.
And then the shell itself is it's like paper thin.
Yeah, it's all thin.
So
You
they
can
can't
just
even
punch
survive.
a hole in it.
They can't even survive the heel of your foot.
I remember throwing a rock through one of those once when I was a kid.
What,
like just some yellow shit oozed out.
Was it alive?
Yeah.
That goes against your whole fucking hunting thing and killing
shit. Well, you had to learn that killing was bad and made you feel bad by killing things.
Right.
Remember I told that story when I rolled that fucking the tuna can lid.
Right.
That was all gnarly and sharp.
Yeah.
And I rolled it like a wheel over the top of a newt.
Jesus.
And I cut him in half, and it went...
You heard it make a noise?
Yes.
Wait, what's a newt again?
It's like a little...
mousy thing?
Lizard.
Lizard thing? Oh.
It's actually an amphibian.
Yeah?
It's an amphibian.
Oh,
I found him in like the one of the little lakes around Long Island.
But that's how serial killers start.
Yeah. They do it, and they feel good.
Oh.
I did it. I felt bad.
You just felt
See,
horrendous?
there's the difference. When you do it and feel good, you become a serial killer. When you do it and feel bad, you become a human being.
You didn't get that adrenaline rush? Like,
no.
Oh, I got to do this again.
Oh, like the big fucking rod.
Right.
You come in your pants for the first time after you cut something in half. Imagine that. You feel so good that you did it that you're like, I got to do that again.
I got to do that again.
Like sex. It's like you have sex and you're like, oh, that was great.
Right.
Imagine killing something and getting that feeling.
Yeah.
Then you got to just go out and do it again.
I got to start collecting trophies.
Yeah, I was just like, wow, that I don't like that at all. I don't like the way that felt. I hunted rabbits in California. Hunt a little rabbit. And then you shoot him in the noggin, and then you fucking skin him and gut him, and then you put him on the fire and you barbecue him.
I ate rabbit.
Ribbit.
I liked rabbit.
Yeah. Tastes like chicken.
It kind of does taste like chicken.
Tastes like chicken.
Not a lot of meat on those damn legs, though.
No.
Let's say hi to Chris in New York. Chris.
Good morning, boys.
Good morning, Chris.
Hey, you know those...
We're in the middle of a phone topic. Regular radio would be proud of us.
Phone topic.
You guys got to do a phone topic every day.
Every day.
Something preferably topical, but if you can't go topical, you could go lifestyle.
Lifestyle, something that's just going to get those phones lit up.
You just want to get those phones lit. You want them to react to what you're doing on the show.
Oh, God. Sitting in a fucking meeting with a PD as he's telling you this shit. Yeah, that's what you're going to want to do.
You want to engage the listener in conversation. And it's remember the pyramid one?
Oh.
What was the pyramid one again? Oh, you start with a topic.
Yeah.
Then you go with your thoughts on it.
Right.
This is the pyramid of okay. And then you go with the expert.
Yeah.
That will give you more knowledge on the subject at hand. And then you finish it up with listener phone calls.
Listener calls. Yes. First you bring it up. Then you talk to an expert.
No, you talk about amongst yourselves. What do you
yeah.
know about this dumb thing? Oh, by the way, here's the fucking expert on the thing.
Expert says this.
Or do you do the listener calls before the expert?
I think you do the expert first.
And then wrap it up with the listeners?
And then let the callers run with it.
And then run with it. Oh, yeah, because they would probably ask questions of the expert.
Of course.
Right. Regular radio or satellite radio. Why? Satellite radio does the phone topic thing?
Yes.
Who
Sam
does?
Roberts does.
Oh, the dumb morning mashup?
He does. Guess what is in my pants?
Mm-hmm.
They go crazy. That's everything here is get the phones going. Get the phones going.
You realize Morning Mashup has 8 people right now.
Oh man!
And they talk 2.5 minutes an hour. Me and Ant. It's just us.
They do phone topics like once an hour.
Really? Like what kind of phone
that's
topics?
Easy. They'll go like, when Nicole was getting married, it would be like, my bridesmaid wants to change her dress. You ever have a situation where you have to tell a friend something that you don't really want to tell?
Oh.
And then people call in, they go, oh, yeah, my friend, me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How'd that work out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Find out what their phone topics are today. And we're
just going to steal them.
We're going to do the exact same phone topic.
Let's steal the phone topic.
And I don't care how douchey they are.
Yeah.
We're going to challenge ourselves today.
Yeah, let's see if we can pull this off. Some morning mashup phone topics.
Let's say hi to Chris in New York. Chris.
Yes, gentlemen.
Hey, buddy.
Hey. Well, to be a somewhat expert, the horseshoe crabs, they do provide something for us. Back in the 1920s, it was discovered that their blood would coagulate if it was introduced into a specimen that contained endotoxin. Endotoxins are a byproduct of bacteria. When it dies off, the bacteria cells break up, and they release a chemical that is called an endotoxin. And that's how you get a fever, chills, and you feel really crummy when you're sick. Now, dialysis patients can't have any endotoxins in their water because it will make them very, very sick. So the horseshoe crabs do play an important role in our lives within this planet.
The more you know.
Holy shit.
I felt like I was back at school. You're not going to fucking give a pop quiz, are you?
Oh, I hope not. Something about an endotoxin. And then what the horseshoe crab blood coagulates.
Yeah.
The what? The endotoxin?
The endotoxins cause the blood that's drawn from the horseshoe crab to coagulate. So if you put in some water and then you mix it in with it and then you let it sit for a specific time, and then if it coagulates, if it turns into like a goober, then you know that you've got endotoxin.
Oh, it's just a test.
I know what this guy's doing. He's talking down to us right now.
He is.
What grade do you teach? I could hear it in your voice.
No, I'm not talking to you guys, down to you guys, and I don't teach, actually.
You don't?
What
Okay.
about a beginning toxin, too, with something at the beginning of it?
Horseshoe crabs also serve a role in anti-cancer treatment. Then why are they on their backs on the local beaches?
Terrible.
Why wouldn't the cancer, researchers be fucking gathering that shit
You'd
up?
think you'd see a bunch of people with bandanas on their head just collecting fucking horseshoe crabs.
Right.
We're having a horseshoe crab drive today.
Tell the Asians while they're getting their stupid clams and mussels to pick up a few horseshoe crabs
Yeah.
for the cancer people.
Well,
That's a local joke because the Asians love digging up their own fucking clams.
I think they take them to the restaurants they work at.
They don't give a fuck.
Own.
They don't give a fuck that it's been told that those waters might be polluted.
Hasn't been given the old stamp of approval.
I don't know what that's about. All right there, Chris. Thank you.
Hey, you're welcome. Have a great day.
And finally, I didn't realize we were going to learn about horseshoe crabs, but one more. Tony in New York. Tony?
Yeah, good morning, guys. Listen, there is a restaurant in Long Beach called Shines, and they serve horseshoe crab with butter, garlic, and white wine. They throw it under the broiler. It's unbelievably delicious.
What part of it do you eat? There's no meat on that stupid thing.
They suck out the meat from the claws. It's like a black man lobster. It's absolutely
Racism's running rampant in this country. Rampant.
No, I think mostly on this show.
Oh, man.
They feel free to speak their minds.
Get it.
What is the black man's lobster in?
Horseshoe crab.
No.
Crab?
All right, I'm checking out. Have a great one, guys.
No, Tony, what's the black man's lobster? You're adding horseshoe crab to that category.
Well, it's
crawfish.
If you find them on the beach, they're inexpensive.
Crawfish.
Bring them in.
Crawfish?
It's like
Yeah.
bagals.
Mhm.
You know, they eat bagals. They love bagals that you catch in the bay. You know, that's what they do. That's what they like. And Shines, though, throws a great one, though. It's really good.
We should try horseshoe crab. How do we get some of that shit?
Well, you get that in Long Beach and,
Ain't fucking eating no horseshoe
I
crab.
guarantee half the staff gets food poisoning.
That's
Not because of that restaurant. I didn't even hear what restaurant. I'm just saying in general, if we ate horseshoe crab, half of us would get food poisoning.
Ew!
That's how they serve it?
It looks like it just washed up.
That's
They
disgusting.
clean it off. White wine, garlic, plenty of butter.
White wine, garlic, and butter, you could cook cardboard in that, and it would taste delicious.
Exactly. That's the problem. When,
Yes.
when you say plenty of butter, you know it's shit.
Right. Ew, look, they use the shell as a bowl.
It's a good deal, man. It's a good deal. I think it's like $7 for a whole horseshoe.
Wow, a whole horseshoe.
Wow.
There's nothing in it.
You get the whole horseshoe, do you?
Wow.
That's
All right, I
nice
gotta go
of
to
them.
work.
They just remind me of low tide smell at Crab Meadow Beach.
Of course. Of course.
Yeah.
You want to eat a horseshoe crab?
Never.
I think we got to try
Maybe
it.
if I was starving.
Where's Roland? You got to find us some horseshoe crab.
Oh, there's a great horseshoe crab place up there for the 46th and
Yeah.
9th.
Yeah.
It's,
what are the phone topics at the morning mashup today?
well, there's a debate over whether or not Nicole is a douchey tweeter. Her tweets are becoming douchey.
Do we follow her even?
I don't know.
Wow, I don't even know if I do.
She's not posting titty pictures. I mean, what are you following
So why
her for?
bother, right?
Yeah.
And this is the main one, I think. Better to be the third wheel or the ninth wheel?
What does that mean?
Well, is it better to hang out with a couple by yourself
Third wheel
or with a bunch of couples by yourself?
You're kidding, right?
Wait, what?
That's the topic.
They should be so fired.
You don't like that topic?
No, it's stupid.
Third wheel.
Well, it's like...
Wait, third wheel?
So 8 wheels would be 4 couples, and then you're the last one.
Roland's a third wheeler. Roland,
Yeah.
you're a big third wheeler. You're a go-to third wheeler. People like you around.
Yeah, he's. If you got to have a third wheel, Roland's the guy.
My our old pal Jay was a great third wheeler.
Yep, another good third wheel. Sure.
If you have a bad relationship, you get someone like Jay around, and it made the days go by a lot fucking quicker.
Yeah, I'll go drinking wherever I'm in.
So what's the 9-wheeler? So now you got 4 couples, and then that would be weird.
Yeah, which is weirder?
Wait, now we're discussing it, you motherfucker.
God.
I'm not discussing this.
Because the thing about the third wheel is
that
if the couple starts getting romantic, there's always more people. There's nobody else there.
No,
but if you're the ninth wheel and one of the couples starts getting romantic, there's still other couples.
You could jump in.
What does getting romantic mean? What are they talking about? Usually if you're third wheeling, the couple isn't going to be getting romantic.
No.
They might cuddle or something or say something cute.
Or else there wouldn't have been a third wheel. They wouldn't have invited a third wheel.
By the way,
it's a great topic.
No phone calls on this topic.
What?
Please.
Not a one.
That's it? That's all they have
Not
for
a
today?
one.
Is it a screener issue or is it the...
No, it's not a screening issue. We had full phones with horseshoe crabs. I mean, full. People couldn't get through. They couldn't wait to talk about horseshoe crabs.
Should
and that's
give
a dumb
them
topic.
one of our topics instead.
Yeah.
See if the mashup will talk about horseshoe crabs.
Exactly. Instead of
Kelly would
fucking...
be so pissed at them.
Really?
He'd be so pissed. Yeah.
Why?
Well, because you don't go on a top 40 radio show and talk horseshoe crabs.
Why
not?
That's not what the
That would
kids...
make people go, holy fuck, they're finally doing something different.
They're too good for horseshoe crabs?
I don't know if the kids are into horseshoe crabs these days.
Oh, the kids.
Roland, horseshoe crabs, have you ever had them?
No.
We got to try it. Look at that. It looks horrible, but I think we got to find a restaurant that has horseshoe crabs.
Maybe that Crab Shack has it.
Where's that?
It's in the Long Island City. They do everything crabs.
It's in the Long Island City.
I understood, though. That was Guy Fieri's place.
Good. It was real delicious. I was there for the past 3 days drinking.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Was Guy there?
Yeah.
Did he say, hey, how you doing?
He did.
Did he ask where we were?
He did.
Oh, boy.
Can we go tonight? I feel much better today.
I was very busy.
I was very allergic.
I was very drunk.
Yeah. Yeah? What kind of food did you have?
I had the burgers, the wings. I tasted the Vegas fries, their steak, their meatloaf. I tasted a bunch of other stuff. They had like little samples.
I saw on the menu they have pretzel chicken tenders.
That was very good.
I didn't get to sample any of them because Roland invited Troy yesterday, not me, so I didn't get to try them.
Yeah, I got the invite too.
You did?
Yeah, I
oh,
got
cool.
the big invite.
Yeah, I didn't get. Roland didn't invite me yesterday, so.
No.
I was drunk. I forgot you were in town.
He just invited. Well, I mean, it's Westchester. It's close by.
Are you on a drinking binge these days?
Yeah, you know why not? Back on the wagon.
You're tweeting and Instagramming a lot of I'm drunk shit.
Oh, my God. You're Oh, my God. You're an asshole.
Why? What did I
This
do?
fucking idiot sushi bitch. How about you tell me why they're dangerous?
What?
Horseshoe crabs.
I would imagine.
Horseshoe crabs are very dangerous. Very dangerous. Oh, I swear, they're very dangerous. Well, how about you fucking... I said, how are they dangerous? Oh, they're so dangerous. Oh, very dangerous.
Yeah, get a chef on the line. Well,
I would bring it up on the air if you... It's dangerous. And then, you know what? To eat them. I know to eat them!
What part is dangerous?
Why is it dangerous? How? What does it affect, you fucking idiot?
I would assume the picture that Sam had up there, it was missing some parts. I would assume those were the dangerous parts.
Yeah, they look sharp.
What part is dangerous on the horseshoe crab?
And then it just says, your central nervous system.
What part does that?
You're going to get fucking banned if you keep this up. You must tell me.
What part of the horseshoe crab? I know the stinger thing, or whatever the fuck that thing is called.
Whatever that is.
Oh, that's what killed that dude.
No, that was a stingray.
That's what killed
The
that
crocodile hunter got killed by a
That's what
horseshoe
killed
crab?
that dude.
I thought that was a stingray.
It was a stingray.
Oh, my bad.
It was a complete freak accident, by the way.
And why are they dangerous to the central nervous system? What do they do? It says horseshoe crabs not... What does it say at the top of that? Horseshoe crabs are not good to eat.
But scientists. It's a good article.
Nice article.
The lady in a sailor hat wrote it.
Oh, God. What's the problem with the horseshoe crab? What is it?
What? Well, she hasn't told you yet still? Now that you explained, you need more info?
No.
What the fuck?
They just throw it out there and give no info. No, you're not trying to explain. You're not trying. Dr. Steve is not available to explain why a horseshoe crab is dangerous to eat. I'm trying to pawn it off on Dr. Steve.
Right. I don't think he's an expert on that shit.
Holy shit.
Come on, tell me.
Underparts. Now it just says underparts.
Which part of the underparts?
And what is it in it that affects your central nervous system?
I'm going to go with some
Holy
kind
shit.
of toxin.
Contains neurotoxins similar to those found in spiders. And by the way, that's Adam from the UK, not this stupid sushi.
And they don't have horseshoe crabs there, I would assume. Or do they? I don't know.
I don't know. They probably call them something stupid.
Yeah.
Like a lorry crab. The lorry crab.
They have to make everything sound nicer.
And or stupid.
Why?
Get it? Stupid fucking England.
So it's the toxins.
Yeah.
I would assume.
The loo crab. It's called a bathroom. The loo crab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sam still doesn't know?
No, I don't know.
No, we don't know why it's poisonous or terrible. There's toxins. Okay.
All right.
So they got some toxins. They do look just like some kind of fucking filter. Oh, well, I'm getting a text message from Dr. Steve.
Wow.
And he's sending me a link. So now I'm hitting the link. Poisoning from eating horseshoe crab and its prevention and treatment. Well, let's see.
Okay.
This says, during the past 3 years investigating and studying the poison of eating horseshoe crabs, major cause of the poisoning on eating horseshoe crabs in the south region of the sea coast, taking tetrodotoxin from carcinogen.
Oh.
You know, I forgot until just this moment that my brother's a marine biologist. So I'm
my God, that's right.
Because he just wrote me, you dissing horseshoe crabs. So I'm writing back, why they poisonous to eat there? Why are they poisonous to eat there?
Yeah, what the fuck?
To eat.
Nobody wants to eat them anyway.
No one.
They don't look delicious.
No, they don't. They look terrible.
No, the guy said you put in a lot of butter, garlic, and white wine, and they're delicious.
You could
That
just
guy's
put
an idiot.
butter and garlic in white wine and drink it, and it would be delicious.
And it's delicious.
Those things are delicious.
Very good point,
You know,
Sam. A very good point.
It doesn't look like it is meant to be eaten. Even a lobster looks weird, but it's like got parts on it that are meaty, you know?
Right.
And it turns a nice, like, red color. It's pretty. That's like this brown lump of shit.
Look, we're in good hands. I got the word into my marine biologist brother.
Alrighty.
We're just waiting now. So we'll get the answer.
Yes.
I know it's something to do with the toxins that build
Lots
up
of
within its tissue.
Dr. Steve, let's see here.
Within its tissue.
Just read the last paragraph, genius.
That's what he wrote?
Yeah.
Oh, the thus then part.
All right, let's see.
Every article needs the thus then part.
Let's see, thus then. Hold on.
What do you got on the thus then?
I got to go down to the last paragraph, as per Dr. Steve.
Okay.
Oh, God. The size of... Wait, this is stupid. It is very easy to be confused and easy to eat by mistake. The treatment of poisoning from eating horseshoe crab is similar to treatment of tetrodotoxin by removing the toxins from the body. Eating horseshoe crab.
I got the answer.
Allergic reaction. Oh, you do?
Yeah, my question to my marine biologist brother, after he said, you dissing horseshoe crabs, I wrote, why'd they poisonous to eat? He wrote, because they taste like shit.
Oh.
No help there.
No help there, but...
Well, just don't eat them. Like, why? Who wants to eat a horseshoe crab?
Because the guy said they're delicious.
No, he's wrong.
So that piques your curiosity, where you're thinking, all right, maybe they are. Maybe we're missing out on something.
If they were that delicious, more than that guy would know.
Sam, you don't like steak, so you're out of this conversation.
All right, enjoy your horseshoe crab.
Sorry. Would you eat horseshoe crab, Roland?
Doesn't look appetizing.
Doesn't look appetizing? Of course not.
I'll taste it, but I won't eat it.
Looks horrendous.
It's the similar symptoms if you're allergic to shrimp and whatnot, and you eat it. Right. That's what'll happen if you eat horseshoe crab.
Well, I'm sure that happens with a lot of crustaceans.
That's a dumb-looking fucking thing. Stop eating it. It's a bowl.
It's just retarded looking. Oh, sorry.
Well,
are we allowed to use that word? I don't know.
You could use retarded if it's just something, you know.
It doesn't look typical.
It's not a typical crab. It's a special crab.
All right, we got Dr. Steve.
All right. I'm failing miserably,
Dr. Steve. Ant gave it the college try, even though he didn't go to college.
Oh, that's why.
But
now, apparently there are two varieties of horseshoe crab, and one is poisonous and the other is not. and it's very difficult when they're young to tell the difference. So don't eat the ones that are that are young because right.
So you got to count on the restaurateur to know which crabs to pick up off the beach?
Well, apparently, and that article was from China. This is a problem in China. I don't know that it's a problem in the United States. We may not have the poisonous variety. So I think that's where, there is a poisonous variety that has the tetrodotoxin in it, which is the same toxin that pufferfish have in them. You've heard about
the blowfish.
Right. In a Japanese restaurant, it's kind of a fad.
Yeah, delicacy, and then if you eat it and it's prepared wrong, you die.
Yeah, that seems like a lot of fucking pressure, man.
Yeah.
We own a restaurant in my family, and you worry about people choking. Now you got to worry if your chef is cutting up the blowfish properly?
Yeah, they got to be certified to do it, and even then, people still die from it.
Man.
But if they do it right, you get this odd tingling and numbness in your mouth, and that's supposed to be part of the delicacy.
It's just getting a little bit of poison.
Right. You got to get a little bit of it.
Oh, man.
Who would take that chance?
I'll just take some fucking, some trout, and then you just put some ambisol on it.
There you go.
And then you eat it like that. Same shit.
I bet you the blowfish tastes like shit. I bet you it does. What part do they remove of the blowfish so you don't get too much poison?
There's some gland near the gills. I'm not an expert on that. I don't know.
But you leave a little of the gland?
Yeah, well...
Or do you squeeze out what's in the gland a little bit after you prepare it?
Like a lemon.
Right.
Yeah, like a lemon. Squeezing blowfish gland on your food.
Blowfish gland.
That sounds horrendous. That's just some blowfish glands?
Yeah.
Yeah, the way I understand it is if it's removed properly, there's just enough left behind to give you the tingly effect.
Hey, Dr. Steve, so height of hay fever season. I've been suffering for almost a week now. Called up my dumb allergist who loves talking about the radio show instead of really focusing on his patient.
Yeah.
And
that chip is hilarious.
all that stuff. He actually said, I finally gave a listen to you guys, and you guys aren't that funny. And then I'm thinking, is it a stupid, dry Jewish humor, or was or did he mean what he said?
Holy shit, he said that?
And I have no idea.
Why would he say that?
Because he's a weird fucking
Then you
dude.
should tell him, I've been to a lot of allergists, and you're not really the best. You're pretty bad as an allergist.
I think he was just,
how does that feel, fucko?
I think he was just trying to have fun, but I don't know. I honestly don't know what the answer is.
You sure it wasn't one of those, I don't like you guys, I love you guys?
I don't know.
Oh, God.
But anyway, he gave me cortisone pills.
Okay.
What the fuck is that about?
Well,
it's making me a bit irritable and on edge.
Yeah, you got a lot of inflammation in your head, and he's just trying to calm it down. That's okay in the short term. What you want to tell him to put you on
Allegra
is a drug called Singular.
I thought it was Allegra.
Singular.
Allegra's fine. Allegra's an antihistamine. It's a non-drowsy antihistamine, and that'll dry up the fluid that's in your nose.
Fluid. It's more like upper respiratory, ears.
Yeah.
Now
so what you want is an anti-inflammatory that's not steroidal, and so
steroidal. What the fuck does that mean?
Well, you're on steroids.
Steroidal.
So should I go to the gym today? I got a lot in me.
Different kind of steroids.
Yeah, your head will be all fucking muscular.
They say if you get puffy face from the cortisone, says stop it immediately and consult your doctor.
Oh.
Yeah, and if you get diabetes and all that, so all of that will only happen if you take it for a prolonged period of time.
No.
And that's the problem with it. It works great, but you can only take pulses of it. You take it for 6 days or 12 days, then you got to quit.
What are some of the side effects
of
cortisone pills?
Yeah, well, fluid retention, irritability, it can jack you up. It can increase your appetite.
You're on your period. That's pretty much it.
It gives you
it gives you a period.
Gives you a period. That's great.
Sleeplessness.
Oh yeah, I had 4 hours sleep last night.
Yeah.
But he told me Allegra after this is done.
Well, this stuff's singular. You can take with the Allegra, and it just calms down the inflammation in your body, and without having any of the effects of being a steroid. It's great.
Will I know I'm on Allegra or singular?
I'm sorry?
Will I know I'm on it? Meaning, like, will I get a little drowsy? Will I get a little irritable?
No. The singular's got it. You know, unless you have an adverse reaction to it, it's got no side effects at all. It's almost the perfect allergy drug.
He told me just Allegra.
Yeah, I know. Well, bring it up to him. Say, hey, what do you think about the singulars?
Why? Then I'll talk about the show again. I don't even know what I'm allergic to. I went through all the tests, but he was too busy talking about that the Opie and Anthony show. Like, oh, aren't you the guys in the church? All that shit. And I'm like, well, what am I allergic to? He goes, oh, a lot of things. And he goes, anyway. I'm like, the reason I'm here is I need the list. Give me the list so I can avoid shit.
Yeah. Well, it's probably pollen and stuff that you can't avoid.
He said trees and grass. I'm like, okay, good, but what kind of trees and what kind of grass? He goes, trees and grass.
All kinds. Every tree, every bit of grass.
So that means I can't lay around in the grass?
Can't do anything.
Fuck.
Well, this is fascinating, but, you know, one thing that you could do is...
Motherfucker. He just called us out on being boring. There's a lot of allergy sufferers out there. This means something to somebody.
It's your phone call, motherfucker.
That's right.
Hey, get a HEPA filter for your house. It really helps. My kid has horrendous allergies.
E-Rock has a hippo filter. It's different.
Why didn't E-Rock go to the big birthday party?
I don't know. He had something better to do, I guess.
Oh, I'm sorry. I missed your party.
Yeah, I love too.
I know.
What'd you do this weekend? Nothing. Sat around.
Oh. I'll tell you what I didn't do. Drive my ass all the way to fucking Westchester.
Why not? Tornado warning.
Sorry.
It's the greatest.
The weather wasn't right. I was hanging out. And by the way, I wasn't hanging out alone, my friend.
You said you were just hanging out.
I was just hanging out.
You should have taken the ride. We had a birthday party in the rain.
Sounds great.
Well, we weren't actually standing. Only Roland actually was in
Roland
the
was
rain.
completely soaked, and I don't know, he's just a weird dude.
Why?
He got drunk within 40 minutes of being there. I mean, it wasn't even like that type of thing.
Dude, it wasn't like a let's get hammered party.
No, it was like have a couple beers, have a couple cocktails.
Were you just slamming? Yeah, motherfucker.
Yeah. And then Roland, hold on, we'll get back to you, Dr. Steve, because we're really good at this shit. Roland, Troy, and his chick decide they have to get back.
Troy was Roland's chick. Roland
was jealous.
And these three hipsters decide they've had enough of Westchester, and they want to get back to the city. They had some kind of very, very lame excuses why they had to get back to the city.
Super lame.
So that's good. You're going to leave the party early. Fine. These idiots force Sam's mom to bring out the birthday cake and all the fucking desserts early so they could have a little piece so they could get back to their hipster lifestyle.
Troy actually went to my dad and said, hey, were you thinking about, I don't know when you were thinking about bringing the cake because we have to kind of get out of here.
Troy?
Yeah.
Who says no one. That's fucking rude, man. That is so fucking rude.
We've all been at a party where you know something good's coming up and you're like, fuck, but you know you have to leave. You don't force that.
That's not even
host's
fucking
hand.
No.
Then you just fucking say, look, I gotta go.
Right.
You know, take a rain check on the piece of cake.
No.
Jesus.
Plus, they were making Jess drive them to the train station.
Oh man.
So
I was like, listen,
Sam's wife.
Listen,
she had to drive him back to the train station.
Why don't you do the polite thing and just not mention it? If Jess has to drive you, we'll have dessert when Jess gets back, so she doesn't have to miss it and rush through it. No. They'd rather make sure they get their cake and make everybody, you know.
You are horrible fucking party guests.
They were the worst.
Terrible.
Roland was drunk 40 minutes in. It starts raining. And, like, we're all just kind of sitting chit-chatting because everybody just got there.
Yeah.
And Roland decides it's time to go out and frolic in the rain by himself.
Oh, so you got all soaking wet in the rain.
Yeah.
Why?
Because he's...
I don't know. I was drunk.
And then he walked into the glass door.
He's our John Belushi.
Yeah.
He walked into the glass door.
He walked into the glass door.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
His mom made these delicious chicken fingers.
Oh.
I wouldn't know.
Of course.
I know.
What?
If they're slightly late, they're all gone.
Roland
devoured them.
pigged out on him.
He ate them all.
Yeah, it was like a little appetizer for everybody.
Jesus.
Here comes Troy Kwan.
Oh, Troy.
Troy doesn't have a good time when the party's not about him.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Man.
How bored were you at the party?
That was fun.
But you made Sam's parents bring out the desserts early because you guys had to get on a train.
And the ice cream.
Well, I mean, we did come a long way.
The homemade ice cream, by the way, Ed.
Homemade ice cream.
What?
Oh, yeah. And an ice cream thing.
My
like
dad makes ice cream.
Like an ice cream fucking porcelain thing with plastic over the top.
It wasn't porcelain, it was steel.
Whatever the fuck it is. I don't know.
Take him like 6 hours to make a fucking spoonful of ice cream.
Yeah, it takes
You know
a
what?
while.
It tastes pretty fucking good, though.
It's worth it.
Good. It looked silly as all hell that you make your own ice cream, but...
Was he cranking a crank?
It was delicious.
Did he have to crank his crank?
I don't think he cranked anyone's crank.
No? There isn't a crank on there you got to crank?
Well, I didn't see him, so I don't know for sure if he cranked someone's
It was just a finished product.
Yeah.
So why do you leave early? And why do you take desserts with you?
Well, no, that was me.
Then Roland took cupcakes in his hands on his way.
I think it was a wait. What's going on? I'm so confused.
No, Roland's way off the wagon on everything.
Oh, Roland.
Oh, Roland.
Get back on. You're looking good.
I want to boost.
I mean, and you have no idea the volume of food that he consumed yesterday.
More booze than food.
Well, we were loaded at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Now, how do you go up to the party, the people throwing the party, and tell them they need to serve the cake now?
Well,
yeah, it was
that
like,
did go down.
Wow. Jess was like, he didn't really do that. And I was like, yeah. And Jess was like, I had to miss eating cake to drive them.
Oh, my God.
Because he made it so that he had to get his cake early.
Well, first of all, I told Sam that, we don't have a ride from the train station to wherever his parents' house is. So he's like, yeah, no problem. We'll get you picked up. So that he did offer. So he's letting that out where he offered to take us
but then
and pick us up.
Jess would drive you and then come back and then we'd all enjoy cake together.
Well, I just don't
She wouldn't have to leave in the middle of dessert to drive you because you had to have your dessert first.
Well, no, my girlfriend had to work at night. So I said to her,
you got to work. That's why it's called work, not play. Sometimes you miss dessert.
Well, it just sucks that we'd come all that way.
Yeah.
It is a birthday party. And not have any birthday cake. That just seems ridiculous to me.
The cake was going to be served within a half hour, giving you guys plenty of time to get on a later train.
Yeah.
Back to your...
Really, what was going on anyway? I mean, it was just like we just standing there.
Oh, man.
Boring party. And by the way, it went on for another hour and a half, 2 hours after they left.
Just standing there.
It wasn't like they left and then it ended. It was like, okay, finally. Now we can just hang out with the...
Right.
And not worry about, making sure they're okay.
Exactly. Make sure Troy doesn't get any, crumbs on his nice new clothes or whatever.
I did prepare my little dessert plate early.
We don't have to worry about Roland breaking something because he's intoxicated
he's drunk
and nobody else is.
And you're also forgetting that he was blurting out obscenities while the family was around.
Oh, man.
My parents, Opie's 2-year-old. Roland's just dropping F-bombs and making references to Troy looking like Adolf Hitler. And I'm just like, I don't need this. Like, I thought I had made it clear what this was.
But it was fun. It was a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a good time.
You think Eric's pissed that you made it to Westchester but didn't make it to Jersey for his party?
Well, it's easier to get to Westchester than it is to get out there.
If you say so.
Oof. I don't even know where. I mean, that's just.
It's not even close to
East Jabibsville out there.
Right?
No, man. There's something happens with the GPS going to your neck of the woods.
Yeah?
Yeah, I go a different way every fucking time. I don't know why.
I give
the fuck is that about?
I tried going to one party. I'm not going to do it again. Not for anyone in this motherfucking place. I'm
Oh.
sorry. Rob ruined it for you.
Oh, man.
I just showed up and been the life of the party.
Well, more importantly, why didn't E-Rock show up?
He had better things to do.
He was busy drinking all weekend.
In the train, I was a little gassy, too.
He was offending everybody on the train. I mean, they were loud
Just
farts.
some drunk guy farting on the train.
And it's already miserable because it was that horrible storm that came through. So everyone's just wet and just wants to get home.
Wow.
And Roland's wet, so he's humidifying the whole train.
Oh my
Roland's been on a roll lately. We were coming home from Madonna, and he tried to start an AIDS chant on the subway.
What do you mean an AIDS chant?
Because people were like Madonna, Yankees, that went, AIDS, AIDS, AIDS. And then people stopped.
Just a weird dude.
He said he didn't have a good time with Madonna.
No, I said I didn't enjoy her concert, but I had a good time.
Oh,
right.
But we had fun. We had a good time.
Speaking of Madonna, why isn't the media pointing out that the Obama tattoo that she has on her lower back is a fake tattoo?
Yeah, really?
Why wouldn't they say that? But they're going with it. She tattooed Obama's name on her body. That's fake. It's not a real tattoo.
Of course it's
Anyone could do that. Why is that edgy?
Look, she's in her bra.
With Obama, that's a fake
Keep your
tattoo.
fucking clothes on, Grandma.
But they're all talking about, oh my God, she tattooed Obama's name on her lower back. No, she didn't.
Nipples are showing through. Oh.
It's a temporary tattoo. It's so obvious.
Yeah.
Whatever. Madonna was good, bad, indifferent.
I took a little nap.
We were in a box, and he literally laid down on the floor and took a nap. He was hammered there, too. Completely hammered.
I was like loaded, yeah.
What's going on with you, man? You got to get back on that.
I know.
On the wagon.
I was thinking, I was going to say wagon, but it's a food thing and an alcohol thing.
I'm surprised Troy didn't try to make Madonna get to the hits a lot quicker so he could get out of there and do some other stuff.
She, montages her hits now?
Yeah, like little clips.
There was like 5 songs that I knew. The rest, it was a whole new album.
Yeah,
she what are you doing?
She loves songs.
That.
Oh.
She loves boring people with her new shit.
I think the only full old song she sang was Vogue.
And it's
Express Yourself. That was one thing she did. She did the Express Yourself
but
into
slow version.
She wants to make sure she does express yourself. So.
Express Yourself into the Lady Gaga Born This Way. Yeah.
Tell her to drop it.
Oh, she's doing that.
Yeah.
I thought they would be friends by now.
Madonna knew what was good for her.
They're frenemies.
Gaga ripped off her shit.
That's right.
She's pissed.
I'm with you on that.
Jesus Christ.
All right. Anything else on the birthday party? Steve was so bored he hung up on us. And my brother wants to take him to task.
Oh, yeah?
I guess the horseshoe crabs in our area aren't poisonous.
Where are they poisonous?
He goes, our horse crabs or horseshoe crabs are not toxic, and poisonous blowfish aren't here too. So we do have blowfish in the Long Island waters there, Long Island Sound.
Not poisonous ones, right?
No, they're not poisonous. It's only a specific Asian species that you have to watch out for.
Oh, yeah.
If Dr. Steve is giving you fucking shoddy marine bio advice, maybe I should be giving you shitty medical advice.
Oh, man.
He is pissed.
But Dr. Steve didn't say that they're blowfish in our area.
No?
No, he was talking about when they prepare it.
Thought we had something there.
Over there.
Where's over there?
Japan.
Oh.
And then, as far as horseshoe crabs being poisonous, we didn't say which horseshoe crabs or from what area. We just said, horseshoe crabs.
And then Dr. Steve just
And he did say there were 2 different types.
He wrote, sorry, buddy, I have to get into rounds. No, you don't. Your patients are dying. They can wait.
Jesus.
Sort of wait, I guess.
Oh.
Well, it's nothing he's going to do to make their lives better. It's the weirdest job ever.
By the way, Troy Kwan could be the meanest person I've ever seen on Twitter.
Why? What did he
Holy
do?
Shit,
you saw that yesterday?
What did he do?
Now what? He really does have no regard for people's feelings.
Bad.
Well, I'm taking after the school of thought of Roland. Because Roland will just sit there and everybody that blasts him on Instagram, he will sit there and reply he'll go through everybody's Instagram and be like, oh, their wife is fat, and go back.
Right.
And be and then blast. And then I was just like, well, fuck
I was talking about that too, and I do that too. I told some woman that was giving me shit. I looked at her picture, her profile picture on Twitter, and it was her holding her daughter. And her daughter had a giant head. But it was probably just the picture. And her daughter was a kid, and kids always get bigger heads.
I think it was forced perspective.
And it was a little forced perspective, right? But I just said, your kid's got a giant head. And I left it at that. And then other people started just commenting and bashing her, and she deleted her Twitter account. So I was very happy with that victory. But Troy took it way over the fucking line. Did you know, or did you just assume, and then it turned out to be correct?
Well, I looked at the kid, and he looked like he was a mongoloid.
Oh, my God. What did he do?
He said, your kid looks like a mongoloid. I guess the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
But what did this guy do to Troy to deserve that?
Well,
he said Troy looks like a douche.
Oh, okay.
Douchebag, and then tags Anthony on it. I'm just like, well, why tag Anthony on that? And I was like, okay, well.
And that opens the door for you to, look at someone's looks.
But, man, it was his son. And then I looked, going all right, maybe his son just looks stupid in the picture. His son was absolutely had Down syndrome.
Why would that guy
absolutely
do that?
had Down syndrome?
A little downy.
And then he responded. He's like, yeah, my son has Down syndrome. I said, I'm sure you get a lot of Twitter sympathy by putting your retarded kid on fucking Twitter.
Oh, you said retarded?
You deleted them?
It's not typical.
I deleted them, yeah, because I was like, that's
a not typical kid.
A not typical kid.
But
it's like, what do you...
The confusion I have there is he's making fun of your looks, knowing that is very...
He has a water baby
available to someone to make fun of back if you're going down that road.
Exactly. Here's the thing that I see.
Right or wrong?
Look,
what Troy did.
Right or
It's a weird, odd situation.
But the guy's
that doesn't
making
fall.
fun of his.
There's no rules. There's no
Hold on.
rules.
It's a weird thing that falls into a strange situation. Let me try to explain here. He's very proud of his son, obviously, and wants to feature him in his profile picture. Now, I guess at some point you probably do have to keep in mind, I got to watch what I say because there's a lot of people that will just fucking take the opportunity to be really scumbaggy to me. So he kind of was wrong in that. But, I mean, I know there's no rules, technically speaking, but there is a tad of morality that I think no,
I'm sorry. Well, in the Twitter world, it's just anything goes. I mean, if you're going to take a shot at me, I don't know who you are. So if you're going to take a shot at me, then it's open game to you.
Fair enough. That's fair game. That's how Troy feels.
And Roland's the best at it.
Roland's really kind of feel that.
Roland's amping me up. The only thing wrong with Roland's response is that he never puts any punctuation in. So it's just these crazy run-on sentences
of awfulness.
And people just give up. They don't even know what the hell he's saying.
Yeah.
It just sounds evil.
But nothing better than the guy will write back to Roland and go, "Hey man, I was just kidding," and you could tell they're like deeply fucking hurt by his.
Or my favorite I'll do is report abuse, and I delete all my things I wrote. So when they go look back at it, Instagram, they're like, "Wow, this person's an asshole," and then tag them.
Oh, because you delete all your bad
really
stuff,
quick.
and it looks like he's just being a dick.
Yes,
for nothing.
Yeah, they report abuse. I got 4 people kicked off of Instagram.
Roland's a sick fuck. I'm telling you.
He's a dick.
We went out,
sick fuck.
We went out to a diner the other night, and he was just firing at everybody because we posted the picture of him urinating in a phone booth.
Yes.
And people were like, "You have no dick. Where is it?" And we didn't say anything the whole time at the diner because he was just sitting there responding to people and trying to get him kicked off of Instagram.
Can we get some of these responses? Or is it too late?
Deletes them.
I delete them, and then
and he reports abuse.
Yeah,
but now that he's announced his plan
MO.
on the air, don't you think that the next time you respond to somebody, they're going to try to get you kicked off?
Fuck them.
There you go.
I don't know. If that's
Sal wanted to take
I'll take it.
to go at it with Troy, but he just hung up. Sal, call back.
Oh boy,
I know where you're calling from. Call back.
I thought you didn't know. Like I thought you just thought the kid looked like that, but was a normal kid. And then when I looked, and I when you see the picture and you click on it once, but then you got to make it bigger.
Right.
Sometimes like that picture can change drastically within those 3 types of pictures. You see the initial one; it's very small on your phone. Then you click, it's like, and then I'm like, uh-oh. And then I got the biggest picture, I'm like, oh, he has Down syndrome.
But he looked a little off, but I didn't know actually.
But if the guy's making fun of your looks, he's got to expect that the first thing you're going to think about is making fun of his looks.
No, he's probably it's his, not his son's,
Or whatever's, publicly
in that picture.
available.
I understand.
Yeah. So I understand the mindset of it.
But I was just
morally, you might want to check yourself.
Well, I mean, don't go after me, and I won't go after you. I don't know who you are. I'm not taking. He took the first shot.
Right.
That's the way I look at it. So it's like anything's fair game.
Yeah.
The friendship between Troy and Roland is pure evil.
It really is.
Well, we definitely wind each other up.
It's an alliance of fucking evil. It really is. The evil alliance.
Oh, I'm noticing thing about pictures. The smaller the avatar, the uglier you are. Now where you click on a link and someone's sending pictures out, but now they're really tiny.
And then you make them bigger and they're all pixelated.
And you could tell that, they're just trying to cover up a world of hurt.
Yeah. But
you know what I just realized?
What?
Troy and Roland both used to be like E-Rock's best friend at the office.
Uh-huh.
And now they only hang out with each other.
Yeah.
They never invite E-Rock with them.
Why don't you hang out with E-Rock?
He's always at his house. Will we invite him?
I'd hang out with E-Rock.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't sound like it.
I would. He didn't go to his house because he said he has a lot of shit going on.
Well, it's hard for me to get out there.
He said his time is valuable, and that's why he didn't go to E-Rock.
Well, he did get a DJ gig while you were at his party.
What's that? With who?
Sam, remember?
Who's DJ gig?
I don't know what he's talking about.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Hey, you know what those? You know what the profile pics on Twitter are like? With a lot of girls, you see that. You notice this with. It's like getting sober. Because you look at the small picture and you're like, hey, she's cute.
Right.
And then you click on it, gets a little bigger, and you're like, I'm not sure now. And then you get the biggest one, you're like, oh, Jesus.
Boy.
So it's like you're at the bar all hammered,
right.
And then as you sober up, you kind of get more of an appreciation of what the looks are.
That's pretty funny.
Or she's cute in her picture, and then you start scrolling through her other pictures.
Yeah,
and you get a full body shot, and you're like, whoa.
But it's just so, it's amazing how your judgment can change from the initial picture till you look at the full size of the same exact picture.
You ever see have we talked about this? Where you see an avatar, you're like, holy shit, that looks like an amazing set of breasts. I gotta fucking click that, make that bigger, and then it's like someone drinking tea.
You're fucking insane.
I'm not the only one. But you know what I mean? You see these little pictures.
You're so tit obsessed.
Oh.
That's hilarious.
That was just my go-to example, to be honest with you. But you'll see something like, whoa, that looks like, I'm trying to think of one that I've actually seen lately.
Yeah.
And it's completely different than what you thought it was.
It's like some guy with a kid on his shoulders.
Right.
And it's the kneecaps.
Right.
And you're like, hey, look at those tits. Oh, it's a kid up on
Daddy's shoulders.
Sure.
I wish I had a better example.
Yeah.
But some of these fucking little tiny avatar pictures will trick you.
They really are deceiving.
Anyone have a good example of one that they've come across where they thought it was something and then it turns out to be completely different? There's your phone topic.
There's another
Give
one.
us a call now, please.
There's your phone topic.
Yeah.
Wow, man.
Did E-Rock explain why you didn't go to the birthday party? I wasn't listening.
No.
Well, why didn't you go, E-Rock?
I was told it was a family event, and I didn't want to go after other people complained about not being invited.
And there's the Sam look
man.
again, which we all have gone through. That weird, like, what is he talking about?
I'm telling you what I'm talking about.
Holy
Stop the vague shit. I'm not being vague at all.
I'm going off Sam's. Sam, you take this. I was fighting your battle. I'm sorry that I got
Holy
involved.
shit.
Because the look I saw from Sam's like, what? That's not what I said.
Sam was the one looking like you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
And I was just bringing the visual to everyone's imaginations.
Because when I asked him, he said, no, me and my wife might have something to do. But now he's saying that he didn't go because he didn't know if other people weren't invited?
No.
Lying E-Rock comment?
No, I said I was told it was a family barbecue. What? Sam's family was a family barbecue because we weren't originally invited to
Did you
this
know
thing.
Opie was going?
Yeah.
Did you know Troy was going?
Troy was the one who complained that he wasn't invited.
Yeah, I complained too. Like, what
And
the-
Roland. And then when I was invited, and Sam was nice, and he invited me, and I said, no, that's all right. You know, because we had other things to do, but it was his family thing. We weren't just going to go to a party where it seemed like everyone was complaining.
Did you have things to do, or was it a family event? What was the reason?
We went out to dinner with her cousins.
That's the reason.
That's the reason.
Thank you.
Why didn't you just say that in the first place?
That's why I brought it up, because it seemed a little strange.
It didn't make any sense what he
especially
said
the
before.
look that Sam gave.
Sam is so annoyed
he
with
was
you
invited,
right now.
Of course he was invited.
After the fact that it was told, I was told that it was a family barbecue.
But then he made it
What do you
clear
mean,
that it wasn't.
First of all, stop saying I was told. Say so-and-so told me.
You told me.
All right.
That
You
it
don't
was a
have to-
family barbecue.
But E-Rock, didn't he... now I am involved. Didn't he make it very obvious that it wasn't just a family barbecue at that point?
I said my parents are
So
throwing
why would you still think it was a
barbecue
family
for me.
barbecue?
Yeah.
You know Opie's going. I'm inviting you. I invited Troy. I invited Roland.
And
Chuck,
Ant.
your buddy.
And my friend Chuck was there.
And Jimmy and Ant.
And I invited Jimmy. I invited Ant.
I like the Chuckster.
Yeah, that's what you call him.
I want to go drinking with him.
I'm going old school with my nicknames.
The
I like
Oakster and the Chuckster.
I like the Chuckster.
I want to go drinking with his friend Chuck.
Yeah.
Huh?
I want to go drinking with him. He's a good time.
Yeah, he's all right.
Yeah.
So E-Rock didn't go because it was a family barbecue. Well, that's understandable.
Family barbecue.
It's
Well,
totally.
you told
I
him.
wish you would have told me that. It was not,
Irrelevant information.
Yeah.
You're the one who complained like a bitch, saying like, "Why wasn't I invited?" And then when he invited you, you said you didn't want a pity invite.
Bitch.
Yeah.
So we're going to go down this road?
You go to a bitch.
Really, dude? You want to start with me now?
Okay, get evil. Go do your character. Go ahead.
Oh, it's a character.
We weren't invited originally,
on.
and then when he said we were going, you were the one who complained that
Well,
saying this is a
I was
pity invite.
goofing around with him. We were out for his birthday lunch and was goofing around.
Yeah,
I think Troy knew that it wasn't the case of people not being invited. It was that it wasn't an event, and then it was an event. So I was like, oh, we're inviting people.
And then
I will invite some people.
So yeah, so he never invited me then, and it was fine. And then he texted me that day and said, you were invited, Roland was invited.
Yeah, like all joking aside.
Yeah,
I'm
all joking
inviting
aside.
people.
Look, I'm having a couple of people over. Come over if you want to come. And I said, yeah, dude, I'd love to come.
it just seemed like.
So why do you have to
everyone
bring
was
up this other
forcing an
shit of
invitation.
like, oh, this was supposed to be a family event?
Because it was, and it seemed like you forced an invitation.
Why would I force an invitation?
Because
It's fine.
you weren't invited.
It was a goof. It was his birthday. We're clowning around. You know that, right? You know what joking around is, right?
I guess I don't know.
Apparently not.
Okay. You go to that,
fucking
you don't
asshole.
come to
Fuck
mine.
you.
Whatever. Fuck you.
Whoa.
Whatever.
I'm glad you didn't come to my damn party.
Whatever.
Oh, wow.
Jeez,
Got
what's
him.
the language in there?
They should come to my damn party.
He's mad that you didn't go to his
Shut
party.
up.
Well,
Hey,
it's
you
hard to
guys
get
way
out there. I
back.
told him that.
You go way back. This is what's coming out today.
And that Troy, when pressed on it, said, I got a lot of shit going on, and my time is kind of valuable at this point.
Oh, shit.
Well, I mean...
to be fair, I picked a good weekend because you had nothing going on this weekend.
Right.
Which is a rare thing for
But
you.
he did have something going on because he left early with the birthday cake.
No, I couldn't send my girlfriend home alone. I wanted to stay. I told you that.
You probably could have. She's of the age where she could probably handle herself.
That wasn't nice. That wouldn't be a nice thing to do.
No, it would have been nice to be like, hey, Sam's dead. Why don't you bring out the cake now?
No, I said,
let me
look,
dictate Sam's
you know,
party.
But we're getting off track. I want to know why E-Rock was
right.
happy that Troy didn't come to his damn party.
Yeah.
Or was that
said
your quote?
Damn party.
Damn party. Why are you happy that he didn't go?
After
Marty
hearing how he
McFly.
behaved at Sam's party, he would have probably done that, if not worse, at my party had he decided to come.
Oh, boy.
Well, that's fine. Don't invite me to your party then.
He did invite you.
He did originally.
Yeah.
And I would have come. It's just hard to get out there.
Okay.
Were you offended when he said you were being a bitch?
I mean, that's just every day of his life.
He called you a bitch every day?
No, he's a bitch every day of his life.
Oh.
Okay, man's man, tell me about it.
Tell you about it? Tell you why you're,
Tell
should I tell
me
you why
about
you're a
it,
bitch?
stud.
Should I tell you why you're a bitch?
You're the one who's complaining all the time. Go ahead.
Where should I start?
I don't know. You study me every day.
Well, I saw when you were chasing Rob Thomas out of the studio to tell him that you remember him from some other spot. Do you remember me? Do you remember me, Rob?
Oh, no.
Who's the bitch? Who's running after Rob Thomas? Like, do you remember me from WFU? And he goes, Rob, of course felt uncomfortable. Yeah. And he's like, oh, yeah, I thought I remembered you, yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and he's like sitting there. Like,
so he remembered him.
Of course he didn't remember him.
He gave a fake yes.
asked.
Rob Thomas gave a fake yes. Just to get him off
Who's the
his
fucking
back.
bitch? Like, that's such a fucking turd move. Who's the bitch? You don't think that's a turd move?
No. Because that's not what I asked him.
You think that's cool to chase Rob Thomas after everybody left? You're in here taking pictures, then you have to walk out so you don't say it in front of anybody in the studio.
I would have said it in front of
No,
them.
you wouldn't have. You went and you made sure nobody was around when you told him, because he was about to make the corner here, and you're like, hey, Rob, do you remember me from
That's not what I said.
Yes, you did. I saw you. I stood there. I was like,
That's not what I said.
Well, then what did you say, Rob?
He used to do these events for another station I worked at every year for a children's hospital, and I said, hey, I remember you used to do these events. You were really nice to me at that time and everything, and that's what it was.
Ugh. That's pretty much exactly what
still
Troy
douchey.
was saying.
Tell me that's not douchey, dude. Yeah, come on.
And Troy did notice it right away because he told me like right after.
Because it's just such a Nagel move.
What do you mean?
Because he just wants to, like, be sneaky, like, come over and, say something,
sneaky.
give his card to somebody, like, on the side, like, here, like, I'm the man, like, you need anything, you hit me up. I mean, everybody knows he does that.
It's called networking, stupid.
Everybody knows. Nobody will come
He's
forward and be like,
networking, Troy Quan.
Hey. Networking.
but he won't do it in front of anybody else.
Oh, secret networking.
Yeah, it's like on the side.
Sly move.
Yeah.
People seem to like what you've called a Nagel move. It's a real Nagel move.
It's a lot easier to get to E-Rocks than Sam's.
Yeah, it probably is.
A lot easier.
Well, I did fuck up the train going to.
Yeah, but Troy...
Yeah, with your farts.
Troy to E-Rocks is a clear shot.
Yeah.
It really is. That Westchester gets all fucking weird and
It's
confusing.
expansive.
Well,
Westchester.
he won't have
It's
to know how to
confusing.
get there anymore because he's not invited to any of the parties.
No more parties for Troy Quan at E-Rock?
He doesn't want to go.
Where'd it go bad for you two? You guys used to be
I
best
don't know.
pals.
About a year or so ago, he just started turning into a real dick towards me.
Whoa.
Because he
What was the thing that happened? Because you guys were like
I
friends.
wish I could
Very
pinpoint
tight.
it to you.
Yeah.
It
I
was
really
just,
wish I could,
it
but
was-
I don't know. But it's over.
but
Just over a year ago.
But
we
I've been
started
better.
doing
I've been
this.
better, haven't I?
Oh yeah.
Troy, what happened though? Was there an incident?
Because
that...
everybody knows. Like, look, as a human being, I like Eric Nagel. He's a nice guy. He really is.
What?
He comes from good stock. He's a
good
caring
dude.
soul.
I've known him for a long time. He's a good dude. But when you work with him, there's just little things that are just like, oh, really, dude?
Talking about the Rob Thomas thing again.
Well, it's just like, that's just like, dude. It's just like one thing and like an accumulation of things, and you're just like,
But
and then the intern thing last week.
Is there other examples of really, dude?
The whole intern thing last week.
What intern?
Yeah.
Well, when he told HR that I'm going to be taking over the interns,
Muffin stuff?
and that was never the truth. That never happened.
You were gonna?
No, I was never told. I was told that I was going to cover it for him the 1 week that he was out, and that was it.
E-Rock, any comments about Troy?
Yeah, because that doesn't seem that bad. E-Rock?
Anything you want to say as far as why you guys are like this?
Yeah.
I
What
wish
happened?
I knew.
Well, he said because you're a dick when you're at work.
Okay. I never interact with him, and I haven't.
Oh, you should.
Really, in a
that's the
long
problem.
time.
But I've been good, right, Eric? For a while, I've been really good.
Because I didn't see you.
Well, I've been nice. Haven't I been nice?
You've been, yeah.
Okay.
Decent.
I'm trying to be a better person, Opie.
I know a lot of this.
What?
I am.
Yeah,
Let me break down.
You're much
hold on,
worse
hold on.
person when I first met
Let me
you.
break this. Let me break this down to basics.
It's you guys. You guys brought me here.
Because I've only got pieces on like Sam's show, some of the stuff we do here. E-Rock, how close were you guys?
We were close early on. Then there was many years that I didn't see Troy.
Explain how close. You called each other a lot. You drank together. What? What was how close?
I was in a band. We associated with each other.
They were close enough that
We
Troy got
traveled,
blown
we
in
talked.
Eric's parents' bathroom.
Wow.
That is true.
Yeah, we do know that one.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty close right there.
Yeah. And then I watched
you
the
consider
guy.
yourselves friends?
At this point, it's not really like
We shan't work together again.
it's not at a friendship level right now.
Did you look down to him or as an equal there, Troy Kwan?
When's that before?
Yeah.
It was cool. We were just in different worlds.
That means
Tell
you
the
looked
truth.
down at him a little bit.
Tell the
You were
truth.
the rock star and he was the help.
Well,
Be an honest guy.
Be honest, guy.
Well, he was the guy that worked for the radio stations, and he was able to help out the band I was working in.
Oh, okay.
So
You were the lead singer for. You weren't working.
well, I was one of a couple people
Right.
that were.
And he was like,
Boy, did you hitch your wagon to the wrong guy? Because somebody else I know is in that situation. Hi. Kind of worked out well. Not quite hitching my star to a Nagel.
But I've been good to Eric. I'm trying to be better because Eric just gets, lambasted on a regular basis. So I'm trying to.
by you.
But I think
But when
How bastard.
But I think E-Rock does it to himself a lot because
he does.
How he explains himself is really confusing.
That was a typical kind of Eric explanation that was just steeped in half-truths and vagary.
And then he gets frustrated and starts yelling because he can't express himself.
He got very
It was
angry
so
right
obvious
there.
that we were going to call him out on that because it wasn't a family barbecue.
It was. I was told it was a family
at
barbecue
first, but then he made it clear it wasn't.
Yeah, and when
And
I
you
was
had plans
invited,
anyway.
But then you said the reason you didn't go was because it was a family barbecue.
But you got invited.
Yeah.
I was
everyone
told it
was
was
a family
invited.
barbecue.
You were told that 2
Right?
days before.
Yeah, and then when everyone started getting the invite,
Friends outnumbered family, by the way, for the people wondering.
Okay.
everyone started getting the invite. It just seemed like a
60-40
last
probably.
thing, like a last minute thing on Friday where other people were saying, how come we weren't invited? So they were invited. And I didn't want to do that to Sam when it was supposed to be a family thing to begin with.
But you didn't do anything to Sam and you were still invited.
And I only invited people I like. Like, I
Yeah.
didn't invite anybody that I wouldn't hang out with.
Yeah.
The food was delicious.
That was excellent. Your parents are great.
I got it nice and early for you, Troy. So
Well, I mean, it is a birthday party, so
yeah,
it's like I'd like to have a little bit of birthday cake.
yeah, well, we'd like you to stay.
And your dad said, "Hey, have some sangria. It's really good. Have a couple of glasses."
Yeah,
A couple of grill asses.
Glasses.
Have some sangria. Just a couple of grill asses.
It's
couple of
delicious.
grill asses.
I had like 6 glasses. It was delicious.
Glasses. I fucking love the way Roland talks. It's so unique.
How do you say glasses?
Glasses is some sangria.
He polished off the sangria too.
Did you?
Well, he
I had 2 glasses. He had 6.
You got drunk on sangria?
No, then it had
That's
beer and
bad.
some other
And
stuff.
then beer?
Oh, my
You didn't
God.
puke?
No, he had bad
Beer and,
farts.
beer and sangria is just a fucking bomb waiting to happen, a vomit bomb waiting to happen.
My stomach can't handle it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of hostility between Troy and Eric.
Are we good now?
Yeah.
We're fine.
No.
I have no
it's
problem
still
with
there.
that. I really have no
He's
problem.
glad you didn't go to his party.
Troy is pulling the we're good move right now, by the way.
But this will just simmer until something happens.
Of course, nothing's
Pressure
been
cooker.
settled.
No, nothing.
Which party are you glad he didn't go to? The family or the friends?
He was invited to the family. He was invited to the friends one.
Oh, so who cares if he acts up there? That's just crazy time.
Yeah, I yelled pussy.
You don't have to worry about ants and those weird fucking distant relatives that you don't really know.
And if I have a way to get out there and I don't have to, that night I had to DJ that night of his party. If I don't have to DJ, I would absolutely go out to Eric's. And Eric and I have hung out, and we've had a good time together.
When was the last time you hung out?
2 years ago.
Oh.
It wasn't like there were 3 or 4 different ways to get to E-Rock's.
Yeah.
It's one phone call.
Exactly. You could have asked people. I mean,
I drove.
I'm not going to ask you for a ride, dude.
Why not?
I drive Roland. He pops in my
that?
tiny back fucking hatch area on the way home many times.
Drugs.
Like fucking kids. They're scared of you.
You guys hear it?
He understands the people around me now, and he couldn't wait to see Sam. He couldn't wait to see Jess. I go, what about Roland? And he goes, no, Ro.
No, Ro.
He calls him Ro. No, Ro. And he meant it. And then he saw Ro, and it's like he just told me he wanted to go home. But he was so excited to see Sam and Jess because, you know, we hang out a bunch. And Sam's parents and stuff. He knows the people. But he goes, no, Ro.
He doesn't like Ro. Bummed. Oh, Ro, what are you doing?
He was completely bummed.
He did enjoy my rain dance.
He did? Yeah, and you fucking humored him. So
that's funny. That is really fucking funny.
Club Soda Kennedy's upset.
Why?
Because he thinks my statement is admission that I don't like him. But I didn't say I invited everybody who I like. I said everybody who I invited I like.
Why wouldn't Kenny get the big invite?
He's always gone by...
Oh, boy. Why didn't Kenny get the big invite? Knowing that he most likely wouldn't have gone. Oh, now we got...
That's not what you said, so don't try to spin it. They could replay the tape.
I didn't say I invited everybody I like.
Yes, you did.
All right, replay the tape.
Kenny, you don't think Sam likes you? Even though you guys fool around a lot in the
obvious
hallways?
now. And now I'm a sucker for giving him such a big wedding gift, too.
Oh, shit. Why wouldn't you invite Kenny? He's actually fun in social situations.
Even if it was a phony, empty invite.
He was a blasted
like the E-Rock one.
He went to E-Rock. He actually went to E-Rock's party.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. We had fun there, right, Kenny?
Yeah. I was socializing with everybody.
He was socializing?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, Kenny doesn't make Kenny makes like the medium list, but he doesn't make the short list.
He's just jealous because his wife digs me.
Like, was it motivation from? Oh, you know what? He makes the medium list, not the short list.
Oh.
It was a short list party.
But you guys kind of like joke all the time in the hallways.
Right. Not anymore.
Oh man. And you know he means that.
Not anymore.
Oh yeah, he means it.
All the people that badmouth him on my Facebook page, I always ignored, and I stick up for him. Not anymore.
Oh, well.
See, that's what happens when people draw first blood.
What's your Facebook page?
Club Soda Kenny on Facebook.
That one.
Yeah.
Right.
Over 8,000 people like me.
8,000 strong.
Yeah.
8,000 people that would invite you to their party.
Of course, E-Rock wants to...
I'm one of them, so not 8,000.
E-Rock just whispered to me and said, I got the audio. Kenny's right.
Oh, shit.
So now E-Rock is throwing Sam under the bus. Let's hear the audio.
Let's hear it.
Yeah.
But you didn't do anything to Sam and you were still invited.
And I only invited people I like. Like, I didn't invite anybody that I wouldn't hang out with.
Did you hear that? Yeah.
I only invited people I like.
Yeah,
Not I invited everyone I like. I only invited people I like.
Don't try to spin it, stupid. You're wrong again.
No, stupid. You're wrong.
Hold on.
The implication.
Let me see.
Oh, wait.
Let me see.
There's a lot going on here because Sam doesn't like being wrong.
I only invited people I like implies that the list of the people I invited, I like them all. Not the list of the people I like were all invited.
Sorry.
You have the party
so,
list.
E-Rock, you're wrong. You threw me under the bus. And you were completely incorrect.
No.
But grammar's never been your strong suit anyway.
But hold on. Now everyone
Don't
has.
throw me under the bus and think you're going to get off.
No. I got another part to this. We're all in a sub. We're all in a sub genre.
Oh, do I love this?
We're in a sub genre. Your work friends.
Yeah.
Right.
I only invite the people that I like. Now that could be translated like I like 1,000 people. I can't have 1,000 people at my family's barbecue, but I only invite the people I like.
No, I said
in the subgenre of radio.
I said I only invited people I like, not I only invited the
people I like. Now this is very important. The wording on this has to be exact.
All right, let's hear it again. Because I'm going to argue the subgenre, he would have to be included in the radio people that he invited already.
No, I understand what Sam's saying here, and although, let me tell you something.
Sam Skates?
Kenny, you know I love and respect you, right? Do you know that, Kenny?
No, you could take sides.
No sides. I'm just saying, as an outside observer, without taking any sides, either way, I think Sam might have this one. I think. Let me hear the clip again.
I think leaves an avenue of escape to justify you being wrong. That's not a strong.
Well, you know why? Because I'm not done. I haven't drawn a conclusion yet. Let me hear the clip
But you also
again.
got to assume if you're Club Soda Kenny and you hear that, you would go, "Holy fuck, he doesn't like me." It's obvious.
Yeah, everybody's going, "Oh shit, careful, Ant! Don't do it, Ant! Careful."
All right, let's hear it again, E-Rock.
Okay. But you didn't do anything to Sam, and you were still invited.
And I only invited people I like. I didn't invite anybody that I wouldn't hang out with.
I only invited people I like.
And I wouldn't invite anyone I don't hang out with. You don't hang out with Kenny?
I only invited people I like. It doesn't mean
that
everyone I like I invited.
No, don't read into it.
Okay.
Just go by exactly what was said.
Right.
I only invited people I like. Period. Don't read into it.
Okay, that does mean that he didn't invite anyone he doesn't like.
Right. But
Okay.
it does not mean
Like everybody that he likes.
it does not mean that I invited everybody I like by any stretch of the imagination. There's three lists. There's people I like, there's people I don't like, there's people who are invited. The people who are invited come off the list of people I like, but it's not the complete list. Read the sentence.
Yeah. I only invited people I like.
But what about the well-regulated militia part?
Let's go to E-Rock on this. E-Rock?
E-Rock, comment? E-Rock.
How do you read this?
I can see what Kenny's saying. I only invited people that I like.
No, I only invited
I only
people I
invited,
like.
invited people
Right.
I like.
I wouldn't
So it
invite
could be
people
interpreted
I
that
wouldn't hang out with or something.
I only invited people I like.
I got a lawyer on the phone.
That doesn't mean...
It doesn't mean that I invited all the people I like.
That's true.
I got a lawyer on the phone.
All right, let's talk to a lawyer.
Matt in Jersey.
Hey, boys. Hey, listen, by putting only in front of what he said, that modifies the phrase. So when he says, I only invited people I like, that implies that he didn't invite anybody that he doesn't like.
Correct.
And when you put that second part of the sentence, that only reinforces when he says, I didn't invite anybody I wouldn't hang out with. That goes with only.
So if he said I invited people I like, he might have an argument, but when he put only in there, I only invited.
Right, because that's limiting the scope of people that he would have invited.
Correct. It's limited the scope to the people who I like. However...
Wait, he's calling you out, Sam.
I know.
Okay.
But it's
all about that second part of the statement.
It's modifying it to the extent that it only takes people from the list of people I like. However, it doesn't include the whole list.
Wow. Sam's wrong.
No, it's not.
Has Kenny ever been invited as one of the people you like?
I don't don't have very many parties. Yeah, he was at my wedding.
That's a big deal.
Yeah. I don't.
Yeah, who didn't go that I got invited?
Oh! Holy shit.
I would think it would be a no-brainer that Kenny would be at your wedding, right?
Yeah, that was an...
Oh,
that
now
was
you're
never,
calling Kenny a no-brainer.
No.
Wow.
Oh.
That was never in question.
Kenny's a lot of fun at parties.
Absolutely.
And
he really is.
He is the life of the party. Remember the lampshade he put on his head and he started dancing?
Crazy.
So, yeah,
Maniac.
I would think it would be,
Yeah, that's why he was at the wedding.
Exactly.
I only invited people I like does not imply that everyone that Sam likes was invited. That's all I'm saying.
But the part
that
about
is all I'm saying.
People I would hang out with.
That doesn't matter. It isn't being
meaning you would not
exclusive.
hang out with Kenny.
I'm just
who's
not
a work
saying
friend.
It doesn't mean that at all.
Do you know what a huge list it would be if it said everybody I like, I'm invited?
And then I said I didn't
Sam likes
invite,
a lot of people.
I said I didn't invite people I wouldn't hang out with.
Was Eastside Dave there?
No.
See, you like him.
I just
did you
tweeted about him
invite?
this weekend.
Did you invite Eastside Dave?
No.
See,
I love
boy.
Eastside
Kenny,
Dave.
you're losing the argument.
No mashup.
He likes you.
I love the
mashup
mashups.
people?
I love the mashups.
You love them.
Not
Did
one
you
of them
invite
was
him?
invited.
See what happened?
Actions speak louder than words, GH. He didn't invite me.
Oh,
Kenny's feelings are hurt.
That is.
Yeah, I'm not mad. I'm just hurt.
On a personal level, yes, you did fuck Kenny over.
What?
He is a lovable guy and he's fun at parties. But technically,
I know how to bring it.
But he tried to get me on the statement. I don't mind him being upset by not getting invited, but don't try to get me on the statement.
Don't be a sore loser every time, neither.
Oh,
well, I'm not the loser. I was at the party.
Oh, see, now you're rubbing it in.
Yikes, I guess I was a loser. I missed it.
But you got the invite.
I am so glad I don't go to any of these parties. Yes, it looks like nothing but trouble. What about E-Rock? E-Rock, you were ready to just sell Sam out when you heard the clip.
It did sound like he said that I invite people that I like.
But I did invite
Meaning
people
that
he
like.
didn't. But that's not
liking Kenny.
Isn't every party you're pretty much inviting people you like?
Of course.
Regardless of the size of the invitation list?
Did you invite Sal?
Nope.
Well, don't like Sal either.
Won't tell you which list he's on. Keep him guessing.
Marionette head.
Kenny, did you get rid of that spot, by the way?
Uh-oh.
It's all over my suit.
What happened?
Well, Kenny,
come in your pants.
No, I
you
had to
shoot
go.
some banana juice.
I had to make a duty this morning.
Kenny, wait. Sometimes when I come down, Kenny picks me up because he's on his way in, to be totally honest with you. That's what that really is about. So sometimes when I get down to my lobby, Kenny's not in his car, and one of my doormen have to go, he's in the bathroom.
Oh, he's
so
indisposed.
Kenny's taking his morning duty. He comes walking out, and then I follow him out of the building.
Yeah.
He's got a huge whitish, bordering on yellowish.
Oh, no.
Huge spot right where your asshole would be in his pants.
Oh. How did that happen?
And I had to awkwardly tell him, I don't know why I was looking at your asshole, but there's a spot there.
What was it?
I don't know what it was.
It was either anthrax or baby powder all over the fucking
But the coloring on it makes me think there was more than baby powder going on.
Oh.
Turn around. Is it gone?
He just bent over.
It's gone. Did you have to take your pants off in the bathroom and clean them up?
No, but I saw it's like on the cuffs of my pants.
It was
like
then it was everywhere because then I'm like, what the fuck happened to you in
Maybe
the
it's
bathroom?
like Ajax cleanser or something.
But how did it get on your
spread around the place?
No, Ajax, you could smell the.
Yeah.
But how did it get on your pants where your asshole is?
Because it was on the toilet seat, on
Holy
the floor.
shit.
It was like all over the place.
So maybe
like,
someone was in the middle of cleaning the bathroom.
When I
left 'cause
backed
it's so
that
early.
ass up and mounted the toilet,
yeah,
my black pants probably like rubbed against everything. And
You don't spread mud in public bathrooms like some of these animals, do you?
no, I go when I go.
But you don't spread it all over the place.
Oh no, I go.
Eat that
And I
shit.
flush.
Yeah, you're a human being.
Yeah.
Stand that when they fucking. It looks like they just flung shit against the walls.
But I made juice yesterday, so
Yeah.
I had to go.
Oh yeah, he's trying to drink juice. Now.
Oh, you're juicing.
Yeah, but it's such a pain in the ass to make it, and you got to clean the fucking
It really
thing.
is.
Juicers are a pain in
very-
the ass to clean. It's
Yeah,
not worth it.
yeah.
Go to a juice store. You got to have one in your town.
There is.
A lot easier, a little expensive.
I know,
worth
but I
it.
made it like for the whole week now.
Then the vegetables separate.
No, I shake it up.
What's in your vegetable juice?
Orange,
That's a fruit.
pineapple,
Not a
So
fruit.
far, it's fruit. You got to get
carrot,
which is very sweet.
apple,
Another fruit.
and beets.
Oh.
No greens.
No greens.
No?
Not good.
No, then I'd really be fucking shitting all over the place.
Throw a little spinach in there.
Oh.
No, you put a pound of spinach in, and you get an eye drop of fucking juice.
That's the
Yeah.
beauty of it.
There's
That's
no
all your
juice
vegetables
in
for
the
the day.
spinach.
No.
No.
Like
don't think
kale,
so.
I tried.
Kale's
Yeah.
good for you, though. E-Rock, so Sam or Kenny, who's right? And then we move on. E-Rock's thinking.
Just take yourself outside of it and study the sentence.
Yeah.
It's very obvious. If I had said I only invited the people I like, that would imply that only the people I like were
Is
invited.
that what they taught you at Syracuse?
But saying I only invited people I like opens it up.
Based on that sentence, does it mean Sam would have been obligated to invite every person he likes to the party?
Oh, you just fucking
That's the
made
question.
Sam's case.
Exactly.
All I know
Sam's
is
attorney.
with the two eyes
Yeah.
in the sentence proves how self-centered.
All right, that I give you. Definitely you win that one.
All right, let's go to the jury. E-Rock?
Well, the second part says I didn't invite anybody I wouldn't hang out with.
Yeah. And that doesn't imply that everybody who wasn't invited would not with somebody I
Stop
wouldn't
with
hang
the
out with.
implications. Don't read into it.
Both sentences do not have absolutes.
Absolutely
I'm sorry.
not.
Doesn't seem that way to me.
E-Rock?
Because that would mean that I only hang out with 5 people.
Well, you should. You should only you just hang out with
the
less.
same
You're not
5
likable,
people you
Sam.
always hang out with.
You're not a likable person.
No.
E-Rock?
I see what you're saying, but I can also understand why Kenny would be upset by that.
We're not understanding why and upset. Emotions aren't here. We're talking facts.
Yeah.
It does seem like it says...
Seem like?
Or what's the facts?
This statement does not oblige Sam to invite everyone he likes.
This isn't an emotional
There's nothing
question.
in that statement that says that Sam should have invited everyone he likes or not have said that statement.
Logically, not emotionally.
Right.
Well, we're waiting.
Ira, comment? Ira?
He's not sure.
Jeez.
E-Rock?
It's this fucking...
It's up to him.
It's like the virus as a jury.
Yeah.
Just a verdict. One verdict. Rock.
Oh, boy.
A jury of your queers.
Wait.
E-Rock?
There's no weighing. It's just what the sentence says.
Oh.
I mean, there's...
E-Rock?
I like Coke logic. I didn't invite him.
Right.
Well,
plenty of people you liked that weren't invited.
E-Rock?
Dr. Steve was cool.
If you like Coke logic so much, when's the last time you spoke to him?
The other day.
Yeah. Do you call him when you're sad and blue?
Wait, but
do you know his favorite color?
Blue.
He needed the money.
Kenny, I've known you a long time. I don't know your favorite color. What color is it?
You gotta guess.
He just likes when people say it. I'm gonna go blue.
No.
Of course not. It's gotta be a shitty color.
Mauve. I enjoy a good mauve-colored thing.
Beige. Purple.
Negative.
Yellow.
Do you hear something?
Oh. Nah, Kenny's a red guy.
That's danger.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
He's a safe color.
Green. Are you
Bingo!
By the way, E-Rock said I'm going to let Kenny off. Sorry, but I'm going to let Kenny off the hook. What does that mean?
That's not what I said.
What'd you say?
I said, sorry, Kenny, but I think Sam's going to slide on this.
Okay. I heard it different.
I understand why Kenny's upset, but there's
You
real
don't have to be sorry.
no absolute, so I think Sam gets a
Technically,
pass on
yes.
Yeah, it's a grammatic question.
Now you're also on Kenny's shit list.
Yep.
Eric's good people.
What does that mean?
He's all right.
All right, are we done here?
I hope so. Hope everybody's had their grammar lesson for the day, too. And pays attention a little. Next time, don't call a phrase into question. Because, Kenny, you came in here and called that phrase into question.
Look, Sam, you did skate, but the fact remains you don't like Kenny.
That's not been established.
Well, why wouldn't you say that's not true?
What's been established is the nature of the sentence.
Exactly. He didn't deny it, GH.
Yeah, see,
I didn't establish whether I like him or not.
Why wouldn't you?
I was waiting until see how this conversation went.
Yeah, he doesn't like you.
No.
That's obvious. But he lucked out on the way he put his sentence.
Yeah.
There's no luck.
Right. Another great...
Hold on.
Let's see how the crew is working with each other segment.
John Grisham is checking.
John Grisham.
From New Orleans.
The author?
Jason is a lawyer. What's up, Jason?
I completely disagree with the attorney from New Jersey, and let me tell you why.
Oh.
He's right. The use of the word only is important. However, the placement of the word only is equally important. He said, I only invited people that I like. He didn't say, I invited the only people that I like. Therefore, he took his invitees from a greater list of people that he likes. It doesn't mean he doesn't like Kenny. I think he's a dick for not inviting Kenny, but it doesn't mean that he does not like Kenny.
Exactly.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Wait, so what happened there?
I don't know. Lawyer speak.
Wow.
I think we're not allowed to do a bit. That's probably what that meant.
We'll break, finish up the show next.
Sirius XM. Yeah, this is the Opie and Anthony Show.
Well, that killed an hour and a half. Now it's time to go home.
Crazy.
I like that.
That was fun though, man. I
like that
love
shit.
the little intricate relationships people have around this motherfucker. It's just so much fun.
Yeah. Some asshole's going to sing God Bless America 911 times in honor of 9/11 anniversary.
All right.
Way to make it about yourself.
Relax.
Why
Yeah.
is he doing that?
Exactly.
What is the purpose besides going, hey,
That's
look
me,
at me?
me.
That's a me. Unless he lost people and stuff, then I look like an asshole.
It's still me.
You think?
Yeah. Me.
I can't believe it's 11 years tomorrow.
11 years tomorrow, 9/11. Wow. Yeah, that's fucked up. Huh?
What do we do for the 11 years?
Nothing. There's no big lights. There's no. I think they're
I
going
saw
to
some
have
lights this weekend. What was that?
I didn't see the lights.
Oh, maybe something.
Were they?
Maybe a grand opening or something. I saw lights coming out of the buildings from where I live.
Klieg lights.
I don't know.
I know they're going to have some kind of memorial. They do that every year, but I think the 10-year was the big one last year. And
does Obama come for the 11th?
No. 11th now. It's just like
really
in
an election year.
No.
This is something we talked about many years ago, that it would slowly just fade out.
Just turns into whatever.
What they do at other places.
There are people that don't even have let's say an adult recollection of 9/11. Like they have a recollection of something. You know when you were a kid and something happened?
Right.
And it was like, yeah, I remember, but nah. And they're adults now.
Right.
But they don't have an adult recollection of 9/11. It's so weird.
I'm going to bring it in tomorrow because I didn't realize we were going to talk about this. There's an actual formula of what year you get to where more than half the people alive don't have a recollection of that event.
Whoa.
But it's an actual formula.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Huh.
And then they'll tell you, like, by the year whatever, more people will not have an actual recollection of 9/11 than do that are alive.
Oh, wow.
They won't remember living through it. They'll know about it because
they'll know
history.
about it. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And some of the things, it was kind of creepy. I didn't realize we were going down this road. I should have brought it to this. I'll bring it to the show tomorrow.
Yeah.
But it's a whole fucking formula, and then they do the JFK assassination by the year. I don't remember what year they said, but let's say 1990. More people don't have a recollection of living through that than do.
Wow.
Something like that. Yeah. But I'll have actual facts tomorrow.
Damn.
Isn't that fucked up?
Yeah.
Unless someone has a link to that shit right now, because we've got a couple minutes left.
9/11. I guess people are a little pissed off, too, because the memorial down there is really nice and everything, and people are like spilling coffee on the fucking plaques. And
of course.
Just a bunch of...
How much is it going to cost? They had that number over the weekend. How much it's going to cost a year to maintain that thing? And the number was, wow.
Pretty fucking staggering.
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
It's either 6 million or 60 million.
It's a lot. Yeah. 6 million or 60.
I'm not even joking.
Or 6 billion.
There was a 6 in there. Either one to me was like, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
And what, the TV coverage of the reading of the names? Are we still reading
Are they doing
names?
the reading of the names tomorrow? When do they stop doing that?
Well, that's the question.
That's the big
I
moment.
think it's local, though. Like, the Nationals will pick it up here and there, but the local feed, I think, is
But
Channel
eventually
5.
the local news channels are going to have to
they
bail on
won't
that,
even do
too.
it.
Which one's going to be the first to go, look, there's nothing else we could do here.
Yeah.
We all know that day completely sucked, and it's horrendous and all that, but 60 million a year?
60 million.
For the upkeep of the memorial down there.
Probably a lot of security, too. You know, that probably is a lot of security.
Why security?
Well, they probably don't want anyone messing with it.
Yeah.
Any of them Muslims coming in and fucking with it. Yeah.
Why is the guy doing God Bless America 911 times?
Me. Where were you?
Oh, and for music fans, is Led Zeppelin going to put out another album?
How is that possible?
On their
Bonham's
Facebook
dead.
page, I guess they wrote 5. So everyone's speculating that means they're putting out a new album or something like that.
Really? Oh, boy.
Do we want to hear Zeppelin at this point? With
Robert
new material?
Plant can't sing. He can't sing that type of music anymore. He does those, Honey Dripper type songs, and that's fine.
They're kind of nice.
But he can't sing Zeppelin anymore.
No.
You don't want to hear any of that shit. I'm surprised. The fucking Stones just are... I was hearing about the Stones yesterday and how they're going to be putting out an album and touring and just signed a bunch of fucking... Signed on with, ESPN for some kind of shit. And it's like 2012.
It's their 50th anniversary.
You start thinking did anybody think in 2012 that Rolling Stones would still be doing anything?
No, they got to be. They got to be at least 70 at this point, right? Or very close to
crazy.
it. And they're gonna do a whole world tour.
Yeah.
Huh.
Playing 2 dates in Brooklyn in November. That's what it is.
At the
Brooklyn's
Barclays?
becoming like that place to fucking play if you were playing limited shows, huh?
Well, they got the new arena.
Yeah. I guess Dylan's doing that too.
Travis, what do we know on Zeppelin?
It's a countdown.
Oh, so there's a countdown on their site for what?
I don't
Them
know.
touring?
Yesterday they posted 4.
I heard they posted 5.
Yeah, they did post 5 on Saturday.
And then it went to
And then
4.
yesterday they posted 4.
And then it goes to 3, and then 2.
So people are thinking
Like
that
the
on Thursday
countdown.
there's going to be
So the 5 was like, what the fuck? That means they're putting out a...
5, everyone was like, well, what the fuck does that mean? Does that
Well, they
mean...
had a Led Zeppelin 4, so
Yeah,
they're
does that
doing
mean
Led Zeppelin 5, but
5
now they're going to
concerts?
4, so
Yeah,
now it's
so it's gonna be a
countdown. They're going to tour.
No, it'll
That's all
probably be
that
some
is.
stupid box set or DVD.
Ah, you're right.
Oh, you
yes.
think?
Yeah,
There's
they're not
no
gonna
way
tour.
Plant is fucking
Plant's
going out with Led
no-
Zeppelin.
Yeah.
Have we done the bit where we go over an artist's greatest hits collection? Like the Rolling Stones is a good one.
Yeah.
Where there's been so many different combinations of the greatest hits. CD.
Right. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, where it's been released like 20 times already?
In different ways, and they're like, well, no,
Led Zeppelin's done
this
that
is a remastered version of the greatest hits, which is a little different.
That's
Stones
their,
are playing the... oh, you guys mentioned it when I was walking down, I guess.
4.
Why do you have to write 4 like
It's
that?
like, what does this
'cause it's
mean, man?
There's a dot below the O. And
What are people
4.
saying? Are they commenting?
There's 1,700 comments.
Oh, yes.
Look, I'm a huge Zeppelin fan. What could they
what are people
possibly
saying?
do to wow me at this point?
What are they saying?
Countdown, fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I'm freaking out.
321.
Oh, yes.
Uh,
About what? These people are dumb.
Yeah, about what?
Where's 3?
Where's
Three's starting
3?
to show up today.
That's pretty funny.
is.
Where's 3?
It's a countdown. Cannot wait to see what we are anxiously waiting for. Doesn't even make sense.
People are dopes.
You know what I bet it is? I bet it's a DVD of that O2 show that they did a couple of years ago.
You think?
The last reunion show. That's what I bet it is.
That's it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not going to tour.
I hope they
It's
don't.
it's a big deal about nothing.
Yeah, I hope they don't at this point.
Is that a chick fucking
Yep.
rep
First
out
one.
there?
Huh?
First one?
First one.
What happened?
First chick
Oh, yeah,
rep
that was
out there at the
She's one of the
Lions
replacement refs.
Rams game? What?
I think the replacement refs did okay, right? Not too many
in
blown
some
calls.
games. In some other games, they did.
Yeah.
The embarrassing part, though, there was a penalty flag. She ripped her fucking tampon out and threw it.
I didn't read that.
It was terrible. Yeah, I saw that.
Are you making
It's
fun of
so
my tweet?
terrible.
You're making fun of my tweet?
What?
Is that a
Did you
jab
tweet
at me?
that?
Did you tweet that?
You making fun of my tweet?
No, I was just thinking it was kind of funny.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, you tweeted that shit?
You making fun of my tweet?
No, I swear.
Uh-huh.
I swear. I just thought of it.
I think that was a backhanded fucking fuck you.
No.
I think so.
I had no clue.
Yes, you did.
No, honestly, I had no clue.
Let me see.
I just thought.
I wrote,
Okay, let's see.
and of course, the assholes.
Oh, yeah.
Where is it?
Shit. What
He
does it
wrote
say?
was
Oh, because iBang had the
Yeah.
story, so I was helping out the iBang on Twitter.
Awkward.
They wrote, first female rep makes NFL history. I wrote, was awkward when she threw a tampon on a field instead of the flag.
Right. That figures.
Are you making fun of me?
Anthony was
I
taking a shot.
really was just
that
let
a
it
shot?
go.
He was taking a shot.
Oh man.
She looked pretty hot. She know who she looked like? She looked like one of the broads from that movie with fucking Aykroyd and Candy. The fucking with Bill Murray, the Army movie.
Oh, Stripes.
Stripes.
Oh, oof. Well,
Well,
she don't
not
look-
that
wow.
picture.
She does not even look good there.
No, that's a bad picture.
Find some other picture. See if it's a bad picture.
Remember though when in Stripes they had their hair up under the hats and stuff?
Yeah.
All right.
All right. She looks a
Not
little
really.
dykey.
All right, fair
Maybe
enough.
she looked good from the
She kind of looked good in a few pictures I saw, but now the ones we're looking at, nah.
like away from.
Hey, how weird.
It's bad.
We didn't really talk about football that much because it's still revving up, but how weird was it to see Peyton Manning in that orange uniform? Travis, I know you like football.
It was a little weird.
Strange when that happens, right? When
Yeah.
you're used to one guy. We've done this bit a million times.
They did
one
it too
guy,
last
when you're
night.
so used to seeing him in that uniform, and then he plays in drastic.
Yeah, he played well though.
Yeah, he did all right.
Yeah, won the game. 400 touchdowns, 401.
In one game?
Yep.
Yep.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
I gotta
you missed
start watching.
you missed a hell of a game, Sam.
Yeah, the score was 2,842 to 7.
Oh, they killed him.
Yeah.
You're assuming they didn't try for any 2-point conversions.
So did I do the math correctly? Oh, okay, because I was trying to figure out some 6s and 7s in there, and common. Yeah, whatever. Shut up. Did your team win, Travis?
They play tonight. Ravens Bengals.
2 Monday night games, huh?
2 Monday night games. They like to do that on week 1.
How do you pay attention to the Orioles also?
Well, the Orioles have an off night today.
Yeah, but I mean, with all this going
yesterday was very weird. My team is usually out of playoff contention, and I'm very looking forward to football. Complete opposite.
Now,
yesterday,
you're like,
I watched the Orioles game, and I kept my eye on the football.
Yeah,
the Orioles are still in it, stealing wins from the Yankees.
Well, I know, fucking shit.
Wouldn't it be a lot easier as soon as football starts? Whoever has the best record in baseball wins it all.
They just no World Series
That would
at
be so
all.
smart. Yeah, just say, all right, look, you have the best record. There'd be a lot of pressure to make sure you have the best record before football starts.
Yeah, because
how many people check out of baseball as soon as football starts, right?
I do. I mean, if the Orioles weren't in it this year, I'm done.
The only ones not checking out is
football.
if their team's in it, but everyone else that might check out some of these games.
Maybe that's why they added the extra wild card, so that more people would still be interested in baseball.
162 games in this day and age, really?
That's a lot of games. But it's baseball. It's
Watch it every
just
night.
kind of there. It's omnipresent.
And you know what's
Just
great
always.
now? When you can watch it on the iPad, I can still watch television, and I got my iPad just sitting next
And
to
then
me.
you got the game
Got
right
the game
there.
right there.
That is pretty goddamn
and it's
handy.
the perfect screen to watch a baseball game right up close. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that iPad is a hell of
It's the best.
invention.
I have so many fucking computers in my house now. I just had to get another one yesterday, a Windows, because I got my Mac for the living room, and I needed a Windows for the living room, because I got one for the studio, and I got one for here. But I needed one for, because I realized, like, there's a lot of fucking shit I need for Windows when I'm just sitting watching TV, and I don't have it. So now I do.
Good for
Which
you.
added, I think I have what amounts to probably 30 computers.
No.
I don't know. It's probably close.
20?
With the studio and everything?
What's the real number? 20?
Probably 20.
Holy
okay, 20
fuck.
computers.
How many MacBook Airs are just sitting around?
Well, yeah, I got a
unused
few of
from
those.
casinos.
But those are good because I just pick them up and go somewhere with them, the shitter.
Or birthday presents.
Birthday presents. Yes.
I dropped my MacBook on vacation last year in the Outer Banks and completely spiderwebbed the screen.
Oh.
Still haven't fixed it.
That's the one.
A year later, I still haven't fixed the screen.
How about an iMac in 2006?
Oh.
So
Really?
I got that one.
Wow,
I'm using
nice.
Remember Compaq?
Oh, yeah.
I have to use my old one because my laptop finally broke.
Oh, man.
That's sad. Shit. You want my my broken laptop?
No.
It's a powerful laptop. The screen is
No.
all fucked up.
I'll take it.
And by the way, when I
This
was
one
buying
sucks.
that, I was buying a Sony Vaio computer yesterday.
like those?
At the Sony. So, yeah, I do. I do like them.
Why?
Because from all the laptops I've had, Windows laptops that I've had, they're the only ones that have really lasted.
I like the Toshiba satellites.
The Toshiba was a piece of shit when I bought
Really?
it. Yeah, those were the ones that kept breaking.
Mine lasted for years until it finally
I
broke.
finally flung mine in the pool. That's the one I threw in the pool. But I'm at the Sony store. I buy a computer. I bring it home. I start it up, and it says, to recover system, press blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what? Recover? What? So I'm like, well, I hit OK, and it shows me that there's no operating system on it whatsoever. No OS. Nothing better than going
It's one
to
of
the
those
store.
special Windows features.
Yes, no OS.
No.
So nothing better than buying something and unpacking it and plugging it in and then having to put it all back in the box and go back to the fucking store again.
We did that over the weekend. Bought a new camera, no battery. There was no battery. Had to go right back and.
Don't you fucking? That sucks. Hate it.
Made sure there was a battery when we got the replacement.
A Packard Bell stinks too. Shut up, Packard Bell. What year is this? Get my Packard Bell. HP.
How's Dell doing?
Sucks. Fucking Dell stinks now.
I still have Dell stock. What's wrong with me?
Yeah, Dell's hurting these days.
Yeah. All right. We're babbling. We're going to close up shop for today.
Yes.
I think we did it.
Yeah, I think we did too.
I think we did all right.
Now it's good because now, once we leave,
Yep.
it's just like we had Monday off.
Ooh.
See? So it's like
I like that.
now it's a 4-day week.
I like that.
You have to rationalize it so you can make yourself get up in the morning.
Yeah.
That's how we roll.
Yeah, but as soon as you get here, then it's fine. It's just fucking waking up.
It totally is.
And my stupid body clock wakes me up every day at 4:30, and I don't even need to be up at 4:30 anymore.
Kenny wakes me up.
Fuck.
My phone is in my charger, like player next to my bed, and I hear, meh, meh, and I turn, and it's Kenny's picture that I have over here. And it's a real dumb picture. It's just, and that's what I look at every morning. That's what I wake up to. Kenny's fucking face.
It's hilarious. What are the guest pitches? Let's do it on the air today.
Oh, man. Who is it?
Come on, man.
He's folding up, putting it in his pocket.
Mr.
Who
Pure,
is it?
Mr. Pure Honesty doesn't want to play the game today.
Who is it?
Come on.
Nobody. They're just my thoughts. That's what.
What did he just say?
Those are just my thoughts. These are just my thoughts?
Yeah, that's all.
Roland writes down his thoughts.
Who is it?
Nah, nobody.
Who are we booking?
Do you guys want Brad Pitt?
Who? Brad Pitt?
Brad Pitt.
Wait. Maybe for tomorrow.
Why?
Sam's mother-in-law said I should go to Armonk.
Armonk.
Yeah. Because I would be the Brad Pitt of Armonk.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be the Brad Pitt anywhere else. Don't get me wrong here. I'm not bragging.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She said, though, if I go to Armonk...
What's the population?
Because they're all Wall Street douchebags.
Right.
That are just shitty looking and just shitty people. I would be the Brad Pitt of Armonk.
Right. You'd be like a rock star in Armonk.
Yeah, we're going to have to go with that thought tomorrow.
I don't even know where that is.
Westchester?
Oh, fuck.
But then I said, what about this other town, which was nearby? I forgot which one. She goes, no. Armonk, though. You'd be the Brad Pitt of Armonk.
Armonk.
It's a very affluent town, too.
Is it?
But they just are shitty people.
They're awful.
They didn't deserve their money or whatever.
Sounds like a terrible place.
Do they make you bring the cake out early?
What?
Oh, did they make you bring the cake out early?
See what happened there?
To Troy and Roland.
All right,
What
Roland,
a controversial party you had.
we're off
Sam.
the air. What's the guess?
Controversial.
We're off the air. See, I'm off mic. We're off the air.
Yeah, you should have your headphones on and the light's still on behind me.
Look, my headphones are off. We're off the air.
I know the lights on behind me.
Turn around. I'll prove the lights are off.
That's it. Off. Is that my first time? I'm not Voss. DeRosa.
Yeah, DeRosa's another one.
You may have some competition. I just got reminded of something.
What?
Justin Stengel from Letterman lives in Armonk.
Oh, shit.
So, and he's really handsome, so...
Oh, boy.
But can he be another one of those, like...
Maybe he could be Clooney and you could be Brad Pitt.
Like
and
that.
you guys could roll
that's
like
good.
Ocean's 13.
Totally owning the fucking place.
So your mother-in-law made fun of the Stengels. Or one of the Stengels.
Oh, she knows better than to do that. I've told her the Stengels control everything.
So I could
They're
be the
like
Brad
an
Pitt of
organized
Armonk?
crime fucking family.
Yeah, because Justin Stengel's the George Clooney of Armonk.
All right, he'll be the George Clooney. I'll be the fucking Brad Pitt of Armonk.
Right, and I'll come in and be Don Cheadle and try to blow something up or something with a British accent.
The only person I have is Jeffrey Toobin, the guy who wrote about the book about Obama, because it's political.
I don't know.
We're in a political time.
Sam, just continue. You don't have to break.
It's true. I mean,
we're in politics.
the election is around the corner. I don't know if that's a yes or a no, though. Is the only
That's a
thing.
yes.
What?
That's a yes. You're
That's a
saying-
yes.
Wait, who?
Jeffrey Toobin.
Guy who wrote
Oh, he's one of those guys.
CNN.
What book? What kind of Obama book is it?
It's about Obama, what he passed in the Senate, how Obama and the Senate are butting heads.
Is it pro or against Obama?
I don't know politics.
You don't know.
That's where Anthony comes in.
You don't even know if it's a pro or anti.
It's his observations.
No, it's not.
Wait, CNN could go either way. Although I think they lean more Obama.
Yeah, but what if it's one of those contributors that they get from the right to kind of off-put?
Right. Who was the other guest in your pocket? See, no one can hear me. I'm in the doorway.
It's Jeffrey Toobin.
Jeffrey Toobin. Who?
Jeffrey Toobin from CNN.
Was he go tubing?
That's a good one.
Double guns. Go commercial.
Why am I waiting? Why am I here doing this? Why do I have a headphone to my ear? Like I care what happens right now.
You could go to Armonk, too, and join the Opie and Justin Stengel gang.
No, I'm okay.
You could be Scott Zahn.
No, it's Scott Zahn. All right, I had fun today.
You
Thank
did?
you. Have fun at the after show.
Well, you didn't get an answer. What about Jeffrey Toobin?
That's 2 yeses.
Now, you tell me this, Roland.
Yes.
In your, right now in your strategy, okay, the room's emptied out. It's just me and you.
Yeah.
Will Jeffrey Toobin be booked on the show?
No.
I think for the after show listeners, for everybody who's listening now, you should absolutely book Jeffrey Toobin as a goof on them.
For the after show?
No, on their show, and be like, you said yes.
All right.
Should we book him?
Please, sir.
Wait. Is he already booked?
Soft dates. Soft dates.
What is soft dates?
Yes, it's how the bosses or the management go when they're like an event, like the election's coming, we need more like political pundits to come on and talk about it.
Okay, so the management says,
well, like they said,
there's a current event happening. It's political.
If there's an event happening,
election season.
Yeah, you should
plan ahead. Some pundits.
Yeah, and plan ahead and book like Stephanopoulos, like a Tubin.
Stephanopoulos is coming in here from Good Morning America.
I gotta talk to them later about that. And
was he the other name in your pocket?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh boy.
And Ann Coulter, she's coming in.
Okay, that's Ant's buddy. That's a no-brainer.
Oh, that's good.
Is she booked or have you pitched her? Have you pitched her?
Not yet.
Is she booked?
Yeah.
Yes, she is. All right, Jeffrey Toobin. We all heard you pitch her. Him.
Yeah.
It's a him, right, Jeffrey?
Yeah.
You pitched him on the air.
Yeah.
You didn't get an answer.
I did. Oh, you? I thought I heard a yes.
Okay. Is he booked?
Not yet.
Will he be booked?
This morning, yes.
Yeah. Yes, he is being booked. Eric, you heard that, right? Is he in there? There you are. Jeffrey Toobin, confirmed.
I heard confirmed.
Ann Coulter, confirmed. George Stephanopoulos, confirmed?
We're working on a date.
That actually would be good.
You're working on a date, meaning you said yes to his people.
Yeah.
Okay, has he been pitched?
No.
No, it's a no-brainer though, right?
Yes.
It's the guy from GMA.
But he's political pundits. We're in a political atmosphere, as they say.
Is George Stephanopoulos a political pundit?
No, but he worked in the White House.
He did?
Yeah, with Clinton.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Stupid.
Don't call me stupid. Don't call me stupid. I already took down Eric and Club Soda Kenny today. I'll take down everybody if I have to.
I Googled that shit and looked at Wikipedia.
And Roland's a little cranky because you spent the entire weekend drinking with Guy Fieri.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Did you have a good time?
I had a fucking blast.
See, it's funny though because you had said that you were not gonna. You were on this diet.
Correct.
You weren't gonna drink any, and part of the diet was you're not drinking anymore.
Yeah.
You know, you're watching what you eat.
Yeah.
You come back a couple weeks ago, and we tell everybody the story about you drinking with the machine Bert Kreischer.
That was my beginning of the downfall.
That was it, huh?
Yeah.
That was the trigger.
That was the trigger.
That was what killed it. You're running around the mall with your shirt over your head.
With shaved chest.
Yeah, your body has been shaved, and you're like, all right, actually, I forgot how fun this is.
Yeah.
And now you go out with Guy Fieri, and you did. Because
3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
You started texting me on Friday, talking about how hammered you were. Roland starts texting me, and let me see if I can find the text. Because they just start rolling in on Friday. You remember, or do you?
Yeah. Well, I remember Friday, I was just going to stop by. They goes, come by for one quick drink. I'm like, all right. So that was at 5, and I left it like at 2-ish. I don't remember.
2 a.m.
Yeah.
He goes, yeah, because he said, I'm hammered. I've been here since 5 p.m. Guy forgives you. And I said, forgives me for what? And he goes, shh. Then he started texting me pictures of hamburgers and saying, my love. And then he said, I told Guy you are sorry. He. And I said, sorry for what? And he wrote, you are F sorry. This is where it all started to go downhill. Roland writes, you are F sorry. I wrote, you're a son of a bitch. Roland responds with the word H-E-H-R. I wrote, that's not a word, Roland. He wrote Fahrenheit man. Roland responded, Fahrenheit man.
Yeah.
And then he wrote fart man. Ha. As if, I'm so silly, I meant to say fart man. Which still makes no sense. Then I wrote, what the fuck are you talking about? And then you wrote, you kind SOB. I was like, what? Are you telling me I'm a nice son of a bitch?
I don't know.
You kind SOB? Did you mean to write you kind SOB?
You don't
remember.
That was like after like my 7th shot or something.
I'm hurt. And then the next morning, and by morning I mean 12:15 p.m., he woke up and texted me and said, I'm hurting today, going back to hang at his restaurant.
Yeah.
And we had to pull you out of there to go to the party.
Then I went back to his restaurant.
But then you went back to his restaurant and got hammered again.
Yeah.
Now, is this the end of the diet too? Because obviously you're eating a lot of food.
Well, it was like a
celebration.
Yeah, celebration.
Celebration. I'm just giving you the answers. And we saw that picture. We talked about it on the after show before from Labor Day of you and Troy in his tiny little bathing suit.
Yeah.
And it said on the caption that you were getting one last swim in before they closed the pool in your building.
Yeah.
That's where you exercised.
Yeah.
So water aerobics is done.
Done.
Is there any hope of you doing non-water aerobics?
I'm going back to the gym tomorrow because I have one more.
I hope none of you believe him.
I do.
Eric, do you think Roland's done?
With drinking?
No. Do you think Roland's done with his I'm getting healthy kick? Do you think he's going to put the weight back on?
Look, when he was on it, I used to see him come in with the brown bag and his juice thing almost every day. I have not seen that plastic cup since. It has been replaced with iced coffee.
It's retired.
Tell me this, Roland.
Yes.
Did you throw out the stretched out T-shirts that don't fit you anymore?
First rule being the fat guy, you never throw anything out.
Okay.
Because you never know when shit's going to happen.
Sometimes you do, like right now.
Yeah, well, it's like it was Friday night, and this really hot blonde girl was just staring at me. I was like, what's up? And she just looked at me. I go, what are you staring at? She goes, look at your shirt, idiot. I had sauce everywhere. It had stains. It had like booze droppings.
Like a child, like a 2-year-old.
Now I know why the Cuban and guy never was like howling with laughter.
Because how do you made a mess of yourself?
They loved it though.
You don't understand that it's like a very infantile thing?
Yeah, shit happened.
You don't mind?
Yeah, fuck it.
You're the life of the party.
They say come back tomorrow. We want you.
Roland showed up at this barbecue that my parents threw me for my birthday. And like we were talking about on the air today, I swear to God, everybody's just chilling out, kind of having, it's 5 p.m. It's the afternoon. Everybody's drinking. What were you guys drinking?
What's it? Signoria or the
Senoritas?
No, the senoritas.
Sangria?
Sangria.
You forgot the name of the drink?
I haven't slept for like 3 days.
Okay. You're all drinking sangrias.
Yes.
Troy gets up to get another one. He's just sipping on it. He's loosening up a little bit. In the first hour, you had drank 4, and nobody else had drank any.
Yeah.
Like, everybody was kind of finishing their first one, and you had already had 4.
4 to 5, yeah.
4 to 5. Could have been 5.
Yeah, I finished pretty much the whole thing.
Then you started, the whole pitcher.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Then you started drinking beers.
Yeah, your mom made delicious guacamole. For not being Mexican, it was very
You enjoyed
close.
the guacamole?
It was very good.
You would know. I mean, you're a Mexican guy, and you're a foodie.
Yeah, and the chicken fingers were delicious.
You liked everything.
And Opie King goes, how's the chicken fingers good? He goes, ooh, where are they? I go, I ate them.
You ate all of them.
Well, I ate the plate that, I didn't know that was for him.
Well, I mean, I guess it was an appetizer. It was for all the guests, though.
Yeah, if they're yapping, I'm hungry.
Right. That's going. You don't spend when you get to a party, you don't spend the beginning yapping.
Drinking.
You spend it drinking and eating, and then once the food is done, you'll get to your socializing.
Yeah, then your dad goes, have a beer. I was like, all right, I don't want to be rude. Let's have a beer.
So it starts pouring rain, and we're undercover, so everything's fine. But it starts pouring rain, and everybody, like I said, is just chilling out. Troy, you were at this party. We were chilling out, were we not?
Yeah, it was a great time.
But Roland wasn't chilling out. It starts pouring rain, and Roland decides just because everybody's going to get such a kick out of it, he's going to leave the patio area that's covered and just start running around in the backyard in the pouring rain. You got soaked.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. It's like when I get drunk, either fountain or water I go to.
You love getting wet. That's like your goof. You just get yourself soaking wet.
Yeah.
Were you embarrassed to Roland at first?
I was embarrassed for you.
You were.
I wasn't. For your family.
My parents were probably like, what is this? I don't understand. Because it wasn't even like, it wasn't crazy at all.
And then Troy goes, hey, way to eat that. He said, you should lose weight. I go, yeah, for pussy.
You started yelling out pussy.
Yeah, I remember that.
Talking about Hitler.
A lot of weird obscenities.
Yeah. And I mean, by that time, Opie's 2-year-old was there. My parents are sitting there.
Yeah.
Where you're in the backyard.
Like the kid, it's like New York. He probably heard worse on the streets.
You're in the backyard that I grew up in.
Yeah.
Just a little respect for the location, you know?
Yeah.
You'd think you'd kind of get a feel of what the vibe was before you started going in.
Yeah. Well,
your parents seem to roll with the punches, though.
Yeah, but you generally you kind of want to get a gauge on that before you find out. Like you could have just as easily found out that my parents weren't rolling with the punches.
Well, I think he would probably know that, being as though they've called into the show and their involvement with what you've done.
Why push the envelope though? Is a question. I mean, you were embarrassed. You thought his behavior was embarrassing.
Slightly, but it's also funny.
Did your girlfriend get annoyed when the two of you were together and she's hanging out with you?
She got pissed.
Oh,
Jess told me that.
Yeah,
Jess told me that, first of all,
she had enough.
Jess loves your girlfriend.
That's cool.
She's
and
a big fan.
she loves Jess.
They could become great friends. But Jess told me after she got back from driving you to the train station that your girlfriend had had enough of the two of you.
Oh, she did.
And then at one point, Jess had to tell you guys, okay, specifically Jess said, Roland. She had to turn around.
Whoa. Okay.
It's fair. Is it fair?
Is she lying? No, she's not lying.
No, she's not lying.
Yeah.
She had to turn around and say, all right, that's going to be enough. And your girlfriend responded by saying, finally.
That is true.
That's very, 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 very true.
But it's just like, hey, look, we're here to have fun.
Yeah.
YOLO.
You're hanging with my friends. Like, this is how we have fun.
Do you ever, because I've been in this situation where, because I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I love getting Roland all riled
And you
up.
encourage it.
Absolutely.
You did encourage the water.
When Roland starts deciding it's time to get goofy and to go run in the rain or pour bottles of water on himself, I'm the guy who's saying, "Yeah, let's get him some more waters. Let's get him soaking wet." But I've been in situations where I'm hanging out with Roland and Jess is annoyed with my behavior because she doesn't want to deal with drunken Roland making a fool of himself and everyone around us, just making a scene. Roland makes a scene.
Huge scene.
And girls don't like it when guys make a scene like that.
Well, they think it's funny for a little bit.
Yeah.
But then the point that we would go to, or he would go to, is just too much for
It's kind of like his girlfriend and then her friend. When I do the H chant, the horror look on people was hilarious.
The horror look.
They go, oh my God, what?
He did an AIDS chant in
on
a
the subway. Yeah. Well, we were goofing around. We were like,
what did your girlfriend think of that?
The AIDS chant?
Yeah.
Well, she was drinking. We were in Madonna mode.
So it was okay.
And it was the subway ride was only a couple stops, so she knew it was going to end at a certain point. Like she would be able to get off and get away from these people.
We were screaming we were like, "What's up, bro?"
And we were like, "I'm about to get sick, bro." And he was like, we were just going back and forth, just
top of our lungs,
just trying to piss off everybody.
It's kind of funny because that kind of started as a parody of you, Troy,
right?
Like the bro thing.
Well, that was a goof in itself,
right? Because you started doing it as a goof, but then people started parodying you doing it, and Roland was parodying you with you while you were also doing the parody. It's gotten a life of its own completely.
And the subway was so packed. I mean, we're like wall to wall of people.
Just obnoxious. Has your girlfriend ever been like, Troy, you were really annoying today?
No, my girl's she's punk rock, dude. She's like,
yeah, but she was annoyed.
Well,
yeah,
she was right.
She's like, I'm like, enough.
Can you tell when she gets annoyed when the three of you are hanging out?
I didn't before until back of the car. I go, "Oi!"
And in our defense,
hi, mommy.
She had the Mexican look that all women have. Their Mexican.
It's called picante.
Yeah, you're like, oh shit.
Yeah,
that's when we all go. I'm all right.
And in our defense, she did have to work, so she was cranky that she had to work, and she is menstruating.
Okay.
So
now is she cool with you kind of going
and she was a bit embarrassed about Troy and his cake antics.
Announcing to the world. Was she embarrassed that you did? I mean, you made that scene at the party.
Right.
You did. My dad is a man of a certain age. He's just trying to be a polite gentleman and throw a party that we can all enjoy and, time everything out properly.
Right.
And you got Troy over here, who's this young guy showing up with all his tattoos blazing and his cool dude hair and his DJ attitude.
What's up, bro?
And my dad is walking out of the house, and Troy loudly starts talking to me because he sees my dad there. And he loudly starts saying, because we got to go soon.
And then he tells your dad.
And then my dad comes over, and he goes, are they going? And I told my dad, I said, yeah, they're going to go, but we're going to do dessert after they leave. Because that's the polite thing to do.
Right.
For the whole party. And then Troy said, yeah, I mean, I would have loved to have some cake. It's a little ridiculous, was your quote.
Well, I mean, don't you think that I've come all that way?
You weren't doing me any favors.
No, but I mean, I came out to your birthday party. I wanted to show respect. I wanted to say...
You didn't show any respect.
Well, I think I did. I showed up.
You didn't.
It's more than some other people could say.
You talking about Eric?
Well, he didn't show up.
And I think Jess was a bit annoyed because I messed up the train going.
Oh, yeah. And Roland...
I was hungover as hell.
That's not an excuse.
Yeah, it is.
Westchester is a big county. That's where I live, Westchester, New York. And it's a county, which means it's made up of several cities, okay? So my parents live in one city in Westchester. I live in another city in Westchester. I was texting Roland on Friday going, yeah, my parents live near me. It's easy. Just take the train out from the city and we'll come pick you up. Because it is easy. The trains are real easy to get to Westchester. And if you got somebody picking you up, it's nothing. So... I didn't hear from Roland or Troy all day on Saturday, and I was like, oh, maybe they're not going to come, because I told them, if you have something better to do, I'm not going to be offended. It's no big deal. It's whatever. And so I texted Troy at like 4, and I was like, hey, you know, we're going to kind of start things in like an hour. If you need directions or help getting here, just let me know. Unless you found something else, that's cool too. And Troy goes, Roland didn't text you? And I go, no. And he goes, we're on a train. We got on a train 5 minutes ago. I go, what?
We're en route.
And I looked at Jess. We're already at my parents' house. And I go, they're already on a train. And Jess goes, what? And I knew that I had never told Roland even what city my parents lived in. I didn't tell him where it was. How could he put you on a train? And so I was like, Roland got him on a train to go to where I live, which is 25 minutes away from my parents' house.
My bad.
So I started texting you, and you're like, I'm sorry. And I go, you know it's Roland's fault. And he goes, yeah. And so Jess had to leave.
She was inconvenienced.
To go pick you guys up, where we had just come from by my house. Because, Roland, why wouldn't you text me before you left and say, hey, where should I go to?
All I thought about is get coffee, get coffee, get coffee. I was so hungover.
Then, think logically. Think logically. I want everybody listening to this to think logically. Because Troy, on more than one occasion, has brought up times are tough and finances. When you were talking about going to Eric's house, you know, you talked about how much money the train ride would be and how you didn't want to spend that much money.
Yeah.
So I'm not paying anybody's train tickets. Troy and Roland and Troy's girlfriend obviously paid their own train ticket to get to Westchester. All good, as they you know, as manners would dictate. But Roland decided to tell Troy and his girlfriend that obviously, if you're going to Westchester from New York City on a commuter train, that's what it was. It's a train that's designed for people going to and from work. That Saturday afternoon at 3:55 p.m. would obviously be a peak train.
He said it's still, you have to get your tickets before 4. It's still peak.
Roland,
I don't know.
Peak refers to the maximum amount of people on the train.
Oh.
That's why it's peak. It's the most.
You're going to travel well, so they should take that into consideration.
You make assumptions that are usually...
They could read.
You make assumptions that are almost always wrong and then present them as facts.
They could read.
But they didn't say what the times were. I thought you had no... Because you've ridden this train a bunch of times.
I always pay peak.
You always pay peak? Listen, I mean, paying peak, I guess, is the safe bet because then you don't get stuck.
Yeah, get back.
But for future reference... If it's not a time when most people would be going to work, probably not a peak train.
No.
Well, now we know.
Now you know. You did. Yeah. You learned some lessons.
And I did text you.
You texted me You texted me after you got to the party and then acted like I had just gotten the text late. That didn't count.
No.
And then Roland got drunk. He's running out in the rain. He starts laughing at my dog, who, by the way, can't see because he's a dog of a certain age at this point.
Or hear, right?
He's lost his sense of hearing and sight.
Right.
And as Roland is laughing at the dog for being blind, Roland turns around and walks face first into a glass door. You saw that, right, Troy?
Yeah, I sure did.
Face first into the door.
See, I think your parents are, they understand the humor of Roland. I don't think your in-laws found much humor in it.
Jess's parents were there.
Yeah.
You don't think they thought Roland was funny?
I don't think they thought anything was funny.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think they thought anything we were doing was funny enough. But I do got to say, though, your mother-in-law is hot.
I appreciate the comment.
And
I'm sure she'll appreciate that.
And that's a good look, because you always want to look at a girl's mother to see what the girl's going to look like.
How's your girlfriend's mom looking?
She's cute. They look completely different.
Okay.
Like, my girlfriend's tall. She's, almost 5'11".
Maybe she's got a very handsome dad then. Who knows?
Yeah.
But your mom's cookies were delicious.
Mom's cookies were delicious.
And the carrot cake.
And you think Jess's mom is banging?
For an older lady, yeah, she looks pretty good.
Okay. But you don't think she... Well, you got to understand that you guys are very abrasive for a first impression. Like, that's a lot to take in. When you just see some weird, a little bit overweight guy in Jet's warm-up shirt. A little.
All right.
You look,
fair enough.
Yeah, and
I had a rough week.
And you're not doing yourself any favors.
I had a rough week.
Yeah. When you see a guy...
But thank you for saying a little
overweight, he looks to be Hispanic, but you can't understand a word he's saying in any language.
Right.
He's wearing a Jets warm-up uniform, and he's running around in the backyard by himself in the rain. Like, you have to understand, like, not the first reaction from a lot of people are going to be like, what's that guy's deal? Like,
Right.
what is all this?
But she also knows what you do for a living.
And then he starts screaming out profanities and references to Hitler.
What's her?
But pussies. He kept saying pussy.
She's a Jewish woman.
Yeah, I got friends. It's cool.
Huh?
I said I got friends who are Jewish. It's all good.
She probably. Or do you have the pass?
You have the pass? Yeah.
My buddy David.
Like
my
who-
buddy David Stern said you have the pass.
Like who kid gave me my N-word
Yeah,
pass?
my buddy David Stern goes, you have the pass.
You have the
We grew up together.
references to Hitler pass with Jewish people.
Hitler jokes are okay.
Any joke, he said you have the pass.
But you don't think you think was it more like I don't like this or this is bizarre?
With who?
My in-laws.
Both.
A little like
Yeah,
because in the car ride.
This is bizarre, and I'm being made to feel uncomfortable.
Because someone goes, I went, shh.
Oh, the car ride's not good because Jess's mom went with Jess.
Oh, yeah.
And it's one thing to have that kind of energy at a party, but it's a total other thing to have that in such close quarters.
Yeah, you could tell she was annoyed.
Yeah.
In that car ride.
100%.
With Jess was she annoyed too?
Jess is.
I think Jess was annoyed that her mom was annoyed, that we got her annoyed, that now Jess is annoyed.
Jess seems annoyed, but Jess has a nice way of playing off that she's annoyed, where you can tell she's annoyed, but she's still being cool.
Right, because she likes you guys.
She likes, and she understands that, look, we're just goofing around.
But she probably was more annoyed if she could tell her mom was annoyed.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want people around annoying your mom.
Because she
like,
knows,
if I showed up at your house, and your mom was like, come on. You, at one point, would probably pull me aside and be like, dude, I think it's funny, but come on, bro.
Right.
My mom is starting to get a little annoyed.
Yeah.
She's getting a little pissed.
yeah, just go crazy.
Yeah, but you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, fuck yeah, it's hilarious.
You like it.
I don't think I overstepped any boundaries at your house.
Yeah, you
I
did.
mean, I would say you didn't until
The cake.
you asked my dad you guilted my father into bringing dessert out earlier.
So let me ask you, before we left, you said the top 3 worst person.
Okay, what I was doing was I told your girlfriend, with all 3 of you there, that if I were to only invite one of you back to the party, based on manners, it would obviously be your girlfriend by herself. Mm-hmm. And you can understand that.
I know.
To some degree.
Yes.
To all degrees.
But
To
we
some
had fun.
degree.
I mean, don't you think that we added a lot of spice to the party?
Yeah, but to some people didn't like that, though.
I mean, that's not our fault. I mean, what do you do for a living? Sorry. These are your coworkers.
I can't entertain everybody with the same demo.
In terms of manners and politeness, though.
I was polite.
Well, she always
No,
should.
you weren't polite.
I was polite.
In the beginning, but not at the end.
Well,
You left early and you basically demanded that the cake
I
be
wasn't
brought
demanding,
out.
but they were teasing us the whole time that there was all this homemade ice cream. They kept saying homemade ice cream.
yes.
It's like, so, all right, I would love to taste the homemade ice cream before I leave.
If my parents had a little more of me in them, they would be teasing that homemade ice cream, and you'd be like, oh, are we going to get to taste this? And they would be like, I'm sorry, I should have clarified. The homemade ice cream is for those who stay for the party.
But that's not what happened. And I even had your father clarify in front of you.
And then, you want to talk about annoying your girlfriend? You know what Troy started doing? I totally forgot about this. Troy started doing this thing where I go, Troy, like in front of my parents, I go, Troy, why would you make such a scene and make them bring out the cake early, let them go at their own pace? And while his girlfriend was sitting next to him, in earshot of my parents, true or false?
True.
True. In earshot of my parents, he said, look, I would really like to stay. My girlfriend's got to go to work, and she needs her time and everything, so she would really like this. I would like to stay, and you started shifting all the blame.
She wasn't annoyed with that, though.
To your girlfriend, who's meeting all these people for the first time.
Yeah, that upset her.
Did she tell you that?
Yeah. She says that's
What
when
did
she
she
had
say?
enough of. She goes, stop, and then that's when the car goes, enough of you two.
What did she say to you?
Yeah, she said, she's like, I don't know these people. Please don't do that. And I said, baby, just roll with the punches.
Oh, come on. She doesn't want to roll with those punches.
Look, you got to learn to hang loose.
Like, she and I have hung out only a handful of times, so that sort of getting to know each other process is still happening. That was the first time I think she had met Jess. And then there's all these adults that, by the way...
At the wedding she met Jess.
Okay, maybe at the wedding she met Jess, right.
But just less.
Yeah, and then Jess was talking about, she said, Perla is so great, she can hang out with, like, you and Troy and Roland, but then she was having conversations with my mom and your dad, and she was just great at the party. Everybody loved her. But then she's got the asshole boyfriend who's gonna kind of shine the spotlight on her and be like, by the way, I know we're leaving early, but it's her fault. That's not exactly a knight in shining armor, is it?
Well, I think she would have been okay with it if she wasn't on her period.
You think you're going to blame the period?
Well, she gets really fucking cranky when she's menstruating.
I mean, a lot of girls do, but
so it's just like roll with the punches.
You don't think she has grounds for being upset?
Not really.
Oh, God.
Well, on a kind of train ride,
she probably wouldn't be happy, by the way, with you coming on a national radio show as big as After Opie and Anthony Live, the show that launched the career of Carly Rae Jepsen, and announcing to the world that she probably would be okay, except she's on the rag.
Well, no, we were at the Dwayne Reed last night, and she was buying tampons, and I had announced to everybody that she was buying tampons.
What is she? That's like, she's like, oh.
And she doesn't care. She's fun. She rolls with the punches.
She didn't. I guess she's okay with dating a third grader. She didn't realize.
Well, she knows what she's getting herself into.
Okay. In the train, she was sleeping, and Troy was falling asleep, and I had a little gas that woke him up.
Like, she thinks that's funny.
Okay.
Like, she thinks Roland farting and annoying everybody around us, where they're looking at him like, you fucking pig. She starts laughing and thinks that's funny.
But she doesn't want you then trying to... You were trying to, as a joke,
shift the blade,
humiliate her in front of a new crowd.
No, I was just... Look...
You know it's a humiliating thing to do to someone.
She likes, she handles uncomfortable situations really well.
Yeah.
And I sometimes like to push and see how
you
far
like
I
to
can
test
make...
the boundaries.
Yeah.
Because handling uncomfortable situations is a skill, and practice makes perfect. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah. And it's like, if you want to hang, I'm like, I told her, I want a bitch that can hang.
Right.
So you better hang.
And shit could get a lot weirder than this.
Yeah,
So
this is just the beginning.
You got to tone up.
Yeah.
Well, I'm surprised she hasn't set you on fire or something like that. I'm surprised she puts up with your bullshit, to tell you the truth.
She loves it.
She does.
Of course she does.
Well, she didn't love it when you humiliated her, is the only thing.
I told you that, because her fucking hole's bleeding.
Oh, because of the period.
Yeah. If that wasn't happening, and if she didn't have to work, she would have been fine.
I mean, and plus, at the end of the day, obviously, you're a nice guy. So
Of course I'm a nice guy.
Yes.
I'm charming.
That's come through loud and clear here.
I was in a PSI by the trash can train station, but they had cameras.
Is that your new thing, peeing in public?
I always do.
That's... What happened? Your new thing was exercise and juicing. Now your new thing is overeating, boozing, and pissing in public.
Bert Kreischer's my hero.
You're degenerating. Troy's a bad influence.
Yes.
Bert Kreischer is your hero.
Yeah.
And Guy Fieri is your other hero, and you wanted to drink with him.
Yes.
All right. I mean, Troy, do you feel any sense of responsibility for the downfall? You did try, I mean, to your credit, you tried to motivate him in one direction. It didn't work, so I guess what? You said, all right, if we're going to go to the dark side, let's have a good time?
I've also told him recently, like, dude, you really got to pull it together with the weight.
Yeah.
So,
you know he's going to put, do you think he's going to pack the pounds back on for the winter?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Do you think you are, Roland?
I don't know.
Okay, he is. That's confirmed.
And you can't look at me to help him not drink, because I think that shit's funny. And if he's going to do crazy shit, I want great pictures for my Instagram. So,
right, which is what?
Troy Kwan on Instagram.
Oh.
And you can see the picture of Roland pissing in the phone booth.
What do you...
where'd
Eric go?
Poo-poo?
Are you going to poo-poo? You taking a little poo-poo?
No, I had to go pee. This has been going on for a while.
Now, you tell me, Eric.
Yeah.
What do you think of this relationship that's happened? This is sort of like a pseudo... somewhat sexual, not gay, but just there's a little sexual... there's a little sexuality to it, like a bromance from Hades.
No.
Going on here with Roland and Troy. It's a toxic bromance.
I was just going to say, it's toxic.
It is, right?
Yeah, but I think it's more toxic towards Roland than it is towards Troy.
You don't think they bring out the worst in each other?
Oh, definitely.
They do.
But I think Troy knows how to juggle that better than Roland does. Roland will just go all out, and consequences be damned.
Now, we talked on the air a little bit about your relationship with Troy, and that is, well, it's up and down to say the least. And that you're kind of done with Troy. Roland, on the other hand, is an interesting case, because Roland is a guy that you used to hang out with. Mm-hmm. That was the guy at work that you hung out with. That was you were Troy Kwan. Roland and Eric were the power couple of the Opie and Anthony show. And now Roland and Troy have become the power couple, to the extent that Troy has a drawer at Roland's house.
Yeah.
What do you think of that? Like, what do you think of how Roland has become Troy's best friend?
It makes sense because they're both single. They can go out and do things.
What? Troy, you're single? I thought you had a living...
They're not married, all right?
I thought you had a living girlfriend. She was hanging out at my house.
I know.
It just said,
I don't know what he's talking about.
No, it just said, unfortunately, Eric moved a little bit farther, and Troy
Eric
could come by.
stormed off.
What?
Sal, why did Eric storm off?
I don't know. I don't care.
Do you think that it was justified when I questioned why he said Troy's single when we had just talked about his girlfriend for the last 20 minutes?
I have no idea.
He's going to shit.
Is he having a mental breakdown?
Wait, hold on. I just got
he
text.
so?
He's bleeding. He's bleeding.
Must be his period.
No,
Eric's been weird. I mean, he had that blow up today when he answered in vagueness today, correct?
Yeah, he does all the time.
But then he got upset when we claimed it was vague.
Yeah.
But that's his thing.
Don't you think if I said to him, this is a family party, I'm sitting in the room, and they're like, why didn't you go to the party? And Eric responds by saying, I was told that, as opposed to saying, Sam told me that. It starts the vagary right there.
Yeah. And also I hang out with Troy more because Eric moved a bit farther away than, like, before he was in Hoboken, where I used to, and I used to live on the west side.
I don't think it's geographic, to tell you the truth. I think
I used to live on the west side, and I used to be super close.
It's bullshit.
And quite honestly, don't you think I'm a lot more fun than Eric would be?
I think, Roland, that your personality shifted somewhat, and people's personalities change all the time. I didn't say it was for the better or worse. I think you started hanging out with Troy, you had a good time with him, and now you hang out with Troy more than Eric. That's fine. It's not saying that you don't like Eric. Yeah. It's just now that's the guy you hang out with. I don't think it's geographic. I think that's just the guy that you have fun with.
Yeah,
and that's
you're
fine.
fun.
Yeah, you come out to Westchester.
Yeah.
It's not geographic. It's because we have fun together.
Westchester, Bestchester.
Troy, you've come out to Westchester.
I did. I had a great time.
It's not because it's geographic. It's because we have fun.
We do.
I think something's going on with Eric, though.
Did his Legos fall apart? His Legos? Because he got some Legos.
Sal, do you know if his Legos fell apart over the weekend?
No, I asked if he did, and he said he didn't.
He didn't get a chance. You really did sit there and say, hey, how was your weekend? Did you do any Legos?
That's exactly what I said.
Did you ask him sarcastically? or?
No, I was serious, because I know
my
he played
God.
them.
He bought some new Legos.
He did?
Yeah, it's Lord of the Rings.
Listen, we got to go. We got to let Ron and Fez take over. I hope you guys will think about what we've talked about today. By the way, I totally was right against Kenny today.
Are you coming with us, you guys, for lunch?
Probably.
All right.
I was totally, the wording of that sentence, grammatically.
You're right.
I was completely right against Kenny, correct?
Yes, character.
But I understand why Kenny would take it the way he does.
Emotionally, Kenny can have his point of view. But logically, grammatically.
Oh, he's back?
That's not what I said.
And there's no reason, like, Kenny at your party would have been a good time. You know that.
I love Kenny.
Again, he'd make the medium list, but I invited the short list. Ron and Fez are coming up next. He doesn't make the short list. I'm sorry. So stay tuned for that.
Do you have my sunglasses?
And yeah, I do. We'll be back. Roland forgot his sunglasses at my house because he was hammered. We'll be back with more of this tomorrow. Goodbye.
Opie and Anthony Show is now over. For real this time. Check out the O&A Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Opie and Anthony. And catch Opie and Anthony live Monday through Friday from 6 to 10 a.m. Eastern. Ron and Fez are next.
Hey.